Welcome to the Clear Shots Podcast with Seth Skinner and Jake Jones.
Hey everybody, it's Seth from Clear Shots, and this episode is number 78. It gets a little crazy, so strap in.
Don't give them clear shots. Don't give them clear shots. Don't give them clear shots. Don't give them clear shots.
Now you do it.
Okay. Welcome to the Clear Shots Podcast, everybody. I'm Seth Skinner.
I'm Jake Jones.
Hi, I'm Swamp. My name's Sean.
Yeah, that's Swamp. He's been on here a time or two.
Only once actually.
Yeah, I think just once.
Well, I said a time or two, so, it could be one or
you guys are both right. You guys don't need to fight right off the bat.
This is just unbelievable. You know what I mean? The whole thing, everybody wants to clap. Every time everybody wants to clap, it's like, I just need one clap, guys.
You need a song.
We need a song?
You need a song.
Yeah.
And then once you get to a certain part.
We could just play the song through our headphones and it would sync up with the whole thing if we wanted to. And then everybody would know when to come in.
We could do the song that goes like some podcast.
I'm not talking about a different song. I'm talking about the theme song.
And we don't know how long they go. That's why we have the 10-minute podcast.
No, that's
but
not
we
it.
don't. We just don't have
That's
the
not
10-minute.
it,
We
though.
just say Clear Shots. Because then it's an original.
But that's a different
I'm
song.
fucking
That's a song.
lost.
You ever listen to the? You know what? We're not going to represent another show on here.
Well, it's the song.
One of us
from
has
it's a
to
different
clap.
song. Yeah, well, the bottom line is one of us has to clap, and
We all clapped.
No, only
Yeah, but
one
that's
of us. And I won't do it this time. I promise. I promise.
we don't have to clap again. we already
have
started.
to. Oh, I was gonna say, why do we have to do it again?
This is the
Well, I won't.
rockiest. This is the rockiest start of all time. I've never seen anything like this.
This is nice.
It's really cool, and I
like-
hope it sets the pace. You know what I mean? I hope it sets the tone.
I ate a lot of chocolate, right before we started.
It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. I drank a bunch of coffee, so we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Same thing.
Best slice in the city, dude. 2 of them burned dairy 10 minutes ago.
Not the best slice
Definitely
in the
is.
city, bro.
Like
That's what I was telling
He's
the
like,
guy
yeah, the
there.
gas station slices are the
You
best.
can get better
know?
pizza from McDonald's, bro.
Yeah, dude. Make
You're
pizza,
just like,
you know?
hey, figure out all this shit you got back there. Just make me a pizza. bro.
That might be one of the few things they haven't done, right? They haven't done.
They did pizza once.
They did.
Yeah, guaranteed.
No
That is.
way.
There's no
Guarantee you
way.
they did.
There's no way they did.
guarantee
That's
you they did.
disgusting.
Are you guessing?
Yes, I'm guessing. I have no knowledge of...
Okay.
Yeah. So you're.
I,
I don't
feel
think
like
they
they
did.
definitely did
No.
at one... You don't think they did pizza
Maybe
once?
like McDonald's Italy.
right.
So?
Yeah. Like an international thing.
Yeah, not ours.
I don't buy it, dude.
Them international McDonald's are doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
Especially now, you can get some of it here.
Yeah. I don't think they've ever had like McZa, like McPizzas.
Yeah, what would they call it, bro? The mixer?
It's very odd.
Jake's getting to the bottom of this right there.
Dude, they could like top it with McDoubles.
Look
know?
at that.
Young Jake.
The McPizza holds a legendary place in McDonald's lore.
Nope.
The
doesn't,
pizza
though.
was a national menu item at the fast food chain in the 1980s and the 1990s.
Along with
Fox?
everything else.
What is that? Fox
Most
News,
locations
CNN?
have stopped serving it, but 3 locations in the U.S. still serve McDonald's pizza.
Where? You find those three.
I don't trust that source.
No, me neither. Where'd you read that from? The Onion?
Yeah.
Business Insider, dude.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
way too that's fake news.
There's 2 locations in Ohio and 1 in West Virginia.
Wow, I was just in Ohio.
And 1 in Florida added it back to the menu when they were told they weren't supposed to have it anymore. Of course it was Florida.
It would be, right?
Pizza.
Why wouldn't it be
sounds
Florida?
really
It
bad.
looks awful.
Yeah, no kidding.
But you know what I thought would be good? Would be a buffalo chicken or a barbecue chicken pizza, but just put McNuggets on it.
I don't think it'd be
I mean,
as good.
I would not mind a calzone with, that's the way to do it. If you're gonna have nuggets, you gotta put it
Put
in a
nuggets
wrap
in
of
there
some
with
sort.
their sweet and sour sauce
Right.
and
dude, bits
puddle
and pieces
cheese.
of Dude, you could break apart a McDouble and just put pieces in there.
Yeah,
you know, just
I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but
No, you don't.
He's going to though.
he has no idea about the one and only Kylie.
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh,
No, I have
I
no
know.
idea.
So,
well, we can go over it. I mean, it's
not at the beginning of the show.
All right. Well, we'll save it, I guess.
We can't do it at the beginning. That's
No,
that's
I'm
like
eager.
that's like second act material,
You
dude.
can't bring it up either.
He brought it.
I did bring it up.
You can't bring it up and just scoop past it.
Right. Like, what are we gonna switch to now? Unless you got something to switch to.
What have you been up to, Sean?
What have I been up to? Wondering what the fuck you're thinking about, bro. That's what I'm up to right now.
You know what?
Well,
We will do it. We'll do it. But you know what I'm going to do to make it easier to navigate? I'm going to put all of the screenshots of her Facebook that I have
Okay.
into one folder.
Okay.
Is this somebody we know?
Somebody we know.
Oh, okay.
Somebody Seth knows personally.
Okay.
Right? Have you
Well, I wouldn't say personally.
have you ever met this person in person?
I have met them, but not really talked to them.
I've never met them before. I've seen this person.
So basically, like, initially it was a person, like, when I was working at the theater and Wes was working at the theater, like, this person came in or some shit, asked some crazy question. Wes talked about it last time when he was on here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that episode came out, like, last week when you're listening to this. And so you can listen to him talk about basically how he met who at the time was Kyle Murray. And
Oh, I see where this is going.
Full disclosure.
Is non-binary week over? Can we talk about this yet?
We have been anyway.
yeah, I didn't know there was
It's
a
only
week for it.
entertaining because she's fucking insane. It's
Well,
not even about
of
the
course.
fact that it used to be a dude.
It's more
'cause
of a-
she's fucking. It's more of like a.
It's more of a free spirit sort of situation, you know.
I
Like
guess not. Insane's the wrong.
Well,
she's insane.
I think
Insane's the
insane
wrong
is
word.
well. I don't know. I think insane's kind of safe to go with, but I would say
Okay.
to be, you know,
To be fair,
right.
To be
I mean,
fair. If somebody told me,
look, I'm just trying to be nicer about it, you know.
fuck that. I don't give. I don't give a fuck.
But yeah. So like we kind of started following him because he was like a nutcase already, and so like he lived primarily in Fulton, I think, and like so we at one point we were like driving somewhere. We drove past like McDonald's or whatever into the parking lot in Fulton, and there was like a bike parked there, and we kind of recognized the bike because we knew what bike he had.
Okay.
And then we saw him come out of McDonald's and like pick up cigarette butts and like collect them and shit, you know, like the usual thing.
Power
It
move.
was pretty cool,
Yeah.
honestly.
It was pretty cool and like, so, and I don't know if it was like he was gonna sell them or what, or maybe just smoke
Sell
the butts.
them?
Yeah, you
Wow.
could probably sell the butts up there in
Is
Fulton.
there a
you know?
market for that? There's gotta be in Fulton.
In Fulton, yeah. So you know he's pretty lucrative as far as like, you know, like business practices and
Okay.
such.
Okay. It keeps it low key.
And then, so, you know, Wes found his, like, Facebook profile and all this. Everybody started following him for whatever reason. And, eventually he started wearing, like, women's clothing and then turned into a Kylie.
Okay.
So now it's Kylie, and she takes a lot of pictures of her Dunkin' Donuts receipts and,
He's not even kidding.
like, Dunkin' Donuts receipts and basically deals that she gets at, like, fast food restaurants. you know?
Okay.
She's pretty good at like bragging about like the deals, like the discounts she gets and shit.
Oh.
And it's pretty impressive, honestly. Sometimes,
Yeah.
Like,
I've been
actually-
doing it lately.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, I get free fries.
well, yeah. I mean, you might as well try. And that's the thing is like,
Yeah.
dude, it's funny too because like everybody gets all these coupons, but no one ever uses them, right? Like,
Right.
I
I do.
Why wouldn't you? You know?
I get a coupon with my cigarettes every time, and I use it every time.
Yeah. But no one does mail-in rebates, though. You know what I mean?
Oh, what the fuck?
Dude, especially the ones that
That's
are like,
worthless.
oh, hey, mail this in and get $2 off. Or
Yeah,
like,
in
get
3
$2
weeks.
back.
You gotta wait 3 weeks for a
They send you
coupon.
2 $1 bills in
Yeah,
like an envelope.
No.
It's like, dude, what? I'm not
I think you have
going.
a problem at that point. If you're like arranging coupons
Yeah.
to show up at your house,
When I buy Black Velvet, because I buy those big ass fucking
right?
like 2 liters, like it's like 1.75 liters or some shit.
Yeah,
And it has like a little card on it, and it's like, oh, mail-in rebate for like, and you get like $2 back. It's like you
Yeah.
basically are gonna pay $18 for your next bottle of $20
worthless.
whiskey. It's like, dude, I'm not going to put this in the mail and wait.
yeah. Maybe for a bottle.
Right.
Definitely do it for a
Dude,
bottle.
if it was
but
just
$2.
if it was just a coupon for $2 off the next bottle, that would make way more sense.
Yeah,
It doesn't really.
yeah,
Yeah, I never understood mail-in rebates. They were
I get
big
the-
back in the day.
yeah.
Nowadays, it's like, dude, if it's an email in, then maybe
Yeah,
I could
maybe.
do that. They always have surveys now, though. All these,
Yeah, I do them too.
of course, they're like,
Yeah.
get a free Big Mac for
Yeah.
like this 2-second survey.
Yeah, you can do it 30 seconds. You don't even have to read it.
Yeah, just like check the boxes.
Just
and
click
such.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
you get a
worth
free
it.
Go Cup at fucking.
Yeah, that was the
KFC.
one. That
You
one
can
keeps
do
you
it
coming
at.
back.
You can do it at Burger King. Get a fucking Whopper, whole Whopper.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, it's lit.
Actually, I think I've done that once.
Ruby Tuesday, you can do it and get a dessert or an appetizer. It's like
That's a good deal.
$15.
Now,
You
what
get
are
the
what
best
are you
one.
doing over there?
Dude,
I can hear your phone working. Like I
Yeah,
can
yeah, yeah.
literally hear it through the headphones. It's like he's like doing so much shit trying to figure this out.
I'm screenshotting. I haven't. I only check the Facebook like every episode, so that 'cause she will literally post like 10 things a day.
Oh boy.
Of course.
So
yeah.
I only check the Facebook whenever we're here.
Yeah.
So that way we're up to date. And
Well, yeah. There's a lot of bike modification, which is cool. I like the bike that she has.
Yeah, I just looked over and saw a bike.
Yeah.
oh, that's baby girl, by the way.
Her bike?
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, is
I
that
can
what it's
I can
called?
see that.
I didn't know. I had
Yeah,
a
you didn't
nickname.
know? I know.
I had no idea.
Come on, man.
Okay. I was trying to. Hang on.
You're not gonna get this. There's no. He has no idea what's going on.
Are these all uploaded? Oh, Jesus Christ, this is fucked. Okay.
We got to get like a giant folder of all of the cataloged posts, and then we'll just.
I put them on my Google Drive.
He has like a Google Drive
They're on the
dedicated
cloud.
to. He pays like a subscription service to save all these.
70 photos, actually.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
good though.
goodness.
That's good. And most of them are the same exact.
You could have put them up on here.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
exactly what's going to happen.
Alright.
So,
How's that work?
Yeah, that's it. That's
Chromecast?
yeah, I'm going to try and figure that out. Where's my Google Drive?
Well, I'm gonna at least put a couple of these up on the podcast. I mean, I think people need. It's time for people to see like what she looks like, and what's
Yeah,
going
for
on.
sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We can do that, right? It's not illegal.
I don't think it is. I don't think her Facebook is
You can
completely
do that.
public.
No, it's
Yeah,
public.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's
it's not
public.
like-
As long as her shit is public, you put something on to social media, it's public. You can just show it.
Yeah, it's public domain. dude.
Instagram, Twitter. I mean, I don't see people do it with Facebook, but I don't see why you couldn't do it with Facebook.
Right. No, it's
Not
the same
really worried
thing.
about it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what's she gonna do? Come ride her bike down here? And...
Well, she lives in Syracuse now.
That'd be better,
and I
bro.
guarantee
Make a
you.
whole episode about that.
And I guarantee
yeah.
you she doesn't even listen to the show. And I bet you if she did, she wouldn't. The irony would be completely lost on her.
Well, I
She'd be
think
like, these
she-
guys think we're super cool. Like,
Well, we do though.
I mean, we do, but like that's
I
besides
don't know what
the
I
point.
think of her yet. I'm
She's
still
super
forming
cool.
my judgment,
Yeah, she's
my
cool.
opinion.
It's just yeah,
think
like,
she's fucking insane.
She's pretty cool though. I would say cool, like overall, like on a scale of 1 to 10, it's like a
All right,
9.
so this is actually some good news. This
Here
is
we
a
go, Boston
news
Market.
update. Boston Market is closed. Probably
Oh, no.
didn't make enough sales to keep the business growing. Huh.
right.
Gotcha. Okay. Well,
Yeah, you know what? That actually makes sense, right?
I've never. I almost went to Boston Market once because of Andy Samberg at the roast of James Franco.
Boston Market is lit.
Is it lit?
Oh yeah.
I'm really sad that it's gone.
Well,
then.
you know, usually if you don't make enough sales, like,
You're probably not lit. You know.
yeah,
But we'll take your word for it, Swamp.
No, that's what happened to our Taco Bell. People weren't going to our Taco Bell back in the day. That's why it closed.
probably.
Doesn't mean Taco Bell is bad. Means that
Which is hilarious because now it's just gonna get
It's gonna be
like bent
ridiculous.
the fuck over.
yeah,
Dude, Taco Bell and a Swiggle is going to be over a barrel for the rest of its life.
yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
I might not.
that's
even
why they
know.
put that little wall, like that little barricade up, because they're like, we got to keep some people out. Here. Build the wall, dude.
And put a seesaw on each side of the barricade.
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Hashtag summer night. I was walking to the corner
Oh,
store and a neighbor took a photo for me sitting on the steps feeling sexy.
Hashtag feeling sexy.
Are you? Wait.
So her neighbor
So she's
probably
just
took
like,
that.
I like. I like that one.
That picture's not blurry at all. And so she's holding on to a street sign.
a stop. Looks like it probably
Yeah.
a stop sign.
Yeah.
It could be
a
any street
yield,
sign.
you know. It could be a yield. Could be a one way. You know what I mean?
Could be a no standing sign.
Yeah.
Okay.
No loitering.
Hashtag summer night.
Is that Sunoco? Hashtag Louis Vuitton. 99 cents. Big gulp.
What is Louis Vuitton about any of this?
Now, I gotta
oh,
say-
her fake Louis purse.
I gotta say that the big gulp is actually a good deal for 99 cents.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but what are you getting in the big gulp? You know,
Where is this?
gulps?
Sunoco.
Sunoco?
Yeah, one of them.
I remember
Okay.
when Fast Track used to do like 75-cent drinks, like any size or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like it was like the
It was like 70. Wasn't it at one point? Weren't the biggest ones cheaper than the rest of them? Or
Yeah,
am I
it's like-
retarded?
Yeah,
you
79
basically had to get the big ones.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they were like
And now it's-
79 cents. or
Yeah,
something.
it was 79 cents for the big one and 99 cents for the smaller one.
which is like genius. It's genius,
Genius.
marketing, really.
Yeah.
Genius.
They're like, let's give you more for significantly
And it used to
less.
make that.
Oh, the CO2,
That was the greatest ever.
dude. That energy drink that they have there is so bad.
Really?
Cyclone.
We've never tried something called
Cyclone
that.
sounds
It's in
terrible.
the fountain. It's in the fucking fountain at
Fountain
Fast
energy
Track.
drink.
Dude, there's so
Definitely out.
many off-brand like energy. Like there was like
Yeah, I
the
haven't
Shark
tried any.
energy
I
drink at
haven't
the
tried
fucking
any.
at like dollar
Shark.
store
Yeah,
or some
yeah.
shit. That was a classic.
I legitimately miss Jolt though.
Yeah, Joe was
Jolt
good.
was sick.
Yeah, it's like not even. It's basically just like a gassed up soda. Like a
Jolt-
fucking-
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the one that Coke
That's
had?
where the idea for hybrid cars came from.
yeah.
Was Jolt.
Dude, do you guys
Yeah, it
remember
is.
Vault soda?
Yeah.
That
Vault's
shit
good.
was awful. I'm
Vault's-
sorry.
Vault was good.
It was okay. It was like half energy drink though. It was like in that weird.
It was like the Mountain Dew of Coke.
yeah, but it was more. I feel like it had more caffeine than Mountain Dew.
Surge was good too. It's so good.
Surge is back.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
That's what they say. You know what I mean? But I don't see it.
I see it. It's Sunoco every day.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I don't see
I
it.
almost got one at Burned Area earlier.
I don't think I've
Yeah,
ever seen it.
two for $2.50. Fucking big cans like that.
That's a good deal though.
Yeah.
All
16
right.
ounces.
People need a teddy bear these days to talk to. It's hard talking to people with earbuds in their ears.
Well, first of all, don't talk to people with earbuds in their ears.
Yeah,
'cause
that's
they have
number one.
earbuds in their ears.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can't hear you. They probably don't want to talk to you.
Definitely.
How does the teddy bear fit in here?
I don't
People
know.
need a teddy
Oh,
bear these
yeah, there
days
is
to
a-
talk to.
there's
Oh,
a-
to talk to.
No, there. She has a teddy bear that she calls Teddy.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that is
everyone calls it teddy bear Teddy.
It's a pretty good name for it.
Is that what they're for? Is that what teddy
Talk
bears
to,
for? To
yeah.
talk to?
What's up with this?
What do you
There we
know?
go. Made it. Happy hour. Taco Bell with hashtag baby girl. It's that same.
Yeah, there's a lot of Baja Blast posts on this.
It's
Okay.
page,
mostly
too.
Baja.
Oh my
Okay.
god!
Oh.
Stop zooming in.
that.
Stop zooming in.
Oh, she have braces?
Nope,
or-
that's dirt.
That's just
Oh, you know what they're calling kids in Sweden, because until they get to a certain age, they don't want to gender label them. They don't want to push them in one direction. They're calling them ham. Ham. You gotta call your kid ham until they're like, I don't know, maybe through puberty.
Hemp. Should be hemp, like Neon Joe, Werewolf Hunter.
Happy non-binary week.
Happy non-binary. When is it over?
I don't. It's never over, bro.
Dude,
No,
they just take and take.
Until they get
you give
all
them
their
an
rights,
inch and
bro.
they take a mile. Those fucking bastards.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's kind of true.
I'm inclined to agree.
Uh,
I got amazing. That
I
pisses
got
me
a
off.
amazing call this morning. A manager called me
amazing.
from Speedway and Googling my address to find a location near me will call me back next week. Hopefully there's something. Hashtag so far so good.
Wait.
I don't know what
Manager
Speedway
called
is.
me from Speedway. Is she from here or Fulton?
She's from Fulton, but she lives in Syracuse.
I don't get.
Fulton's got a Speedway. I don't know about Syracuse.
How come you can't just post that without the screenshot of your phone recent calls?
I don't know, but I really feel like calling that number that she blocked.
Right.
Yeah,
I wonder
call
why
her
it
right
was
now.
blocked.
I will. All day people thought I'm underage to smoke. I must look beautiful today or something. Hashtag no make.
Right. That's usually what
Get the fuck out of here. Oh, wait, there's the best one. It's on the bottom. Did I just see you standing on the corner with a sign asking for money like an hour ago? 26 comments. I forgot that one was a sneak attack.
Wait,
I
go
gotta go back.
Whoa, what was that foot? Oh,
Blister.
Oh
It's a
my
blister.
God,
I want to find that one. I forgot to.
wait, you got the teddy bear? Oh, okay.
It's gone. It was like a suggestion.
Here it
You
is.
got it.
Did I just see you standing on the corner with a sign asking for money? Question mark.
Like an
hour ago.
I'm trying to get
This is
your
someone
attention.
else posting on her page. So
Yo. She replied, yes. I made $3 and went and got a cig now at the mall drinking Taco Bell. Taco Bell.
My sign said looking for work.
made $3. My sign and looking for work
She
is the
made
only
$3.
thing on that comment.
She made $3. She went down to fucking church.
Yeah, but that's
Street
why
and
she gets so
bought a
many
Lucy.
deals. You know, like she has to get the deals because she's only making $3 on the signs. You know?
Yeah.
I'm trying to hopefully get a job, pay bills. I use the money that I make for a drink or clothes, hygiene products, and household needs. Oh, yeah, this is the
5
one.
comments down. You're doing good, hon.
Great.
You're doing good,
great.
hon.
That is
What I was
actually
going to say, there was a post where this person, I actually could probably pull that one up because it was pretty fucked. This person was like, can I just say it already? Kylie is a fucking retard.
Yeah.
And it was like somebody posted that on their own page and then tagged her in it and started a whole shitstorm.
Oh, boy.
And like, apparently Kylie, who's
pretty awesome.
pretty awesome, pretty sick,
She's a cool guy.
cool,
Cool girl.
part of the was like out on the
Previously a
street,
cool guy.
out on the street, like begging for tampons, like panhandling for tampons, which I thought was strange because like,
Why?
It's sad.
Why is
but
it
she
strange?
doesn't have a vagina.
Oh, yeah. I
Well,
forgot.
not yet.
That part
I mean,
totally
you gotta
slipped
stock.
me.
You gotta stock up, right?
Well,
Not if you're a dude.
Well, yeah. But what happens when eventually you make the change and then
you don't have a period though with the fake
but it
vagina.
makes- you feel more
also,
comfortable,
I
dude.
don't think you have to stock up. I don't think it's like diapers.
No, you get like
yeah, but it makes you feel more comfortable.
No, you have to
makes
get like a
you feel more
dilator.
womanly.
You have to get like a dilator.
I don't think so.
Also, tampons are disgusting.
Yeah.
You know, will you look up who invented those? You know it's a dude. That's a definite, like,
yeah, for sure.
that's a dude going, oh, what? You're leaking from your vagina? I don't understand
It
that.
was a dude.
Yeah,
1929.
it was Earl
Yeah, for
Haas.
sure it was a dude.
Earl Haas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a dude that didn't understand what was going on. Oh, let's just jam a cotton dick up there and
That's
keep
yeah.
it there.
He's like, jam something in there, please.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep going through this because I wanted to show.
Yeah, it's that.
Oh, this one was funny. Somebody
Okay.
posted this on her wall.
Oh, wow. What?
Oh
People
my
are
God.
making memes about this.
Okay, for anybody
Already.
listening, we're looking at the greatest thing I've ever
Someone's
seen on
ahead of the
planet.
fucking game here.
So this girl we're talking about is Kylie, who went from Kyle to Kylie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And has Monster versus White Claw. Kyle versus
yeah.
Kylie. Genius.
That's pretty cool.
Absolutely genius. The fake purse and fake
There's
glasses.
the bike. The bike is pretty sick.
Go back to the slime. Go back to the slime. Baby girl is going to be on the road with the bucket of slime or the bottle of slime. She's gotta fix her tire.
Insane. I just
Dude, I just don't know like the mindset.
I
Like,
don't
how do you-
understand. Yeah, that's the thing is it's like almost a case study because I
Okay, you
really
got-
don't fucking get it. Like
got
I just
coupon.
I don't get
Second day, $1 for
why
everything. Only
why
paid for the drink.
you
We saw this.
why
one.
you go to all these places and you buy Baja Blast in big gulps and you smoke cigarette butts that you find on the street and you take pictures of your bike and you take the same selfie and you post 6 of the same selfie and then you apply for jobs and then you panhandle and then when
Well-
you don't get the job you go to the Social Security office and then you threaten people on I don't see I wish I had they're way far back because the first time we did this we didn't realize it was going to be a bit every episode. There was a
How do
post.
you- I just don't like. Here's the thing: she's making barely any money on these crazy fucking like schemes that she comes up with, but the thing is, she does such a good job of nailing like all these deals and shit. You know, she's getting like she's paying like $1 for her McDonald's. You know, like she's saving a bunch of money. It's like if you're not making money, you got to do that. But
Yeah.
she's good at it. You know, I gotta say that she's impressive as far as
Props.
as
You
far
know,
as like
she's living her best life.
trimming the fat. You know,
There we go.
that one's cool too. Undie
Oh
Party.
my goodness, you can see her dick.
Yeah. I think we brought this one up with Aaron.
Yeah.
Yo.
You don't have to zoom in on the
I'm
penis.
so glad I'm not looking at the TV. Over here zooming in on the dick, bro.
But it's just
Is that Cecil?
No, I don't remember where this was. This one's not Kylie, but it's a 9/11 memorial thing. But it's a guy at the zoo staring at a lion. I
Yeah.
thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's nothing going on in there, but
Look,
like,
I gotta say that she doesn't look that much like a girl.
no.
No.
So, you know.
Yeah, no.
And I'm also wondering how she's gonna get the money to get her dick cut off. You know.
Panhandling.
Sign on the corner. Whoa, what do we got going on here? What up, ma?
That one's a classic.
That one,
Yeah.
yeah, because
She
she
pulled that
shared,
off
she
Google.
shared that one, yeah.
So yeah.
I don't know. It's just crazy.
Oh my god. That is a monster tattoo.
Yeah.
On the forearm.
Yeah, but it's a monster assault tattoo.
I know,
That's
it's
the
right.
best part.
She has to
Oh
get
my
that changed,
God.
right? Because she's not.
It has to be a
Kyle
White
anymore.
Claw logo now.
I am not ashamed that I can recognize the monster logo from
No,
the
didn't we
bottom
know?
inch
Didn't
of one.
who pointed that out the first time? Was that when we had Aaron on? I'm pretty sure I looked up the logo, right? I was like, pretty sure that's a monster.
That's it for
definitely
sure.
is a
It's a
monster logo.
really bad one. It doesn't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that was the other thing was somebody made a thing about how she's always at McDonald's or restaurants and eating, but then still goes to like soup kitchens and all that. Like
Yeah, I was gonna say.
like there's
she
a
got
very
that-
strange like
Pattern of like how
of-
much she can spend and shit, like her spending pattern.
like she gets all this money and then spend, and then all of a sudden shelter.
then
or
she's
food
wondering.
pantry.
Right.
Yeah. Then she's wondering why she's like holding a sign and shit. You know.
Just getting home from
Oh, look
Trex
at that
today.
fingernail.
Oh,
I know, dude. I thought mine were bad.
It looks like some of her fingers.
Oh
are
yeah,
missing.
and this happened the other day.
how'd you get beat up?
Yep. Three black
black
teenagers tried to take baby girl today. Some amazing gentleman saw everything and told me jump in his car. After running down the road and he jumped out and saved baby girl, I gave him a hug while he was driving and knives were pulled out and I called the police while running. Didn't say anything on the phone, but they tracked my location. I waved them down and made a police report pressing charges. The officers couldn't find them, but still looking if anyone saw anything. Please call the Syracuse PD. Happened on Sunset Ave near Solar Street near Destiny, USA. Thank you. Happened around 10:30ish p.m. That's a man, though. Like that. That's you're not breaking character right there. Like,
No, that's breaking character right there.
or yeah, you are breaking character. You're not. Yeah, it's
I mean, so is that. That looks like a dude from the 80s, right?
that.
They all do.
Oh shit, the ice cream
Is that the
truck.
ice cream truck?
Yeah.
Wow.
I can hear it.
That just made my day.
It's hilarious.
But yeah, anyway, that's her. I'm kind of done. I'm fucking sick of it.
Yeah, I mean, what else can you say, you know?
Some people.
Yeah, it's just it's interesting. It's interesting, and it almost feels like it's our fault because I feel like ever since we started following it,
She definitely has.
Ever since we started,
It's been a downhill
talking about
spiral.
the
Yeah,
show,
yeah.
it gets worse and worse.
It does snowball, it seems like.
It's like almost a bit, like it's almost a joke.
Yeah, maybe she's just playing a character, you know?
There
Maybe
might
it's
be some
maybe she's
mental
still
health issues. Going on here.
well, maybe
Might
she's still
be.
Kyle, and she's just playing like a character. You know what I mean? She's just
She's
character
lost
all
in
the time.
transition.
She's cosplay.
Yeah,
You ever seen that show?
yeah,
That show is amazing.
yeah.
Do you know that show, Jake?
Nope.
You don't know that show?
Is
All
it
right.
transphobic?
It's
No.
Oh.
No.
it's
It is.
about that.
It's
though.
called Lost in Transition. It'll be these people that have been married, happy family, normal family, been together maybe 20 years, 10, 20. No, there's no like 7 years, 5-year marriages. These are all long, 12 to
Until-
20-year marriages.
until one day.
The guy decides, I'm a woman now. It's time. I haven't been comfortable. And sometimes this dude hasn't been comfortable the entire marriage.
Right.
For 15 years, this guy's been putting on a lie, and he decides now, people are starting to accept it. It's getting, less stigmatized. I'm coming out. I'm a woman. And he changes.
See,
and
I
his
think-
wife flips shit because her whole world is fucked now.
Yeah, no
Upside
kidding.
down.
And I think when that happens, I think you're full of shit, right? Because
Maybe.
you've gone for that long. Like, how about don't do that?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're actually fucking something
be
else.
yourself.
Yeah.
Man.
How about don't do that?
Yeah. Just fucking.
Like, I never even understood, like, for some people, I get it. Like, if someone's gay or something, coming out to their family, maybe their family doesn't approve of it or
Right.
whatever, but it's like, dude, okay, but you're still gay. So how
Yeah.
about just
Yeah.
say that you are?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, when you came out to your parents, like, what did they say?
My dad told me that he wasn't gonna stop and told me that.
Like, so like, you had to sit him down, right? You sat
I was
down
like,
with him.
Dad. I go, Dad. Look, I know you and I really enjoy putting stuff in my butt,
Right.
but I gotta tell you, I'm straight. Like, we gotta cut it out,
And so,
And so he was like, "Well,
Is this a bit? What is
he's
going on
like,
here?
well, until you move out, I'm gonna keep putting stuff inside you while you sleep."
he mentioned that
At least
to me,
you're
actually.
asleep.
Yeah, I had to
Yeah,
pretend though, because if I was awake, he'd get very aggressive.
Yeah, I remember when he was talking to me about it, and I wasn't going to say anything, but he did say he was going to keep putting.
He mentioned
things
it to my dad at the Bills game first.
in. Yeah.
He was like, Jake, check out that. Seth said this. He goes, check out that girl's ass. And my dad was like, what?
Just like that.
That's a total bit.
Yeah.
Can I suck on that?
That's CBD.
All right.
Enjoy.
Kind of wish it to be nicotine.
Same.
But I don't know. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, dude, just like, I feel like at this point, it's like enough people get it to the point where it's like, just kind of come out and say it,
I think what's crazy, and I know that there's definitely people I know that have come out and that like weren't accepted.
But the thing is, if people think differently of you, you shouldn't give a shit about those people anyway, because obviously they're kind of assholes, right? Like,
Right, but I was gonna say a lot of the people I know that came out, it was like nobody cares anymore. Maybe if it was
Yeah.
like 15 or 20 years ago, it would be a bit more of an issue.
yeah.
But it's I don't know. I don't.
Now
Really,
it's like-
I can't really have an opinion because I never had to do anything like that. I've never had an internal conflict. Like the biggest internal conflict I ever had was telling people that I tried to kill myself once. But all my closest friends knew about that anyway. So when I eventually told a lot of people, it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah. Whoa.
Unprofessional.
From Clinton, what's IA?
Answer it. Let's hear him.
It's Iowa.
Is it Iowa?
Yeah. Did you answer it?
No, I'm not going to answer it. Are you sure? Why would I answer a phone call from Clinton,
Maybe
Iowa?
they'll call me.
Yeah.
I should send him a text and be like, call Jake.
Can't talk right now. Call Jake 315.
I don't know who the hell would be calling me from Iowa. You know, I get like every once in a while I do get those random calls just from like different states. It's like, what are they? They're obviously trying to get something out of you, you know?
Yeah.
It's like I did not. I have no connections in Iowa.
I got one from like India the other day or something.
That's a good spot.
I was
know?
Oh,
I was like, there's no way.
I saw this fucking. I was driving up to Fairhaven the other day. We stopped at Fast Track on the west side. There was a dude who came around the corner, and he was on a bike. So similar to a Kylie situation.
Okay.
And he, those.
keep talking.
Okay.
No, I don't know if we can. You're picking
just start
shit out
pulling
of your
belly button land out of his-
Lint, dude. Sorry.
I know it's
So, keep talking.
Just keep going.
He, those fucking cigarette things that like those big stands that they stand up, they had a little hole in them, so you ash in them or whatever.
Oh yeah.
They have one at the bar.
Like a giant, like a hotel cigarette ashtray.
Yeah.
They have them at the bar. Yeah.
It was out in
I
front
want one
of,
for my house. Andy Harris used to have one at his house that was sick.
They
Like
are
this tall.
Yeah, they're a pain in the ass to empty. So
Yeah, bro. They weigh so much.
yeah.
I don't know how he got it upstairs.
Yeah.
Well, his was like, I don't know.
Is that when you lived at the trap house?
Oh yeah.
I was working at the
Still.
college one time, and I had to fucking like clean out like 8 of those and bring them like down a set of stairs to get them to the fucking
Fuck that.
like janitor closet or whatever. Yeah, it sucked. But anyway, this dude walks around the corner like with his bike. You know how you kind of like
Yeah.
you kind of like walk, you like paddle with your
Yeah.
legs. And he fucking picks up the thing and like opens it and like looks in the bottom of it. So he's like looking around for like butts and shit.
On a motorcycle?
No, he was on a bike. He was on a bicycle, like a Kylie bike.
Bikes.
And so he looks around in it a couple of times, sees nothing, puts it back on, and then some other dude walks out of Fast Track, and the kid asks him like, "Hey, do you have a cigarette I can bum or whatever?" And so I could tell immediately that he was like clearly looking for anything, any cigarette to smoke at all. And this dude's like, no, and he keeps walking, and then he stops, like dead in his tracks. And the kid's like, or no, he turns around and asks the kid like, he like gives him like $2 or some shit, like $1. And then they had some weird conversation back and forth, like, and I felt like he was like, no, this isn't enough. Like, I can't get cigarettes with $1. Like, what are you talking about? Like, he was trying to haggle more money out of the guy.
Oh my
still.
God.
And so the dude like yells to his friend in the car. He's like trying to like, I don't know, like I have no idea what this whole situation was about. Like maybe they were trying to get together more money to give this kid for fucking cigarettes. Like what is going on here? I didn't know if they knew each other or what was
Right.
going on. But I feel like if you're like at that point where you're pulling those fucking cigarette things apart, trying to find butts or whatever,
Yeah.
like,
You don't even want to talk to this
why
guy.
don't at that point it's like, oh, Freddie Mercury.
You got it. You got Freddy.
Freddie Mercury.
I just feel like it's like, take the $1 first of all, because you're winning right now. You're in the green.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're
That's the
ahead.
dollar
Quit
you
while you're
didn't
ahead.
have.
Yeah, he made some cash. I mean, I guess. I mean, I didn't see how it ended, but I would have liked to. It was a good situation, but I just feel like, first of all, I don't know why the guy gave him $1 because it's not going to help.
Right.
Unless he was thinking like, here's $1, go pay someone else $1 for a cigarette,
Yeah.
But then it's like weird, like you're making too much out of it. Just give him a cigarette, you know what I mean? Because he had a cigarette. He definitely did because he started smoking one afterwards.
That's the best.
That's awesome.
That happened to me once. I was walking over from the Sting, and there was this fucking.
That's amazing.
It's so weird.
Hey, let me get a cigarette. No, I'll give you $1.
Here's $1. I think the
Go
kid
find
literally
someone
was
else.
like he asked the kid. No, the kid was like, "Oh, this isn't like enough or whatever." And then the other dude was like, "Well, how much is is a pack or whatever, and the kid was like, I remember him saying like 17 something. Like I could read his lips. Like he was saying, he needed like 17 or some shit. I was like, first of all, cigarettes are never $17. I don't think
There's some packs that are
you probably could get
Nat
close.
Shermans.
Yeah, you could probably get. They're probably like 10 or like 12 or something. You're gonna pay. I would imagine.
A pack of Marb Smooths is like $10.80. That's what I smoke.
I just couldn't believe that the kid was like trying to get more money out of this dude. Like, it's like the dude gave you $1 at least. You know, you're lucky to at least get $1.
Do you get nicotine withdrawals if you don't have a cigarette? Do you get withdrawals? Like how long can you go without a cigarette before
I don't think I go long enough to start withdrawing because then I just want to. Like right now, I really want a cigarette because we're talking about cigarettes.
Yeah,
and
same.
it's been like an hour.
Yeah.
So he just chain smokes them anyway.
How many do you have?
Right now?
Yeah.
Like how many do I have? A lot of cigarettes.
Can I have
give
one?
you a
All right, let's
cigarette.
go have cigarettes, dude. Yeah.
Well,
All right.
Let's all
well,
go
like
get addicted.
as soon as he goes, I wish it was nicotine in a jewel. I was like, yeah, me too. But I got CBD because I don't know. I like it.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, it is good.
It's way more convenient.
My ear was feeling weird, and now I feel good.
There you go.
Fixed your ear.
Well,
yeah.
I've been swimming. I think I have swimmer's ear right now. I've been fucking jumping off a bunch of shit lately, every day.
Like a toolbox.
Just jumping off of things.
I did like a 65 the other day. I did a 65-foot cliff, and yeah, I got out of the water, and
Yeah,
you don't really have balance. Kind of sometimes when you get swimmer's ear, you get water trapped in behind
the canal.
Yeah,
wax.
you got to get it out of the canal.
And I always have like kind of heavy wax going on my ears because I have this fucked up weird ear.
Why don't you get a different ear? Or like what you should
Can't
do
get a
is
different
what
ear,
about
dude.
those
Okay. It's
what about those candles that you burn that like pull a bunch of wax out of your ears?
that doesn't work.
What the
I've
fuck?
heard that
Yeah.
doesn't work. And that's just any type of. You can just do that with a regular candle. Yeah.
You ever get your ears flushed at the
Actually, yeah,
doctor's
it might
office?
work. Like 3 times.
It's awesome.
It is amazing. It's so
Yeah.
good. I can't do it either. I do all the same shit they do. I can't do it.
There was one
That
time
seems
like,
so like satisfying.
like 3 years
It
ago.
is.
I
Have
put
you
in,
ever had it? Have you ever had like impacted wax in your ear?
No.
I've had it 3 times. They take warm water and this like a fucking turkey baster. No, it's like a syringe, but it's the size of a turkey baster, and they just go straight into your ear with hot water, and you lay kind of back on the side, and they have a little
and it
bowl
just
that
falls
catches the
out.
shit, and it just goes whoosh, whoosh, and you
Damn.
yeah, bro, you hear it like if you had water in your ear and you were like this, and you hear it go
Jesus
like that.
Christ.
That's what it sounds
Yeah,
like.
you
and
would
it's
hear it, like, open up,
It
yeah.
is.
It's the best feeling.
It's like coming, dude.
Yeah, it really
Because
is.
if you're at the ER for that shit, you haven't been hearing right for a couple days.
Yeah.
And you walk out of there and you're like, bro, I can hear what
Hear
they're ordering at
everything.
McDonald's
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, you could hear what that dude, what the conversation was between those
yeah,
dudes.
it's insane. At first, you can literally hear air
Yeah.
because there's no wax in your ears, and wax will cover up that sound. You can hear the fucking air moving.
That's
You're like,
hilarious.
whoa.
It's like-
I thought I was Superman, bro. I started running. It got louder. I was like, it's definitely
you start
the air.
flying and shit.
I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, that's all it takes is cleaning out your ears, and then you have
Yeah.
superpowers.
I had that. I was actually still hanging out. You were still living on Van Buren Street when this happened. I had swimmer's ear and I had eardrops, and I had my mom put them in for me. And I was like deaf for like a week. She put in like way too many of these eardrops.
Oh, really?
We were supposed to do like
fill
one.
my ear every time.
It was like supposed to be like 1 or 2 drops, and she was putting
really?
in like full plungers of
Earfuls.
it,
Yeah.
and she did it like 3 times, and it just literally just
Well, that's
It
the
just
thing.
loosened
out.
up all the wax and dropped it into your
yeah.
ear.
You can't just plunge once, though. You know what I mean? Like once you.
So
Yeah.
it took like 10 days of me bitching about it. I was like, I can't hear out of this ear, so I don't know what the fuck you guys want me to do. They were all fucking with me about it whenever we were hanging out. It was fucking bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
I was deaf for like a week and a half out of my left ear, dude.
Yo, that's happening to me. And people will fuck with you. People sit on that side of you on purpose, and they'll be like, "Hey, what's up, dude?"
Yeah.
And for like 5 minutes, and you have no idea they're talking.
I like when you have water in your ear for like a day, and then eventually it comes out, and it's warm. Like you can like feel
Dude,
the
imagine
warm
that,
water
but it's a
happens.
turkey baster full of water, and that's flushing your ears.
Yeah. And instead of water coming out, you have earwax pieces that are the size of this, bro.
For real.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
For real.
Like, take a candy wrapper, roll it up. That's how big.
That's pretty fucking
Like
crazy.
pebbles popping out of your ear. And you get to see them after. And
Yeah,
I
you
had
get to
one
keep
that was...
them?
No.
Do you get to keep 'em?
I had
Oh,
one that was
Jesus.
black.
Yep.
That's awesome.
It's from all those fucking cigarettes you smoke.
In my ears.
Yeah. He's like smoking 2 through his ear and then puffing on 1 in his mouth.
Oh.
Yeah, you can do that. It's just really, it takes a lot of practice.
Well, you know,
I don't think you can do that.
I really enjoy, like,
You can smoke them with your vagina.
Can you?
I've watched it.
I think anything you can pull.
I'm not gonna say I haven't watched it. No.
well,
I
any
saw a
person-
video that was like, lady smokes cigar at her vagina, and you don't not click on that.
Yeah, of course.
I was like, that's not. You can't do that. I was researching, bro. It was
well, I
scientific.
would imagine it's easier with your ass. I know there's a lot of people who
Yeah,
can
it's
pull
definitely
in farts,
easier with your ass.
You know what
We've
I mean?
all seen Steve-O and
Yeah.
Jaws fucking butt chug.
Well, that's what I mean. If you can pull in a fart and to get like, there's people that can charge it up. You know, like they can charge up their.
Oh
farts
yeah,
and
yeah. Like that
used to
guy
be
in
able to do
Jackass
that.
with it.
so if you can pull in, you know, you can drag off a cigarette. It's that easy.
Yeah, in your ass. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. And it would probably
you
absorb.
would get so buzzed.
Yeah, you'd get so cancer. You know?
You get double cancer. You get
would.
colon cancer.
Yeah. Especially you should pull the filters off too. That's the cool part.
you just put a lucky
Yeah,
strike in your
I
ass.
can't be doing that. My colon cancer runs in my family. I can't be smoking them on my asshole.
No,
Sorry, I
no,
lost my grandma.
She smoked it out of her asshole.
No, she just had colon cancer.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
No, I don't think.
you don't
As
think-
far as I know, I don't think she was smoking cigarettes
I
out of
was
her
gonna say,
asshole.
you don't think like the asshole smoking pushed it along a little bit, you know?
No. She was a physical trainer. I don't think she'd do it.
Do you think
She was
there
training
ever,
people
like,
physically to smoke cigarettes with their assholes.
Do you ever think like certain animals are?
Addicted to nicotine?
Yeah. Does that happen?
I doubt it.
I don't know.
Can animals get addicted to chemicals like humans can?
Well, I imagine.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
Like if you like if you're a dog that lives with a smoker and they quit, I wonder if there's like an impact, you know.
Let's try that. Let's just blow all of our cigarette smoke in a dog's face for like
I
2
know.
weeks.
I know a newborn. Jesse lives with this kid. He's got a young dog.
Jared?
Yep, and he smokes in his house. So there's one dog that
Well,
we
we
can have
know-
it. Maybe we can have him quit in about 5 years when the dog's 5.
Right.
So the dog will.
You have to
live
wean
its
him
first-
off of it.
Yeah.
You got to wean him off of it. Like let him just. Like,
And he says, "Oh, the dog doesn't breathe any smoke. He's too low to the ground. It's a little dog. It's
the dog's like
he's
wearing
like smoke
nicotine.
rises, bro.
The
I'm
dog's-
like, no, it does not.
You're giving the dog like nicotine gum and like nicotine patches and shit. You just.
I'm
He's
like,
got
bro,
patches.
your dog is breathing smoke. He's like, nah, bro, it's too low to the ground. The smoke rises. I'm like, it also fucking osmosis John Bones Joneses, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Spreads out.
Yeah, it does. That's the difference. Is vapor.
That's so stupid.
Drops.
Because like, I remember when after I was done living with Janie, I cleaned my computer. Even though my computer was low to the ground and I smoked my cigarettes obviously at my desk, dude, my computer was fucking gunked up.
Yeah.
And I only
Yeah.
lived there for like 4 months.
Yeah,
I've
I think
seen.
I think they make a thing for computers.
Yeah,
like
I'm sure.
shells.
You have to, almost.
Yeah.
It has to be ventilated too, though. That's the thing. Like I've seen plenty of like Reddit posts where they'll open it up and they're a smoker, but it looks
Roasted.
like it's a carpet.
Yeah,
like
it wasn't.
looks like a
Mine
carpet.
wasn't that bad.
It's fucking
but
disgusting.
Mine was bad. It was just thick dust.
That's what it basically. Yeah. like-
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the ones I've seen, it literally just looks like fucking like insulation.
Yeah.
Like
Ugh.
oh yeah, I gotta look it up. It's
so
fucking
gross.
so nasty.
It basically like. I can't even like. It's like moss, like or some shit. Like
Yeah. Ugh.
it's like orange moss.
Is that Stone Cold over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just glassing.
Yeah,
Just making sure. It's just glassing.
Yeah, I mean, of course it's Stone Cold. What's that? What did he do? What's that? What is it?
What the fuck?
Did he
How'd
just...
that play through the headphones?
He's close to the
I don't know
microphone.
what that was though.
I believe you do know what that was. Subliminal, dude.
That wasn't the porn.
Pull up some scat porn, bro.
Ballpark, how much porn do you have on your phone right now? Like gigs wise.
What do you mean have? Do you download porn?
Of course he does, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. Why?
He wants it to, I mean, it's easier when he's on...
Just in case it gets deleted?
If I'm at work.
Well, no, it's because, yeah, like if he's on data or whatever, he doesn't use up
too.
his data.
Okay.
Probably not that much. Do pictures count?
Do you jerk off at
Sure.
other places besides your house?
I
Of course
have.
he does, yeah.
Okay.
I haven't jerked off at the hospital,
Late.
but I have jerked off at every other place I've worked.
Right. Well, you got to break it in sometime, you know?
Yeah. I haven't jerked off here, surprisingly.
Really?
Really? Have I?
You're surprised.
Oh. I thought he
I don't
did.
think I have.
You're surprised that
think I
Jake hasn't
jerked
jerked
off
off
here.
in your
Yeah, I
house
kind of
before?
am. Yeah,
Is
you
he,
wouldn't
have you
be?
stayed the night here?
I've never stayed the night
No.
here.
And you're surprised
You wouldn't
he
be
hasn't
surprised that he...
I jerked off at his place before I moved in there when I took a shower. Every time I took a shower.
That's what I mean. I would have thought you would have done
Okay.
that.
That's
Yeah.
fine. In the shower, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a good
I've jerked
spot.
off in 2 different churches.
I couldn't jerk off at someone's house.
Really? It's easy. I've
Yeah,
jerked
you
off
just-
at every single house Wes has lived in.
That's
Okay.
cool.
Fun
I've
fact.
jerked off at if I've spent the night at your house, I've probably jerked off at your house.
Right.
That's
a
that's
fact.
the only way you can sleep. You know, like you gotta do that first.
I can sleep without jerking off.
It's because you're a normal person. You know.
Yeah, I guess.
I can sleep without jerking off too. I just don't.
Can you go a couple days without
Oh
jerking
yeah.
off? Okay.
No, I really
Okay.
can. It's,
Okay.
It's
You just
like-
backed up though, like the
Yeah, I do.
PSI.
It's
the
bad.
PSI.
Dude, I do
It gets so- it
truly
gets
believe that, like, dudes need to jerk off or come. Like, it needs to happen. Once you get that build up, you're not thinking right. And then, dude, I can't tell you how many things I would have just not done if I'd have just jerked off. Just get that evil out of me, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
I would say probably maybe not that much because it's a lot of it is like webums
Right.
or photos. So maybe a gigabyte out of photos. I don't know,
12.
a couple hundred.
Right.
You know, vintage.
Couple hundred
pictures.
photos?
Yeah, like vintage pictures and celebrity leaks and
Yeah.
you know like old Playboy sets.
The ones you gotta hold on to just in case they disappear or whatever. You know.
Okay.
And then, like, for webums, it's usually, like, 4chan stuff, like amateur porn.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can come quick, you know? Like,
Sure.
yeah.
Okay.
If you have to, you know.
Yeah. Like, I jerked off before you picked me up. Before I left for Burned Area, I jerked off.
Right. There's a pretty there's a level of focus too. Like if you focus enough,
It has to
you
be...
Oh,
go ahead. It has to be at least, like, once every few days.
Yeah, I
At
can't
least, like,
get
once
that.
every 4...
Okay.
yeah.
I jerk off a ton when I'm hungover, though. That's like, for some
You're
reason...
trying to get it all out, you know.
For some reason, when I'm like really hungover, I'll jerk off, pass out, jerk off, pass out, and then when I wake up the third time and jerk off, I drink a bunch of water, take a shower, I'm set. I don't know why. I read online that when you masturbate and you orgasm, the endorphins helps with a hangover. Don't know if that's real or not, but that's what I've read.
Yeah,
It works
I would
for me.
imagine.
Works for me. Having
sense.
sex or jerking off is like the best thing you can do for a hangover. Besides like not being hungover or drink fluids.
I think like drinking Gatorade or something would be better, but
I'll do like
Seems
when I'm
like
really
kind of
bad, I'll
weird.
do like Pedialyte with 2 men's 1 a day vitamins.
yeah.
And I'll slam that.
I don't get hungover enough to know any of that really, you know.
Yeah, I don't. I've never been hungover.
I get hangovers, but it's usually like for some reason it's only if I'm drinking beer.
Yeah.
Like the other night, were you out?
It's probably because
We ran into each other the other night. That's when we scheduled this, like Monday
Yeah.
night or Tuesday night.
Something like that.
Tuesday night. I had fucking 7 double gin and tonics, and I was only out for 3 hours.
I feel like if you're
That's
drinking
intense.
beer, you're drinking a lot more in general. Like
Yeah.
just the amount is significantly higher.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
woke up Wednesday at like 9 in the morning. Fine. I didn't go to bed till like 4.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hammered. Wake up. Fine. Because it was just liquor. I don't know.
Yeah. I think I always think it's not as bad if it's liquor. But it's like, it also, if you're fucking hungover off of liquor, it's almost a different hangover too than it is if you're just drinking straight beer. I feel like if I'm drinking straight beer, I don't want to eat any food the next day. If I drink like 13 beers and then just fall asleep or try to fall asleep, the worst is when you're laying down and you have the spins and you're like, yeah, I know I'm fucking for
Dude,
sure.
the worst.
Or you wake up like a half hour later and then you puke.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, I feel fine.
The worst hangover I had was a few weeks ago, and it was like a night that I wish I could. Well, it's a night that I'm glad I forgot. I went to a family cookout, and I had like 3 or 4 margaritas,
Yeah.
and I took a cab to the bar from there. I don't remember anything after. Like, I remember I went to work the next morning, and I was kind of hungover, like I knew I drank. I went to work the next morning, and all of a sudden at like 8, Tim texts me. And he's like, dude, you never called me when you got home. Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, why? He goes, you blacked out last night, and I had to walk you home. I go, what are you talking about? Apparently, when I thought I took a cab back to my house. That's the last thing I remember was getting in the cab. Leaving my grandma's and getting in the cab.
Wow.
And I
Go to the bar?
Apparently, I took the cab to the bar, yeah. But I don't remember going to the bar at all. I went to Old City. I went to Toucans, which I never do. I went to the Sting. Realized I left all my my headphones and shit at Old City and grabbed them and then went back to the Sting.
When you were with Janie the other night?
No. This was like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
4 weeks ago.
I was going to say, you were definitely not blacked out
No.
when I saw you.
No, I was fine.
I was like, that is fucking scary. If you can just be that functional and
Right.
be blacked out,
Right, yeah.
like be the same exact
That
person,
takes
bro.
practice. I think years of practice.
Yeah,
really.
that would be fucking scary.
I've had one functional blackout night.
Right. Well, that's
And it
because
was-
you've had chances, you know.
Do you know what makes you black out? It's when there's so much alcohol in your blood that it gets to your brain, and your brain starts sending signals, or your body starts sending signals to your brain because it knows that there's about to be that much alcohol up there, and it goes, yo, there's a couple things that you don't need to be doing because we're in such a critical state right now that you don't need to remember anything and you don't need judgment or to think. So we're just going to stop doing that.
and send all the focus
All
on...
we're going to focus is movement and breathing. That's all we're going to do.
Let's send everything to the vitals. You know?
The brain is going to shut down. We're done with the brain right now. We don't need that. We just need your heart to pump and your lungs to swell.
Yeah.
And as long as that's going on, keep going, bro.
So I was gonna say, you know what's
Keep
funny
going,
is
bro.
the nights where I've blacked out.
You can't get any drunker than that.
No.
You can only die.
I mean, you can try.
You can only go into a coma.
I've blacked out maybe 10 times ever.
That is scary, bro.
Yeah.
That
But I've
legitimately
also,
changes
that's
your brain
10
for the rest of your
That's
life.
10 times more than I've blacked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, same
It happens
here.
like once every 6 months, I think.
That affects your brain.
No,
Yeah, that's
I've,
fine.
I've browned out.
That's the thing, though, is I either black out
Or you brown out.
or I don't. No, I don't brown out. I never.
What's brown out again? I know the term.
It's when
but I
everything
don't-
goes
I don't remember.
brown.
Wait, no, it's not.
No, it's like when you're like half between them. It's like
Yeah.
when you remember bits and pieces, you know?
Yeah.
Is that from Workaholics?
Yeah.
It's from Sunny.
Maybe even.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe even
Yeah.
10 is too many because I don't think I blacked out that many times. Like I know
That
I
leaves a lasting. I really hope it's not 10, bro.
I don't think
it's
it's
10.
Yeah, you
I
should
think
try
it'd
and
be
keep that number down.
I
you
know I
for
blacked
sure.
out a few weeks ago. And I blacked out one Christmas.
Okay. Fuck Christmas anyway.
Yeah.
We're too old for Christmas. let's
He
be
was
honest.
really decking the
It
halls.
was like
dude.
2 years ago.
He was jingling his bells.
Too much eggnog, bud.
I blacked out. I'm trying to. I've never. Oh, and I blacked out once when I was living with my parents because I was hanging out with like a 56-year-old dude and his nephew, and we were
What else
just
are you gonna
hammering
do?
shots of vodka.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because like
Do you want a shot of vodka?
right now? Sure.
All
The
right.
the thing. Wait, do you really have vodka?
Yeah.
You have Tito's.
Let's do it. I am for sure gonna need a cigarette after this.
The nights that I've gotten in the most trouble, like the night where I almost got arrested for pissing behind the Lincare building, like I wasn't even that drunk. Like I was just
Lincare
pretty
is
drunk.
by Price Chopper.
No, it's right there.
Oh,
Literally right
right
there.
down the
It's like
hill,
at the
yeah.
bottom of the hill. I left here after something.
Oh, yeah.
I told you the story, right?
I don't know.
I have shot glasses right now. I do have that glass.
I'm
we
not
can
gonna.
use.
I'm not gonna tell the story live. And again, I've told that story like 8 times. Basically, I got caught pissing, and like I freaked out, and I like recited every single piece of my personal information to the police officer, and he was like, "All right, you just got to go home." Like I gave him my address, my phone number,
That
my
is
dad's phone
hilarious.
number, my
That's
my workplace phone number, my social security number, my date of birth. I literally did all that before he even
You
asked
gave
me anything.
your like Reddit account and shit.
It was
That
fun.
is the weirdest.
It was. I was like, I'm conscious. I just really had to pee. Like I'm not that drunk. I dumped out. I had a fucking Four Loko in my coat. Like it was in a.
Did
Fucking,
he see you dump it up?
It was in a thermos. Yeah, he asked me to dump it out, but he thought I had a gun on me because I had that fucking vape. He's like, "What's that in your pocket? Is that a weapon?" I go, "No, it's a vape."
You should have said, "Yeah, it's a gun."
It's like,
Make a sudden movement immediately.
Jesus Christ.
What, this? And you pull it out and hold it like this.
He still wouldn't shoot you.
No, you just hold it like that, so it looks like you're covering up the handle.
Oh my god. Yeah, he wouldn't shoot you unless you were black. That's how that works.
Yeah.
well, it was nighttime, so
Or unless you had a toy train.
Okay.
I don't get that one.
Remember that? There was a story a couple years ago where some black kid, like a little kid, like pulled out like a toy train or some shit and got shot, and they made fun of it
You're
on
thinking
Sunny.
of a Sunny episode.
No, they made fun of that on Sunny because it was that was the topic of like that time or whatever.
Yeah.
But some black kid pulled out a toy train, he held it up in the air, and they thought it was a gun, so they shot him.
That's an episode of Sunday, dude. Yeah, how do you?
I know that's an
Oh,
episode of Sunny.
okay.
I didn't know it was real.
Oh yeah.
That makes it even funnier.
Yeah. I thought
That's
you
what they
had
were-
no
that
idea
was-
what we were talking about.
That
I'm
was
like,
the
what?
reference. This is the first time we've done clear shots on clear shots. I think.
Maybe
Fucked me up. I totally meant to bring Kraken or something like
Yeah.
black.
Well, those aren't clear.
That's
that's the joke.
yeah. There we go.
No, we had vodka on when Mark was on, but it wasn't shots, I guess. It was mixed drinks.
Oh. Well, I don't have a shot glasses, so I'm just gonna do this and then pass it on.
Yeah, there we go. That's how that works.
Pass it along.
Yeah, I would say I've maybe blacked out like 3 times.
Ugh.
But that's the
That's
thing.
really
is, like,
bad, dude.
usually I've only blacked out if I was on something while I was drinking.
All right.
Like if I was on Xanax. I blacked out on Xanax like every time I did Xanax.
Yeah. Nobody. You don't know.
Nobody doesn't black out on Xanax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I would
I
take
know
it-
someone who got raped on Xanax. A guy that got raped, that got drugged with Xanax and raped.
That's cool.
And you know him too. I'll tell you when we go for a cigarette. Because, yeah.
I mean, yeah. People
Did it
don't
happen
really know.
recently?
No, we were like 16.
I thought
And she was like, 22. So it's totally fine.
that's totally
it's totally okay.
Man, dude, it like really.
We might have been
takes-
15. It was totally.
I think it really takes a fucking weird person to want to
rape someone? Yeah.
Yeah, like to even want to have sex with someone who's unconscious.
Yeah. And in high school when you're not.
Yeah, it feels like it wouldn't be that much fun. You know what I mean? Like, there's no interaction. There's
Right.
no like. You have to do all the work. You know,
Dude,
what I
even
mean?
with consent,
even regular sex. You know, like
no, I
Wait.
mean like,
Oh, you're saying if you had
Yeah,
consent to
like-
fuck someone while they were asleep?
yeah. Like if Katie,
I wouldn't even
if,
do
Kate, if
that.
Katie or Allie were like, I'm gonna take here's the deal. I'm gonna take a Xanax.
Oh,
and
way
and
worse.
chug a beer and pass out on the
Knocked
couch, and I need you to fuck me while I'm asleep.
right. I need you to do this. Well, I mean, I guess
I'd fucking move out. I think I'd move
I
out,
don't know,
bro.
though. If you need them to do it, it's like, whatever.
I would first say you don't need me
Yeah.
to do that. I don't. There's nothing mandating that.
Dude, there's people that'll like give people permission to rape them.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know if is that real. You're the person I look to for all this obscure law shit.
It's true.
It's
all
it's
real.
always
People do that.
swamp. That's
People
a
do
real
do
thing.
that.
You could sign like a waiver.
It's no, it's more
what
like a.
if, like what if we
No,
went
you
to
don't
like
need.
Buffalo Wild
You don't
Wings?
need a waiver. You just need to say that
It's just verbal
You just need to
consent.
consent. Yeah. You just
What if
need
we went
to
to Buffalo Wild Wings and yet we tried the atomic hot sauce and you had to sign the waiver for it? But instead of it being the waiver to have the hottest hot sauce, it's a waiver for us to rape you. Why don't we just do
That's
that?
what,
swap it out.
That's what the iTunes terms of service is.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the human centipede.
Yeah.
I need you to spread open your asshole in the shower and fart. Like that's
Yeah.
what it's gonna be. You ever tried that?
No.
You ever fart in the shower?
Yeah.
Next time you're in the
Sounds
shower,
interesting.
next time you're in the shower, spread your ass hole open as far as you can.
You don't
and
have
fart.
to do. You don't have to do
Dude.
that.
I'm not gonna remember this.
I'm gonna text you when you get home.
I mean, you don't have.
I don't fart enough.
What does that even mean?
I don't
you
fart
should-
need like in the shower.
Oh
You
well, I
only
was
need
gonna
to
say, I
fart
mean,
once.
Yeah. The problem is you got to work on that, like farting more often.
Yeah.
Okay.
How
I've
often
been farting a lot today.
How often do you fart a day usually?
I've farted 6 times since we started this podcast.
Do you think it's unhealthy if you
Just farted 30
just
seconds,
hold
yeah.
in farts? I would imagine it's not good for you.
It's
right?
not good for you. It's really bad for you.
Yeah, so for sure,
Yeah,
just
it's terrible.
flatulate. You
Why is
know?
it bad for
Yeah.
you? Is it because there's bacteria in your farts?
No, there's tons of bacteria all through your fucking. All that shit's good for
Through
you.
your colon, yeah.
No, it builds up pressure. It'll slow digestion, which isn't good. You slow digestion, you don't get as many nutrients because
I
it's
imagine-
not passing through all the cilia.
Yeah, it's like holding any of that shit in is probably bad
Yeah.
for you. It's
Yeah.
like, dude, like the same reason you wouldn't hold in a shit. You're not supposed to hold in a shit. It's like the reason your body's trying to get rid of it.
shit is because you get like toxic shock syndrome or something.
Well, that
Yeah,
could happen.
because you're the cilia, all that shit that's taking the nutrients out of your shit. If it just sits in one spot,
yeah,
then it gets it all real quick, and then it's just pulling shit.
Bad stuff.
Yeah.
it's like there's
That's
a
why it's
reason-
gotta-
Props on fucking cilia, dude. That's a blast.
Yeah,
It's a
cilia is
fucking-
the shit, bro.
cilia
I
is
got
the
none of it in my nose, so fuck that.
Yeah, dude.
It's good in your nose.
Shout out to
Real
Cilia.
good.
You know what I mean? If you're listening right now, come on the show. 'Cause,
Yeah, all fucking 850 trillion of you.
yeah, we'd really like. We'd really like to talk to you.
They'd be like inflatable tube bed.
Yeah. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing
Bottom
cilia.
line, the bottom line is that there's a reason your body's trying to push all that shit out.
I think
sure.
it's crazy that people have scat fetishes.
I love it.
We don't kink
Like,
shame. We don't.
McAfee or whatever. You know McAfee antivirus?
yeah, McAfee.
That guy pretty early on sold all that shit and moved to Belize, and he said, you know what? I got this nice fucking yard. I got this beautiful paradise. I'm going to take my hammock, cut a hole in it. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to get young, beautiful women to sit on it and shit in my mouth.
Oh yeah, I
And
heard
like
about that.
5 of them were like, yo, we're done with this, and told people on TV, and it was on TV.
But what are they gonna do at that point?
It's
It's
like, oh,
like-
he likes to do shit in my mouth.
yeah,
Or I shit in his mouth.
but
See,
like,
I can understand peeing on each other, like that's kind of funny, but
You
shitting
can?
on somebody is like
have you
so
ever seen
weird.
movie 43?
Yeah, unfortunately,
There was a
I fucking
scene
hate
with
that
Chris
movie.
Pratt and then that chick from like, fuck, what movie is it? I don't remember. Anna Faris, that's her name.
Oh, his ex-wife.
There was like a scene in that movie. The whole movie's about like him pitching a whole bunch of different shitty movie ideas, and it was Chris Pratt. Like she tells him to like shit on him or shit on her or some shit, and so he's like taking all these laxatives and shit, and he's just like
Ugh.
trying to get it over with, like trying to like.
Oh my
She's
goodness.
basically trying to like make love and make it sexy, but he just like has to shit wicked bad and like is holding it in.
I'm single, so I don't have an opinion, but if your ladies asked you to poop on them, would you?
That's the whole thing.
That'd be it.
You'd move out.
That'd be it.
What would be worse, fucking her while she's unconscious or pooping on her?
Worse? That's tough, actually.
What if she was like, poop on me while I'm unconscious?
Well, I guess you could probably... Well,
I wouldn't think far enough into either of them to discern which one is worse.
I don't know why you would want someone to do that when you're unconscious, because you're not going to experience it,
that's...
Because, like, that's the whole...
Yeah, so maybe I'd be more disturbed by the unconscious part.
Yeah.
Because you're not even going to be there. You're not even going
like,
to recall it. You don't even know.
You're just like,
I could not do it.
It's like an alien
you wouldn't
abduction.
know
It's like-
unless it was like a physical harm type of thing.
Yeah.
So maybe it would be worse for the unconscious thing.
Right. I never understood any of that shit. Like, if you're not there to experience it, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, it's the same idea as, like, the jokes or the, like, the pranks that you don't get to see the payoff for.
Yeah, like
No, I
arson.
like that.
Yeah,
I like
do
that.
like those because you get off to the idea.
Yeah, it's like you kind of in your head have, like, the worst case scenario.
That's
your
like
head,
the
and you're
opposite
that's definitely
of,
what
Dude,
happened.
One of the funniest fucking things we did was something we didn't get to see the payoff for, which was looking up a bunch of fucked up shit on Brian's YouTube, knowing that his fucking most recently watched videos was going to be sketchy. And then, like, a year and a half later, he brings that up on the show.
That's funny.
Yeah, you had your YouTube account on Wes's computer the last time we were at Wes's, so I don't know if you looked at your YouTube history, but it's a bunch of kids
Getting hurt.
yeah.
See,
That's
you know what's
funny.
fucked up? You know what's fucked up is I went through my history and I saw that and I was like, oh yeah.
You probably just thought you did it yourself. Yeah,
dude. Well, like, because the thing is like videos.
Are they like little children?
Yeah.
Kids getting hurt. We usually type in kids getting hurt or kids getting hurt badly or like
Dude, there was one.
kids getting injured.
When we first started the show, there was one that we would watch at every.
Kid fights, I think we typed in.
Oh my god.
There was one that we would watch every episode at the break, and it was like this 10-minute long highlight video of kids getting hurt doing like skateboarding,
that's awesome.
biking,
Right.
playing sports, like
A fail video.
Yeah.
Yeah, compilation.
Oh my god, they were so good. I love the one where the kid like the first part of the video shows them like putting together a ramp, and then immediately as soon as the little kid goes to go off the ramp, he
The
gets
ramp
fucking
just falls
Christmas
apart.
tree immediately.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's like 9, done. Like
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that. I have seen that. I've
love-
seen a person of every age group do that.
It's a good
I want
watch.
to see if I can actually find one of the ones I love is I'll buy you candy.
Let's go smoke some cigarettes.
Yeah, we could do
I'll
that.
buy you food. Is that what it's called? I'll buy you food.
I'm gonna take a dump.
Gotta jerk off
Find
right
it.
quick.
I think they took it on YouTube, but there was this one where this like girl is trying to take a bunch of selfies, and her little sister is like in the way, so she pushes her, and she fucking falls off the bed and smashes her face off the ground.
Ooh.
And the older sister's like, "Don't tell Dad! Don't tell Dad! I'll buy you pizza! I'll buy you candy!
I'll buy you pizza.
That's
Oh,
actually
that's
a good
good.
deal, though.
Right? Don't tell
Why
Dad.
don't you just get the pizza and then still tell? You know what I mean?
right?
Of
That's
course.
something my fucking sister would pull.
Yeah,
dude.
why not?
Well, don't. I mean, it's
What are we at now? We're at like an hour 10. Hour 34? There's no way. Is it an hour 44?
14.
Oh, hour,
I think.
hour 14.
I can't see shit from here, so.
Yeah, hour 14. Let's call it a timeout.
All right, time out. We'll be right back, guys. All right, we're back. So, what did you want to say here? What did you want to talk about? You had a great idea.
I did have a great idea. The first thing I did want to say
I don't know what the
was,
idea is, though.
while we were on break, I checked Facebook and sadly found out that Mary Ciappa has passed away.
Who the fuck? No one
at
knows
the
who that
age
is.
of
You know what I
83.
mean?
And most people from Oswego know who this is.
Right.
She was a
but-
great lady. She was the manager in the foundry, and she gave me my first job, and she was really nice and sweet, and everybody likes her. I'm really sad.
She sounds like a wonderful lady.
She was pretty great.
She
Anyway.
was great.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Mary.
Yeah.
Mama. We all called her Mama.
Nice.
She was awesome. She used to at work. She would just sit in her office and chain smoke, and just talk shit about like whatever
Is that
event
how
was
she
going
went?
on. That's probably how she went. I don't know for sure, but
Yeah,
I just
happens.
remember like the funniest thing that happened was like one day I went in on a day off to get my paycheck, and I went in there and like there was this couple planning a wedding reception. And I'm in there, and she's just chain smoking, going through paperwork, yada, 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 talking to me. And she was just like, the wife's really nice. Not sure about the husband, though. And then went in for like 10 minutes about all this body language cues that she picked up on the husband.
Okay.
And she was right. The husband was not a nice guy. Everybody else was super cool. But rest in peace, Mama. We love you.
She's watching us, dude.
On to the next. I hope
She's
not.
watching
On to
us
the next
talk
topic. So there's been this ongoing like poll from this YouTuber I watch, and he's talking about the Tony Hawk Pro Skater video games.
Okay.
What one is your guys' favorite, and what one do you guys think is the best one? If they're two different ones.
My favorite is Thug 2. The best one is American Wasteland.
I was gonna say my favorite is American Wasteland. Cause is that the one where you build the skate park with all the artifacts like that you find throughout the?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
That was my favorite
you
one.
can
I
ride a
think.
bike.
Yeah, that one is really cool. I think. I don't know. Best one, like it's hard to say. Like at the time when it came out, I think it was Tony Hawk 4 because I really liked 4, and it had like it had some like extra like random characters in it that were like bonus characters.
Django Fett.
Yeah,
Shrek.
Yeah.
It had like at the time I think like Margera was in it and Mike Vallely and all those guys. It was pretty cool. I liked that game a lot. That was the one with like the opening scene, like the main menu is them all in the half pipe, and then you can you can like practice in the half pipe and shit.
Yeah, you
like
can
that.
go like straight from the main menu to like a warm up session.
Yeah.
Four
I
was
really
sweet.
liked 4 a
My
lot.
I might have it mixed up. Whichever my favorite one, I think it's Thug 2. Is the cover was orange, and it had like atmosphere. That's how I learned about atmosphere. I was in like 2nd grade.
It had Sunshine.
No, it had Trying to Find a Balance.
Yep. Okay.
And it also had Put Your Quarter Up by Aesop Rock, also Ramsayers, but it was produced by RZA from Wu-Tang.
That's right.
And to get on a way better subject, Tony Hawk right now is doing a tour because it's 20
Yeah,
years
I saw
of
that.
THPS, where he's getting THPS Birdman, which is an excellent cover band of all of the greatest songs that have ever been in Tony Hawk. So he's doing a tour with them and with some other really big old like classical punk rock Tony Hawk band. And it sounds dope. I want to see it.
Dude, they had such a good sound. Like
But,
four
yeah.
had fucking TNT by AC/DC. That was a cool song because
Yeah.
that song reminds me of that game specifically.
Yeah.
They had Flogging Molly, Drunken Lullabies,
Yeah.
Goldfinger Spokesman,
Yep.
Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast,
Yep.
NWA Express Yourself,
Yep.
Public Enemy, By the Time I Get to Arizona, wicked good song.
Yeah.
Run DMC, My Adidas, System of a Down, Shimmy.
Yep.
Dude,
That's how I
wicked
learned
good.
system.
They and each skater had their own skate video in the game too.
Yeah.
And they would each have like one of the songs.
Loved that. I used to watch in the end, it takes all of all the games. It takes all their parts, puts it in, and it's like a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, all the pros part.
You like built
So
a
sick.
skate video basically.
Yeah, and all it is just like the coolest or the best tricks from like all of their videos.
Yeah,
and they take all the best clips, put them together with boom, boom, a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Oh, so good, dude. I watch them all the time.
My favorite is 3.
because Margera had one with CK. Was CKY in one of the games? I'm pretty sure
CKY was
96
in
Quite
three.
Bitter Beings was in one of the
It was
games.
in 3.
Yeah, and he had the video for that.
Yeah.
I don't know how much the skaters had input on what song. Like, they had to have, right?
They did. They did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony picked. I was listening to Whiskey Ginger.
Yeah, he was
Andrew
on there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Andrew
yeah.
Santino had him on his podcast, and he was talking to him about all this.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying that Tony picked a lot of the songs, but they were like Dead Kennedy type things, or like
Yeah.
there's a couple Motley Crue songs, or like stuff like that, like old school punk.
Yup.
And then like other people would put in other music. So
Bad
people,
Religion and shit.
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
a bunch. He loves Bad
Yeah.
Religion. He named them specifically too. Yeah, and I think Bad Religion is the band that's opening or headlining.
I think I saw
for his
that,
tour. Yeah, he's talking about it on that podcast.
That looks really cool.
It looks sick. I wanted to go to it,
Dude, he's got to get AC/DC in there.
dude.
I wonder
No
how much
way.
AC/DC charges now to, like, play.
Do they still play?
They have to play once in a while, right?
dude.
I feel like those old retired bands, like, come back, but it's, like, venues that, like,
They were.
Are
Are those dudes
gigantic.
all alive? Are they all alive?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
They're fucking gotta be ancient.
Yeah,
bro.
they're old as shit. Angus
They're
Young
old
probably.
in the 90s.
Angus Young probably can't move anymore. He for
No.
sure can't do the leg kick thing that he
Yeah,
used to do.
no.
But the thing is, like, with his songs, like, all that the drummer really has to do is go "Those guys, those
Yeah.
guys, those guys," for fucking
that's
literally
all
3
they have
minutes,
to do.
and then next song.
Yeah.
And then every once in a
Yeah.
while it's tasteful
Yeah.
crash cymbal in there
He
once in a while.
definitely doesn't sound the same, though.
Yeah.
He can't
No,
do that
No,
shit.
there's no way.
There's no way you can do that, bro.
But yeah, so I like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 the most, but I think I'm going to agree with you, and the best one is American
The
Wasteland.
best one is American
'Cause that-
Wasteland.
that's one,
because you're in LA. So
Yeah.
that's good. They already have a great basis. All of the celebrities and the pros in it, and we introduced BMX. You can ride a bike.
I was going to say, can't you like...
I used to love riding the bikes in that.
Isn't that
And the
one where-
controls for the bike made more sense
Than
than
the
Matt
actual-
Hoffman's
Dude, it
game.
felt like kind of open world in
It
a way.
definitely
Because you
was
could
an
go
open
through
world.
that one weird hallway like the mall with the one grind rail all the way through it. And it would move you to the next
yeah,
section.
I like-
so good. But
maybe
my
it's-
favorite's Doug too.
Yeah.
Because me
I
and
like
Josh
Thug
played
2
it
a
for like
lot.
4 years straight. I had this character that was a clown. He was like 8 feet tall, had like size 30 fucking clown shoes, and I used to have so much fun with this massive character. This
I
little
liked
boy.
that you could make your own like tags, like graffiti tags and
That
shit.
was the other thing that sold me like a
Yeah.
motherfucker, is that they got hip hop about it, because skateboarding is definitely a big part of hip hop, and they got it was a cultural recognition thing. It was
Yeah.
like a step that skateboarding took.
you could
already-
sticker slaps
Yeah,
and shit.
with like their first 4, it already happened. It already made its impact. But at like when American Wasteland came out, it was like, boom. It was like, it was an all-encompassing, you had like hip-hop, and you had the BMX kids, and you had graffiti, which is part of hip-hop.
yeah,
and you
they
had
took the
skateboarding.
whole culture into the
And you had
game.
celebrities, and it was like not celebrities that were like for skating. It was like crazy people.
Yeah.
And Ben Franklin.
And it was a lot more street skating too. Like I felt like in 4 there was a lot more vert too.
Yeah.
Like even the original 4 Tony Hawk games, they were vert. Like there was a lot of vert.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like I felt like it was more
I
like
thought it was...
street, like just lines and rails and kind of shit like that.
I loved the maps in 3. There's 2 that completely burned into my brain. And it's the airport,
Yep.
and because you
Is
could
it the
go...
same airport from the first game?
No.
No.
In,
No, that's
in
the
Thug
hang-
2, you're
that's
talking
the-
about?
And 3.
I'm thinking
Oh,
of the
3.
hangar.
They probably brought
Yeah.
it back into the other ones, because I remember
Yeah.
I was going to say the next one is the Tokyo map. And
Tokyo
it's
was good.
it's all the fucking
For me, the fucking
half
hangar.
pipes and the spinny thing where you
Yeah.
get to go through.
Yeah.
But you could go up, and you could grind on the perimeter, like the upper perimeter, and once you did it enough, you would go through this glass window, and it was a whole other map.
Yeah. Yep.
And if you wiped out and you fell off, you had to make your way back.
You go all the way back.
And it was the sickest shit, because if you were playing skate with somebody and you made it over, it was horse, but skate.
Yeah,
if you made it up there, you basically won.
You won.
But you had to make it up there within so much.
I think
like
the most
like
iconic for me is the hangar, the first one in the first Tony Hawk game.
Like the
where you start
one?
at the top of the two hills.
Yeah.
That's the best map that they ever
And the
jump over
first
the
thing,
half
you
pipe.
gap over the mini ramp.
With the rails
with the
going
glass
across it.
over the top.
So nasty. And then if you grind the helicopter blade all the way across, you open up the outdoors.
Yeah.
The helicopter pad.
Those
That's
games were
in
like
so many of those games.
Platformers
It has to
as
be.
much as they were skateboarding games.
Huh?
They were platformers as much as they were skateboarding.
Yeah,
games.
like, and they had
Yeah, kinda.
It was
secrets.
pretty
Like each
crazy.
map had certain secrets you could open.
because the airport terminal, you could go through baggage claim, and if you went through baggage claim in a certain order, you ended up in the baggage claim area.
What was it 2 that had the mall, and it was all downhill all the way through it?
Yeah.
That was fucking sick.
That was dope.
That was a hard level though, because trying to get like the secret tape and like all the skate letters, that was hard as fuck.
I remember
because you can't go back, like you can't backtrack to get
Right.
to the other fucking ones you
I
missed.
don't remember if it was Canada or if it was Alaska. It was a winter map in 3 that was like anything that wasn't rails was ice. So you would, if you hit it right, you would speed up super quick.
What?
It was weird. Like there was a whole part. It was like an outdoor like frozen pond. So you had like
3 is the
you had, like,
blurriest one to me for some reason. That's the one I can't remember.
I don't
the most.
remember 1, 2, or 3.
See,
So I don't know if I played them.
I got 1 and 2.
1 and 2 are on PS1.
I know
3 was
1
the
from
first
the
one on
hangar,
PS2.
from videos. I never played 1, 2, or 3.
3 had Darth Maul in it, which was sick, and his skateboard was a hoverboard.
Oh, I've played 3.
Yeah,
I've
3.
played
And then it also
Or
had
seen it at least.
it had the hobo. I don't remember what his name is. Had officer or something, like the 2
My
cops.
God. The fucking, I just remember seeing the fucking Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 cover every day because it was the only thing like I ever played.
What's that? What's the orange one? That's Underground 2 right there?
Yeah, Underground.
yeah,
2.
that's my favorite.
When did it get bad? It was after American Wasteland, right?
It was Project 8. That's when I got
Project 8 was for the Wii or something, wasn't it?
No,
Yep.
Was it? I thought that was Tony Hawk Ride.
Downhill
it was
Jam
on
or
the
some
Wii
shit.
Also.
Downhill Jam, I think, was like a fucking.
And then I think
Ride.
once Skate came out, people were like, "All right, well,
no,
this
no,
is
Skate, then Project 8. So when Skate came out, that's the
changed.
downfall of Tony Hawk.
It changed the
because
fucking-
they looked at it and they said, "Oh, we need to change our controls because everybody." You feel like you're actually skating.
Yeah.
You're not pressing X, left, square, square, square to
Yeah.
do a triple kickflip. Doesn't make any sense. You're flicking it and shit. So it's like, whoa, that was the selling point of Skate and how realistic it was. So they tried to be realistic and they tried to do the stick thing, but they couldn't do it like Skate did. Boom. That's the end of it. That's what fucked them.
I think I tried Project 8 and I was like, I can't even do this. Like
Exactly.
I tried it for like 2 seconds.
It was like when you started, the first time you ever played Skate, it was hard as fuck.
Yeah.
But when you knew how to play Skate and you wanted to play Project 8, you said, this doesn't make any fucking sense and it's hard.
Now I want to try Skater XL. It's on PC.
I want to play it so bad.
It looks so cool.
Everybody says that the controls make a lot of sense. They're they're progressing quickly with fixing bugs and shit. And if you want them to put a place in, they will do it. Like they have, and that's the other thing. It's legit, like
actual
real
places,
the way that they exist. Which like Skate 3 put in real places, but it wasn't how they really were.
Exactly.
The scale wasn't right. You know,
My favorite thing about playing Skate 3, like when we would hang out on Van Buren all the time, was that everybody learns how to play skate differently, and it's really cool watching everybody skate the way they do.
Also, you play it differently.
Everybody plays it differently.
Yeah.
So like, everybody can do cool shit in their own way.
I think what was so
You know what I
revolutionary is that they turned it into a realism based game versus
Arcade.
like it's very arcadey. Tony
Yeah.
Hawk games were.
Yeah.
It's like you could jump 7 miles into the air off of a vert ramp and do like a 900 plus a triple kickflip.
Yeah.
I had fun with Tony Hawk because it was like just about how ridiculous you could get.
Yeah.
And it was fun like playing horse or
you
whatever,
play like
or
with
playing
your
skate.
You play with like the cheat codes for perfect balance, and you just get trillion point
What was
combos.
the one that like made you fucking launch? It was like not moon physics.
Oh
like
yeah,
high.
No, yeah,
It was
there was like
physics.
yeah, it was like
Moon
anti-gravity. or whatever.
or
So
no
like
gravity.
when you jumped, you wouldn't float because there was the anti-gravity where you'd float.
Yeah.
But there was the one that when you jumped, you would immediately launch like fucking 30 feet.
Yeah, that was dope. That shit was sweet.
I think the best thing about Skate though is that every character is the same. So when you see someone do something, you're immediately like, "Oh, I can learn how to do that too."
Yeah.
Whereas in Tony Hawk, like if you play as
Kinda. Yeah. Well, yeah, I get what you mean.
The thing is, you
Yeah.
can get a little bit fucking crazy in Skate, like if you're really good at it.
Oh,
Like,
bro, I'm the greatest of all time.
He's fucking.
My brother's
retarded.
really good at Skate too, and I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't know.
I
can
won
never
a couple
get.
times.
I can do insane because I have like
I always
thousands of
put it on
hours at
realistic
least.
mode, so like I can't ollie as high and shit.
I
and
can do
like
all
that.
3. Yeah.
I like the idea of like just finding a line. Like I skate around for a while, I find a line that looks cool. I'm like, I could do this on here. Like,
Yeah.
it's more like realistic. It's more like that's what I would do in real life is skate around until I can find something that's
Bro,
where something clicks and you're like,
I would play that game like it was real life. Like I'd go to a spot and I'd try a trick that was like really hard for me and I'd spend 3 hours doing it. Like I know there's this one gap where you go to the mega compound and skate 2 and you have to shove it diagonal all the way across. Like you have to fuck up or you have to double flip into the left side where it's like it does this weird glitch where like it thinks you're going to do a kickflip into it, so it starts dropping you into it, but you do a double flip, so it's like, and then your character like glitches out and it goes, ooh, and then you go so fast, and you have to launch from one side all the way to the other, and then you can gap the whole mega compound over the whole thing into the fun track. And I remember I spent like, the first time I ever did it, I spent like 6 hours trying to land it, and I finally did it and recorded it, and I was like, nothing made me feel better.
I remember playing
Felt like a real trick.
Skate 3. One day like Paul like invited me to a game of Skate 3 and he was like in one of the maps and he showed me like how if you go into the map editor you can move certain objects so that you can jump over borders that you shouldn't usually be able to get over. And there's whole other areas back
That was
there.
fucked.
It's crazy.
We would there'd be nights where
it's like if that's all there though, like if all the resources are there and in place, why can't you just skate there?
Right.
Yeah. I just liked playing. Wasn't there like you can? It was either Skate 2 or 3, but there was one where it was like you have to do not the craziest trick, but like the most amount of unique tricks in order to score points or something.
Yeah, that's how all the contests are in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like when
that was my favorite one.
skateboard games go like they give you a penalty for doing the same trick over and over.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, it does that for sure.
It just
Because
gives you less points each
Yeah, it gives
time,
you less
basically.
points every time.
Like, because when we
Even though the
you would go
multiplier
back
goes
and
up.
you would go back and forth, but like if you did a trick and then my turn, I did the same one, I didn't get as many points as you did. Because I remember I beat Sam doing something retarded. I don't even know the names of tricks, so I'm not even going to pretend to like name it. But I just remember we were going back
Most
and
of
forth
it's-
for like 4 or 5 rounds, and then I got to my turn and I did something that like I shouldn't have been able to do because I'm not that good at the game.
Right.
And I shouldn't have been. It was like wicked fun playing it because like I would
like
get
when you hit shit
I would get so
accidentally.
hype about shit that I was doing,
Yeah.
and then like I'd give Sean the controller and he would just do it without even looking at the screen. But then I could do that to them with like Bloodborne and Dark Souls, so it worked out.
Yeah, that's true.
Until now.
I do want to check
Until
this
I
game
beat you.
out though.
Not gonna happen because I'm never buying a PlayStation 4 again.
I already beat you.
You don't
I
want
already
to play
beat
this?
you 1v1 Bloodborne.
You don't want to play MLB The Show? It's funny because literally my PS4 is an MLB The Show machine. I
Mine-
literally only turn it on when I want to play MLB The Show.
Wow.
Mine was a Bloodborne machine for like the last year of its
I don't even
existence.
have a PS Plus anymore.
I have
see
so
any
many
reason
games.
to. My Xbox has everything.
I have
Same.
like 50 plus
Well, and my
games.
computer too. I think my
Yeah.
computer has like fucking like 77, and
But I want to get this game on the computer because
I want it so bad. How much is it?
it's 15 right now. It's on sale.
Yeah, I don't.
Or at least
I
it
need a
was.
computer to play it though.
It seems kind of demanding, but not super high end, you know? And you could fucking turn the graphics. That's what's great about PC is that you can go,
Yeah.
oh, like my computer.
But I can't play this
really
on a
run
laptop though. I got a laptop.
Yeah,
you wouldn't be able to play it on your laptop, no.
probably not. No, I mean unless you could play Super Bowl.
Yo, I run GameCube on my laptop.
Yeah, GameCube is it had a lot of solid fucking games, honestly.
Oh, dude,
No
for
game
sure.
was
I felt like it got
better than
overlooked
Geist.
a little bit.
I loved it. I'm playing Lord of the Rings right now.
Which one? Two Towers?
Two Towers.
That's the best one.
Yeah, it is. the best one.
Mm,
It's the only one I've ever played, so it's the best one.
What, do you like Return of the King more? Oh, he's doing... Yeah, that's a theme song.
But yeah, no, I do think that started out as a I don't agree with you, and then I realized that the harmony was perfect.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I do think the Return of the King is better. I like it more.
I like the story of the Two Towers more, but the gameplay of 3
for
was
sure.
way better.
For sure.
Because...
How many towers are there in Return of the King?
They're both one.
Oh, there's only one.
Yeah, because the two
It's one
towers
less tower. That's
are
one less tower.
Isengard and Gondor.
Isengard and not Gondor. It's Sauron.
Meryl.
Sauron.
That's one less tower
Mithril.
than the other game. So
You're just throwing words out. Bro, I'm reading the Silmarillion right now.
Isn't it awesome?
Oh my god. It's blowing my fucking mind.
I thought Return of the King was sick because when you beat it, you can do every level as any character.
Yeah, that is
I thought
very
that was
cool.
Return of the Jedi.
Maybe. Oh, you know what game I wicked want to emulate because you mentioned GameCube and I do the same
Resident
is
Evil
fucking
4.
Rogue Squadron
Resident Evil
3.
Never heard of it.
It's a Star Wars game. It's a Star Wars Starfighter game.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, so it's a ship?
Yeah, you're only in the ships. But I just
Rogue
remember
Squadron was great because it was a dogfighting game, but like they nailed the mechanics at the time. Like there wasn't
Yeah.
really much like that. I don't think Ace Combat was really out at the time. Like it was out, but it wasn't. It was not as good as it was in the Star Wars universe. So that shit
so it's
helped you.
immediately better.
Yeah,
But you could also be in the cockpit of all the ships.
yeah.
And that was the best. That was literally my favorite part.
Dude, just doing Hoth in a cockpit
Snow
view of
speeder
the
mode.
fucking speeder. Yeah, that's
In
awesome.
Rebel Strike or Rogue Squadron 3,
taking down the
Rebel Strike.
AT-ATs with the harpoon and tow cable.
The tow cable. Yeah. You could, or no, I'm thinking of Battlefront. You could have somebody in the back of the snow speeder and tow cable to fucking...
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow.
wicked cool.
You ever play Battlefront?
Yeah.
The old ones?
Yeah,
The
I
good
played
ones.
it on PSP,
Yep.
and
That's the move.
I got when I moved to California in 6th grade. I got one of those PSPs, the white one with fucking Darth Vader on it. It came with that game. I loved that game, and then I lost it in the airport. Came back crying like a motherfucker to my grandpa. And he bought me another one immediately.
When you lost that one at a different airport.
No, I had that one. I had that one
yeah.
for years.
I'm gonna do a clear shots plays of Battlefront 2, the old one.
We gotta do
2002
Cry
or
of
whatever.
Fear still.
I think that's the one that I was playing because it was like new, and it was like 2003 or like 2004.
I think it's 02. That
It wasn't like
Steam.
new, but like I bought a PSP package
The
with
first
it.
one was 05 or 04.
Was it?
Maybe it was.
So
maybe
then
it came out on the
maybe it's-
PSP later. That would make sense.
Well, if it was 6th grade, it would have been fucking like 2006, 2007.
Oh,
right?
really?
Yeah. We're the same age.
Yeah, I know we are.
I think it would have been like 06, 07 because I got Star Wars Battlefront 2 and that PSP like that same time. They had the others. They had the other Star Wars Battlefront games for PSP where you created your own army. You had to make your own emblem and like shit like that, and all your soldiers were like your mercenaries, and they all had their own custom uniforms and shit. It was really weird. All of mine, for some reason, ended up looking like fucking Gestapo soldiers.
Gestapo.
No, Gestapo.
Okay. I played Battlefront for about a month and a half, and that is the extent of my Star Wars career. That's all I know.
I've never seen any of the movies.
Never seen. I've watched 5 minutes of a couple of the movies. Can't do it, bro. It's just too old. Looks alright.
I don't
Well-
even care about Star Wars. You should just watch all the Alien movies.
Haven't they done? They've remastered like, all
Probably.
of the the Star Wars
Yeah,
movies,
but-
but
should
the
watch-
original four. The
We
original.
should get fucked up, eat steak, and watch Aliens.
I'm down.
I'm down.
Down.
eat steak.
I haven't stewed you wrong before, have I? Exorcist 3 was sick.
Right.
That movie was fucking
Revenant
awesome.
was good.
Yep. Look at that, 2 for 2.
You definitely have steered me wrong with teeth.
The Revenant, I don't remember. Like, I feel like the thing about The Revenant was I liked it and I didn't watch it again. Like it was a one time watch sort of thing.
That's how I feel about No Country for Old Men.
What? I rewatched it immediately. That movie's so good.
I watched it for the first time when I was like 12 or 13, and then I watched it again like
I watched
a
it
year
for the
ago.
first time like 6 months ago, and I was like, I have been sleeping.
Oh, that's like one of the best movies of all time.
Yes.
But it's just such a slog to get through, because it's just, I don't know. There's just something I don't like about it. That's not the movie itself. It's just watching it. Like
I don't know, dude. I
be blood.
fuck with that crazy dude, and I fuck with. Is that Josh Brolin?
Yeah.
Fuck with them two
You
dudes.
seen No Country
bro.
for Old Men? It's fucking crazy.
If you
man.
don't, you
think
need
so,
to,
no.
bro.
I keep.
It's a
I have it on my.
The whole
fucking-
movie's a manhunt.
Yeah, it's almost as good as Tombstone.
Like, you go on Netflix and you look at the trailer, it doesn't give you shit, bro. It gives you a conversation that he has with the cashier, and he's like, heads or tails. That's about it. But,
Dude.
like, if you watch the movie, you get it.
He doesn't like
hate,
movies.
I hate when Netflix shows you like just a random.
The
scene
worst
of a
part,
movie.
too.
Like it's just the most like low point of the movie.
It's
And
like they could at least show the part where, like, he's chasing him through the city, and he shoots him, like, in the ribs with a shotgun from behind that car, and then he still keeps going after the guy. They could show that,
yeah, that's the
and
key.
that would, and you'd be like, this dude needs to get this guy that bad that he got shot in the ribs, and he's gonna run after the dude. What's going on
This guy
here?
really wants to
I'll
get
watch
to that
it,
dude.
but no.
I have so much shit on my Netflix queue that I'm never gonna like take the time.
You should
to
watch
watch.
Inglorious Bastards,
I've seen
That's
that.
just
Pulp
real
Fiction,
I've seen
good. Anything Tarantino.
Django,
that. I've
Unchained.
never seen that.
I just watched a terrible fucking Quentin movie.
Don't even
it-
say
That's
it.
because it's.
It was the
well,
Grindhouse movie, though.
Oh, Planet. No, it was
Planet
It wasn't
Terror.
Planet Terror.
It was Planet Terror.
No, it was
It was. I watched it yesterday.
No,
it was
it
Planet
was-
Terror.
he
The
did-
bitch has a fucking M16.
No, he didn't do that.
for a
Oh,
leg.
yeah, I
he
remember
did Death
that.
Proof.
He did, bro. I'm telling you, he
No,
did
he
Planet
did
Terror.
Death Proof.
He's a rapist in it.
I don't think he directed Planet Terror. I think he directed Death Proof.
Fucking look it up, fool, because I'm right. I watched it yesterday. I
I've
paused
seen it
it and
too.
brought it back and said, Quentin, what have you done?
I remember seeing the trailer for the chick with the fucking machine gun for a leg or whatever.
Yeah.
No, Robert Rodriguez directed Planet Terror.
Okay, but what did Quentin do?
Death Proof.
I don't
No,
think
what did he do for Planet Terror?
He probably produced it. or
He
something.
wasn't just, yeah, it must have been that.
He did
No, because he
something.
did the one with
He's
Kurt
an
Russell where
executive-
he was in the fucking car and he was running everybody
executive
over.
producer. You know what? Like
I thought you were going to
feel
say
like,
Jackie Brown, and that was going to hurt me inside because
I don't
Jackie
know what
Brown's
Jackie
actually
Brown is.
great.
I feel like if you're an
go
executive
in
producer,
blind.
you did nothing. Like executive producer is basically like to put your name on the in
Yeah,
the
it
credits.
Yeah, you don't do anything.
Jackie Brown was the movie that came out in between Pulp Fiction and Kill Bill, so nobody talks about it
Oh, okay.
because like it wasn't. It's basically like his bell curve movie. It's not amazing, but there's nothing bad about it. I mean, I think it's better than Kill
Sorry.
Bill. I'm not really a huge fan of Kill Bill personally. They're
Okay.
good.
It's a one-time watch, dude.
It is a one-time watch.
It really
Like-
is.
I've watched him a couple times.
what
I'm
are you gonna do? You
I'm
know
real
she's
big
gonna-
into Quentin Tarantino.
You know
I
what she's
remember-
trying to do, dude? She's trying to kill Bill.
Yeah.
Like, it tells you right from the beginning.
It's
yeah,
like
but the second one, Bill's dead.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's true. You
So
can't really
then
kill
you're
him.
like,
yeah, what are you gonna do?
Kill Bill? What?
Yeah,
I
maybe
think
there's
it's
another
sick
Bill.
when,
I mean, who knows? There's other
No,
Bills.
there's not
We
another
mentioned
Bill.
we
She
mentioned
fights
it
the Asian chick in
definitely.
the end.
Yeah,
I don't think I
it's
saw
true.
the second one. I know
Dude,
that that's,
it is good. If you don't want to watch it, at least look up the ending fight with the Asian bitch in that white dress. Oh, let me tell you what, cocksucker. Oh, dude, that shit is good.
We definitely mentioned it last time Swamp was here, but there was one night where we were hanging out, and we stayed up. We got wicked fucked up, and we watched Pulp Fiction. I crashed at his place. We woke back up at like noon. We got fucked up again.
Oh, at my house?
Watched Pulp Fiction
Watched again?
Yeah, dude.
I've done it. We probably what we probably did. We probably watched regular Pulp Fiction,
And then we did the.
and then I have
the-
version with Quentin Tarantino's Cliff Notes at the bottom.
Yeah.
And I also have a version. I have 72 versions. I also have a version that is Quentin commentary over it the whole time, which I've watched that one. It's all right, but the one with the footnotes at the bottom, where every
that's the
single
best.
scene, like
That's the
every
best one.
line, it tells you like why they say that, like where they are, some weird thing about how they filmed it, something you didn't know.
And
Fun
it shows
facts,
you the
dude. Fun
the
facts.
lines,
Yeah.
like the lines and scenes that were improv.
Yeah.
Which
It'll
was-
tell you. It'd be like, that's not in the script. You know, this is what the script said, or
I
something.
do like that,
Wasn't
Sick.
especially if you like the film already. It's
I'm
like, that's cool.
such a nerd.
It
For
was-
that. It's my favorite movie.
because
of all
I
time.
think I came over and it because we were still fucking like teenagers. We were like 19 when you were living there. I think 19 or 20,
something.
and I had never seen Pulp Fiction before. And I
Yeah.
literally, so what happened was I watched it that night, and then I watched it with Swamp, and then we watched it together the next
he watched
morning.
it 3 times.
And like,
Yeah,
it was great.
I think the only film I've ever watched back to back was A Clockwork Orange.
I haven't
I haven't
watched that.
finished
It's
it.
from like 79, right?
Yeah, it's
That's
an
the
old
only thing that
shit-ish.
puts me off about it. Like, I have like multiple times looked up like the greatest movies of all time and gone through like that's why I watched The Godfather and a couple things that I realized I never
when did you
saw.
finally watch The Godfather? Was
Dude,
that,
like 6 months ago. And I
Dude.
bought it.
dude?
I was like, I'm gonna buy
Movie's
it.
great.
It must be, you know.
I didn't
I'll
watch
give
it.
Scorsese
I didn't
money.
watch it for the first time until like around Thanksgiving. when
I
was
just
tripping
think
my face off on
you know,
acid.
I think if
It was
you
the best movie
if
I've
you're gonna
ever
watch
seen.
an old movie, it's like you gotta basically know that it's like going into it. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is one of the best movies ever. Like I've heard about this movie,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I know it's gonna be good. Like they hold up. Like it's not like
right.
especially if
I
it-
figure it must if it's still in all these lists that I'm looking
Yeah.
up.
especially
It's
if
like
it's
number
not,
fucking 3.
I think it's crazy that like
Yeah.
1972 was like your point.
But if movies from back then
I
didn't
did
have
just watch
CGI,
2001. And that was
yeah,
really
that movie's
fucking-
great.
That's amazing.
Kubrick though, that's the
we were
thing.
talking
Yeah,
about
Kubrick's
that's the thing.
great.
That's the thing.
We talk about 2001 like every episode.
But those movies with CGI from back then, that takes you out of it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't
That's why
have
there's-
CGI,
Yeah.
it's not so
there's
bad.
not a lot of movies with CGI from back then that are up there though.
Right.
You know,
That's
I can't
true.
think of any.
Dude,
That's
I was
what I
watching
mean.
2001. I couldn't figure out if those monkeys were real or not at certain points.
I believe.
Like, it's a lot of them look fake, and some of them you're like, oh, they're fake. But there's some shots where you're like, did they use a real monkey for this?
I don't think so.
Me neither, bro. But at the same time, I couldn't tell.
I don't remember. I don't think
And
I've really even looked
that's
into
why
that.
I could continue watching it. Because
That's
that's
a
the
long-
first scene, and I was tricked in the first scene. I was like, this motherfucker got me back in the 60s, bro.
But dude, they like
Or whenever.
that whole opening scene is like, holy shit, what is gonna happen in this movie?
Yeah.
Because it's like a long opening scene. It's
Yeah,
drawn out, and
really
it's
long.
like you're like you feel like you're watching in on just this fucking candid footage. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's crazy.
Dude,
and
and
they're
that's-
like they find this obelisk and shit. And
Yeah.
you're just
Yeah.
like, what is
They're
going
like-
on? Dude, it's so crazy.
insane.
Well, that's like the fucking. That's what I was saying. You've seen Alien 1 with Sigourney Weaver?
Yeah.
That's what I was saying when we were talking about Alien the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, the whole opening scene of Alien is basically Ridley Scott ripped it from Space Odyssey. Because it's just like 20 minutes of that.
Atmospheric.
And you're just panning throughout the ship and you're realizing, like, oh, this is just, like, basically a fucking cargo ship in space.
Kubrick liked classical music, and like so there's a lot of it in his films, especially in 2001. There's a lot of classical music and just scenes.
Yeah.
And even in Clockwork Orange, there's like Alex is the main character, and he's a big like Beethoven
Yeah.
fan, and he listens to the Fifth, which is his Fifth Symphony, which is literally like a huge part of the story. But it's
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna spoil it, even though it's old as fuck.
The second Alien movie is sick too because it completely flips Alien around because it's
Oh,
just
really?
like straight action. Like
Yeah.
the first one, it's called Alien because there's one alien on the ship,
Right.
right?
Then you got
the second
plural
one is called
aliens.
Aliens because basically the ship, when they land on the moon and Alien, and the facehugger gets on the guy, and Ripley, have you seen Alien?
Yeah, I've seen the first one. Yes.
Okay, Ripley escapes. Obviously, she lives. Spoiler alert for a 40-year-old movie. In the second one, she gets rescued while she's in hypersleep, and you find out it's like 70 years later.
Oh.
And they put a fucking colony on the same planet where the facehugger was found. So as soon as she hears that, she's like, what? There's a colony there? That's where all the monsters came from. And they're like, no, they're fine.
we're
There's
good.
no monsters. We just sent our scout team over to where you found the monster.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there. And then, like, the next scene, they're like, we lost contact with the colony after we
something there.
sent
There's
them
something there.
to
There's
find the
something there.
monsters.
I take it back. I take it back.
So then they get, like, a whole fucking platoon of Marines and send them to the colony to save everybody, and it's fucking badass.
That's pretty
That
cool.
whole movie is so badass. It just oozes fucking
Aliens.
alien blood,
Yeah, it
dude.
does.
It's so sick. Because, like I said, I just fucking marathoned them the past, like, week. Because we were talking about them the last episode, and I fucking...
I just
Each
watch
night.
like Netflix documentaries and shit.
Yeah, I just
That's the
watched
only
a
thing I
documentary.
watch.
What the fuck did I watch?
I just watched the one about the fucking dinosaurs going extinct and shit.
I love that shit, bro.
Yeah, they're like. Yeah,
I
there's
have
an
had
asteroid.
multiple arguments the past week that we fucking evolved from rodents, and nobody believes me.
It's
And I'm
pretty
like, dude,
much-
when we were fucking dinosaurs, we were fucking rodents,
Yeah,
and then everything died except for shit that was the size of a rodent.
the idea.
We
yeah,
ended
like,
up coming from that.
basically it was
We're
only.
like, no,
shit
we came
that
from
could-
monkeys. I'm like, dude, that was so much. That was like 30 million years ago.
That was a yeah.
I'm like, bro, I'm talking 250.
Yeah. There's
Come on.
there's really like the only things that could have survived are
Were you
things
having
that
these arguments at the
survived
bar?
that,
No, but I'm having them with
That's
people,
the
and I'm
worst.
like,
That's the worst argument
dude,
to
we
have.
didn't evolve from one thing.
no,
Like,
well,
we're
it's-
direct descendants of one thing, but
the idea was that the asteroid basically like the impact created like it sent so much debris into the
yeah,
atmosphere.
it fucked up the sun,
that-
and
yeah,
then there
like
goes the
the
plants,
sun just
and then there goes
roasted shit.
anything that is large.
Yeah. So like the only things that are going to survive it are things that can survive that kind of
Yeah,
temperature.
on very small.
Yeah,
amounts
even under
of
the
food.
even under the water.
Because dinosaurs
Yeah.
are all cold-blooded, so...
Right.
Why are they? We don't know.
Well, that's
They probably were. They're reptiles,
yeah, I
were they
guess.
birds?
But
but
yeah,
they're so big, dude. Can you be cold blooded and be that big?
if you try hard enough.
Yeah, if
If you sit in the sun long
if you
enough,
carry the fire.
if you're the right color.
Oh, speaking of which, you know what's a wicked sick movie you guys have to check out if you haven't checked out? The Road with Viggo Mortensen.
That's my second favorite Vigo movie. Well, my fourth technically,
Second
but
favorite one.
it's so good.
I feel like we've watched that together. I feel like we
Probably. I
definitely watched that together.
fucking love The Road, dude.
Have you seen
the
it?
beginning is so good.
I've never even
It's
heard of it.
Vigo, and he's got a son, and they're in this post-apocalyptic. I think you have no idea why it's like you
That
don't
you
know what
don't-
happened.
you-
It doesn't
yeah.
say what happened. It just starts out. He's with his kid, and they're like,
Everything is destroyed.
yeah.
Like-
They're like by this truck. It's so sketchy. It's so post-apocalyptic that they see other people and want nothing to do. They're like, don't talk to him. He'll kill us immediately. Take all our shit. Especially that this kid's a young boy. He just thinks that he'll just kill Vigo, take the kid, mold the kid into whatever they need him to be, and then there goes that kid's life and Vigo. So he's like, they don't talk to anyone. Completely secluded.
It is the
is
most bleak
fucking
movie
insane.
of all time.
And
There's like
the beginning of it, you think the kid dies immediately. That's how the movie starts. And then for the rest of the movie, you're thinking the kid's gonna die. And
eventually
it's insane.
something happens.
Through the whole movie,
The whole-
something's happening
like,
to the
it's,
kid.
it's such a weird movie
aliens
because
show up,
like
too.
yeah,
That's when
there's
the
a
It's a very
xenomorph.
weird movie.
Yeah, it's got such a
It
weird
puts you
structure.
in the same mood as. Did you watch A Quiet Place? It gives you like that.
No, I didn't watch that one.
Well, you need to watch
Where
that.
like
too,
you
yeah.
understand the entire world is upside down, but you have no idea why. So you're just like, what's going
yeah,
on?
yeah.
Like the whole movie, you're kind of just.
Well, no, I guess Bird Box didn't do that. They kind of introduced you to it in a way. But
one was
I
Bird
tried
Box?
to. Bird Box
That
is
was
the
the
one
one with fucking.
everybody's wearing blindfolds. Yeah,
with
'cause-
Kenshi in it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Can
didn't
she
watch
the
that.
movie?
I
Fuck that.
tried to watch A Quiet Place and I didn't have the track for the subtitles, so I was kind of screwed. Like,
Oh yeah, they whisper a whole bunch. They have
Yeah.
to.
also there's like just not a lot of talking really.
Yeah.
I saw it in theaters and I thought it was okay, and I'm never watching that again because like I know I won't enjoy it as much without those fucking surround sound speakers around me.
Oh, true.
You
Just
gotta have
sit there,
you gotta have your headphones.
Yeah. Fuck. You know what movie I love? The Thing.
Angels in the Outfield.
I was just, dude, it's so weird. I just watched that. My grandpa just watched that like 4 days ago. And then I went to Jared's house and he has a poster for The Thing.
And then
I
I went
went-
Angels in the Outfield.
No, and then I went to Cam's, and on the radio, someone's listening to this guy read The Thing, and then I get in my car, and on NPR they're talking about it's so many years, and it's not like 50. It was like 37. You know,
It was the 37-year anniversary.
Yeah, it's from like
of it.
44, so it's like fucking
What a weird
56 years old or something weird. And I
Oh,
was
like the original Thing?
yeah.
Oh, I was talking about John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh no,
The
I haven't seen
1982
it.
remake of the 1944
The
classic.
1982 classic.
Yeah, the 1982 classic John Carpenter's The Thing.
Is
You've
it
never seen
horrible?
that?
No, I haven't even watched the regular thing.
No, watch the regular
Alien,
one.
right?
The original one was called The Thing from Another World, and it was a guy that's a plant monster. That one was dumb. Actually, it was pretty good. But John Carpenter's The Thing is like the best horror movie of all time.
Really? I mean, it's John Carpenter, so I don't disagree. But
Basically, like the movie starts off, and they're in Antarctica, and
Anaheim. It's Angels in the Outfield.
the Anaheim
in the
Angels in the outfield.
no, they're in Antarctica, and the movie starts off, and there's a helicopter, and there's a husky, like a Siberian husky, going across the fucking
Okay.
Antarctica, and this guy in a helicopter is trying to shoot the dog with a fucking rifle,
Whoa.
and the dog runs all the way
Okay.
to this camp, or this outpost that's American, and the Norwegians land their helicopter, and they're like shooting at the dog. They accidentally shoot one of the Americans, so then the Americans gun all of them down. And then sketchy shit starts happening at the outpost because the dog.
Oh, the dog.
Okay.
You've never seen it?
No,
I feel like we definitely watched it.
I haven't seen it.
But we should watch that instead
That
of
would
Aliens.
strike a chord with me, because why the fuck are you trying to shoot a dog from a helicopter? You probably won't succeed. I mean, it'd be the easiest way to
Should
do
watch
it.
the
Have
movie.
you seen the videos of people gunning down pigs from helicopters?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, you got
That is awesome. And a lot of people get really
Have
mad.
you seen a video of a Siberian husky mauling a poodle to death in a coffee
Yeah, you
shop?
don't have to watch that though.
No, I would love to, though.
I'll show it to you later. Seth doesn't like
I
it.
definitely, yeah.
Wanna
Yeah, that
see
makes
dogs
sense.
die, yeah.
I don't want to see dogs. That,
It made
first
Seth
off,
upset.
That's a wolf. That huskies.
Yeah,
That's they haven't changed much.
It's basically a wolf, yeah.
When you look at fucking dogs that are fucking this low to the ground and think that thing was a wolf 300, 400 years ago, no. But it's true. But you look at a husky and you're like, motherfucker could have been a wolf yesterday,
Yeah.
you know, and you wouldn't know the
Just
difference.
Woke up as a dog instead.
Yeah, yeah. So we just pulled them teeth, and now he's a dog. Now
All
we call him.
532 of them.
Yeah, now we call him a dog.
526 teeth.
Was that what it was?
Yeah,
don't
because then I
remember
was
what
like,
said.
I wish I had 26 teeth, and then Sean
I was
goes,
talking about-
dude, you have 32, bud.
Before the podcast, I was talking about some dude that they found in like India or some shit with like 500 plus teeth. They had to pull a bunch of them out.
See that shit.
It's like a growth.
He's
of
an
some
he's
sort.
an alien, bro.
I
Deserves
think-
on another planet. Oh,
has
that
to be.
reminds me of Jeff Bezos.
Oh, yeah.
So, I have this Google News thing. You know, I just hold my home button and it pulls up a bunch of new shit. So today, or maybe yesterday, I don't know, is Jeff Bezos will annually take about $2 billion worth of his stock in Amazon, and he'll sell it. And all of this money goes to his space program, which he's got. He has a space program.
Everybody's gonna have a space program pretty soon.
I think it was in like May or something. He showed that he has a shuttle and a rover.
I mean, if Tom DeLonge has a space program, we're getting a little.
But honestly, I love that there's a private space industry. That there's multiple people.
There has to be now.
Who are just doing, because NASA's not getting the fundage.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why all those people don't just give their money to NASA. They all just want to do it themselves.
They don't want the government running it.
Plus, they want to be the guy that has a space program.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm waiting for Wayland Yutani to start their space program.
Yeah.
But part of I hear this and I look into Jeff Bezos' space program because I'm highly interested in that. And one of the ideas, or the idea that he has, is he wants to turn. I didn't play Halo too much, but I know it's one of the Halo start screens where there's a fucking ring world. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Halo.
That's like the whole basis of it. That's what the Halo is.
It's one of the Halo rings.
He wants to fucking
put
make
that aside for now.
We're good. We'll put a pin in that.
He wants to do that. He that's his idea.
Seth is downing the coffee now.
That is what he's saving all his money for, is to make a fucking Halo ring. You know how big it would have to be? 150 million kilometers in diameter.
Yeah. Also, it's a lot of controlled environment to handle. And
Yeah,
how is he going to get the electricity up there?
And we would have to build it in space.
Well, you would need Forerunner tech first.
Yeah.
Because the Forerunners built the Halo rings. Pretty sure Jeff Bezos is not a Forerunner, so
that's true.
got that down.
What's a Forerunner?
He also never fought the flood. So
He
Is that a
didn't fight
Halo
the
thing?
flood.
Is it a Halo thing?
See, I feel like if we were fighting the flood, then everybody would be full force. Like, let's invent the Halo rings.
Yeah.
But there's no flood outbreak. There's no Forerunners.
Not
There's
yet.
no covenant. We don't have any prophets flying around floating and telling us, not to masturbate.
Yeah.
You know.
Once the flood breaks out, that's when we need to build the Halo rings.
Yeah.
Not,
for
right
sure,
now,
for
let's
sure.
hold off
Right
on
now,
the
let's just
Halo
wait.
rings.
We got a couple 100 years or so. We don't even have like a space marine program yet.
Yeah.
And that would kill both of our birds with one stone, because I want space marines to find xenomorphs, and you want space marines to fund the Halo project.
I mean, kids haven't even been abducted and turned into super
Kids
soldiers
haven't been
yet.
getting hurt badly in space, so let's pause the Halo rings right now.
Yeah.
Let's wait till kids start getting
What were
hurt
the
badly in
xenomorphs
space.
again?
That's from Alien.
Oh, yeah.
They were Xenos.
They were xenomorphs.
Yeah. I'd rather find the symbiotes. Not the symbiotes, but the
The
All right,
symbiotes
so
are
who do you
like
want to have on the
Venom.
show next? Do you want to have someone that's not dumb?
Why? You don't fuck with Venom?
I just feel like it'd be
it's
way.
like Venom and Carnage and shit.
I just feel like it'd be way cooler if xenomorphs were real, because then we would never have to worry about retiring, because we would all die.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. Guarantee.
I don't want us all to die.
You put a xenomorph in the Amazon.
Well,
Maybe there already is one.
Yeah.
You
lot
seen
of
the
things.
Amazon lately?
Have you seen anybody getting eaten alive by little tiny mouths lately?
yeah.
Daily in the Amazon,
Prime
bro.
Day,
Amazon.
dude, Prime Day.
Daily. On a
Dude,
bad
if I
day.
saw a xenomorph, I don't even know what I would do. Those things are 9
You would jerk off.
I would probably jerk off. Those things are 9 feet tall, biomechanical wrecking balls with acid for blood.
They're cyborgs?
No.
You just said they're biomechanical.
Yeah,
What's the difference?
I don't know.
Not. There isn't.
They're a bioorganism. They were like.
That's just biology. They're saying there's mechanics. There's a robot. It's
yeah,
part
yeah.
robot.
Their organs and joints and stuff are powered by a natural hydraulic system, which is why they're so ungodly strong.
So there's no. It's not mechanical then. Well,
Bioorganic mechanics. I don't know. All I know
don't
is that
know.
let's hold off on the Halo ring for now
let's find xenomorphs.
and find xenomorphs or the Predator.
Well,
Yautja would be sick.
I think you'd probably be dead pretty soon
So,
if you saw
wait,
one of
A
those.
xenomorph? Or
Either
like-
one.
Here's a good one.
I think a predator was. Predators are way nicer though. Like they're only gonna kill you if you're a threat. You know? Have you ever seen all the Predator
guess, but
movies?
he's
who
also gonna
wins?
spot you from
Who
a
wins?
distance.
Alien versus Predator. I haven't watched those.
The
movies.
first one.
in general, I guess.
That's such a tough
It's
question.
a
Okay.
It's a draw.
So-
because in the movies,
it's a draw.
in the
You know,
in the movies,
rematch.
The Predators basically only win because they get helped out by the humans, but the Predators were also made to win anyway because they were sent to Antarctica to fight those xenomorphs on like a rite of passage, and the alien queen escapes, and they kill the alien queen by chaining her to a giant like big metal anchor from a cruise liner or whatever, and she sinks to the bottom of the ocean.
But they could have just not opened the door at the beginning of the movie, and then nothing would have happened.
Exactly.
Then you wouldn't have the movie.
Technically, Predators win because they're basically they basically use the xenomorphs and hunt them the same way that we hunt deer
Okay.
or a bear.
So
they have xenomorph licenses.
Do you
Yeah,
think
it's like the most dangerous game.
It is, yeah.
Do you think that either of those could be a fucking symbiote?
No,
think-
God
well,
no. No,
Exactly.
symbiotes are superheroes.
Exactly. So I think that they're
They're
better.
not superheroes.
Yeah, but they're stupid.
I wouldn't say
think
I wouldn't say
not
they're superheroes.
stupid,
Well,
bro.
the
They're
thing
also
is-
they are aliens,
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
and it's human. It's a symbiotic relationship between the two.
you know,
Right.
I think they're better.
I don't
they're
think
cooler.
I think they're
They are
stronger.
cooler.
And I think I'd like to have a symbiote inside of me.
Me
But
too.
right?
Well,
But I think
I don't know about that.
I'd be
I'd
way
love
more
it.
excited if Predators landed on Earth and were like, yo, let's
No, you wouldn't, bro.
Predators wouldn't wipe out humanity unless like we started it. Which we would.
Yeah, but what if they got upset at all the like LGBTQ stuff? You know what I
Just
mean?
like everybody else. Just like
They're
everybody
like,
else.
We're gonna say what everyone's thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, like they just get mad at everybody's fucking progressive ways.
Oh my
So you're
God.
saying that the Predators would land on Earth and specifically target like pride parades?
Yeah, yeah.
So would that make Alien PC?
Well, yeah. I
Well, no,
guess.
because aliens kill indiscriminately.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
Right, so they don't discriminate, so that
Yeah.
means that they're, you know.
let's just be honest. I think all three of these things are way cooler than zombies.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
long as
Because
they're
zombies with fucked up legs can't sprint at you and kick you and send you flying.
Yeah.
As Dave Reed would say.
If you couldn't rip someone's throat out with your hands, not a zombie, why can you suddenly do it? Zombie. It doesn't make sense.
Well, there's clearly some very mysterious things at play when you become a zombie.
Yeah.
You know,
I guess.
And there's a lot of
also
playroom.
mysterious things at play when you're in a pride parade and a plasma caster hits you in the forehead. Like, what's more mysterious, dude?
Yeah, that's true. Plus, they can toggle their vision modes, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I can do that.
I fucking love. Did you ever play the Predator game for PS2, Concrete Jungle?
No, that sounds good though.
It's really bad, but you should play it anyway.
I meant like it sounds bad.
Oh, it's awful, dude. It's so bad.
Concrete jungle.
I
you
still
called it?
think that you could just play Alien vs. Predator for Xbox 360, PS3.
That sounds bad
The
too.
2010 one? No, that one was okay.
It's not bad. I played it last night, actually,
Okay.
or 2 nights ago or something.
It was like bell curve. Top of the bell
There's like it's basically the same campaign, but you can play it as each of the species. So there's like a human campaign. It all happens at like the same time, and you play as a human, or then you play it again as an alien, and you play it again as a predator.
Cool.
The only thing I hated was that the Alien campaign was only like 3 or 4 hours long, and the other two campaigns were like fucking twice as long as that. I remember the Marine
I got through the Marine one pretty quick, but I've also played the game a couple times. So.
Like the first time I immediately started as the Alien, and I beat the whole campaign.
the
in
alien
one
one's
sitting.
cool. Like you break out of the fucking
so
facility and shit.
And you have to fucking sneak up on everybody, and you're super
Yeah.
fast, and nothing can touch you.
They like send
Like-
people into the fucking research room, and you're just in the dark, just waiting for them
Yeah.
to walk in blindly for no reason. And
That's
then
sick.
you kill a bunch of people and poke their eyes
I
out.
just have a fucking hard on. Yeah, you do. You literally grab their neck and you take your tail and you're just like, and it just
Whoa.
rips their. Yeah. Oh, the gore in that game is sick.
Yeah, it is.
I'm a slut for anything like LV-426 Xenomorph
Yeah.
Predator. Like that's my fucking shit, dude. And I'm so annoyed that it's not bigger. Like Alien. You said you watched Alien Covenant too, right? Did you like that at all? It wasn't scary.
I don't remember which.
That one was a
remember.
sequel to, or was it a prequel to Prometheus?
That was the sequel to Prometheus.
Yeah, okay.
It came out like last year or 2 years ago.
I saw Prometheus. I didn't see Covenant.
Prometheus was sick. I loved Prometheus, honestly, even though it wasn't that good.
I gotta watch them all because I don't really. It's been a while. I don't really remember.
We'll watch Aliens, dude. That'll be fucking dope.
Yeah, then you guys can watch Angels in the Outfield.
Yeah, then we can watch Alien 3, which is actually the best one.
What is Angels in the? Isn't it a baseball?
It's Shoeless Joe.
got buried
It's the
or
Shoeless
something?
Joe movie.
No, it's not
Oh,
Shoeless
Shoeless
Joe.
Joe.
That's
Yeah,
Field
it
of
is.
Dreams.
Oh, Field
Yeah.
of Dreams.
That's the one with Kevin Costner and the field. that
Yeah,
he builds in the
and it's
cornfield.
about. It's got James Earl Jones.
Yeah, it does.
James Earl Jones plays as the guy that wrote Catcher in the Rye.
Dude, Field of Dreams is a fucking great.
Who the
movie.
fuck wrote Catcher in the Rye?
Kevin Costner?
No.
No, he was an executive producer.
It's like J. Walter
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Costner.
Yeah.
I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue, but I'm not going to think of it. Catcher in the Rye.
Yeah, I don't know because I don't really care. You know.
Have you ever read Catcher in the Rye?
No.
Oh, J.D. Salinger.
Oh.
Well, yeah, I have that book.
Yeah, it's not that good. I don't know why.
Never read it.
It's like not that good. It's just about like this guy with Asperger's that's angry at everybody.
Oh, yeah,
Right,
it's
right.
called Asperger's.
Yeah, that's what it is. Wasn't there an episode of South Park where Cartman had Asperger's?
Yes, he didn't have
thought it was-
Asperger's. He
He
made
thought
Asperger's.
it was like burgers that come out of your ass.
Yep,
And his farts, he ate so much other fast food that his farts made all the food taste wicked
that's
good.
what it was. The combination.
That's so disgusting. But it's so funny because it could work in real life.
Yeah, it could definitely work.
Yeah.
Well, you
the
just-
fart.
As a flavor enhancer,
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Like you cup it and then send it up.
you just throw it in with your buck seasoning.
Couple fart.
Yeah.
Ever had a couple fart?
No, but I've done that in
You checking out the BO?
South Park games.
Yeah. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I can smell it from here.
It's kind of like succulent in a way.
It's ripe. That's for sure. It's ripe.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So anyway, watch Field of Dreams. It's a good movie.
So which one is Field of Dreams? It's not
That's the one
Shoeless
with
Joe.
Kevin Costner.
Oh my god, which one's the one with Shoeless Joe?
He's in
That's
that
called Shoeless Joe.
movie. There is a Shoeless Joe movie, though, I think.
It's
right?
Field of Dreams.
Well, he is in Field of Dreams. Like, he's like a primary. Like, Costner, like, builds this fucking field out in his cornfield, and all of the ghosts of, like, dead legendary baseball players show up. And Shoeless Joe is just there, like, hitting balls one night. And he's the only guy that can see it. And, like, the rest of his family thinks that he's fucking nuts because he sees ghosts playing in this fucking cornfield.
Dude, why are baseball movies so fucking ridiculous? Like you get for football, you get like The Blind Side, which is just low key racist the whole time, and then like you have Invincible, which is like not even that good of a sports story, really.
Yeah.
And then you have like
Angels in the Outfield.
Remember the Titans, which is pretty good. Radio is hilarious, probably one of the funniest movies that Cuba Gooding Jr.'s ever been in. And then you get fucking hallucinating ghosts and building a fucking park in your backyard.
Even fucking Angels in the Outfield was about ghosts, basically.
I just realized that I'm really good at not watching sports movies. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've never seen any of those, and I always
Dude.
make it a point. Like if I find out something's a sports movie, that's it. I don't watch
Honestly, like Invincible is cool.
it. I haven't even watched The Longest Yard,
That's a decent movie.
and that has legendary comedians in
The
it.
newer one has Goldberg in it and Joey Diaz
And Steve Austin.
Yeah.
the Great Khali.
Yeah, yeah.
And Chris Rock.
Yeah,
And
it's got actually a lot of good people in it. The fucking
the
new one
warden
is-
from The Green Mile is the warden in The Longest Yard, which is hilarious.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. The Longest Yard's great. I love that
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
I was going to say,
Billy Bob Thornton.
Invincible was cool just because like the idea of the fact that this guy was a bartender in Philadelphia that walked onto the team is cool, but the movie itself is fucking awful.
Right.
Because it talks about how like him and his girlfriend broke up and how he hates being a bartender, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay,
You know what was a good baseball movie?
it was Angels in the Outfield.
Cheers.
Beer League.
Cheers is one of my favorite shows just because it's like,
Kevin Costner.
yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
no, Ted Danson.
Yeah, Tiny Ted Danson.
Tiny
And
Danza.
it's literally all like live shot. So like there's no laugh track, but it basically sounds like there's a laugh track, but that's because there's actually a studio audience.
Right.
It's a great show though. He's basically just a washed up baseball player that works at a bar.
Is that really the point of the show?
Yeah. He was
Is
like
the whole
a
show
pitcher.
shot in the bar?
Yeah, it's all one shot basically, the entire thing. It's one shot of the bar room, and then there's the office room. That's basically like all they show throughout most of the show. There's a couple episodes where you'll see like they're in like an apartment or whatever, but it's pretty much all one shot.
My favorite show with Ted Danson is CSI.
Yeah, no.
Fuck CSI.
You didn't like CSI?
I don't like cop shows.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Investigate the crime scene the whole time?
Every day?
Yeah,
Every day?
all
Oh,
the
we're doing
time,
this
like,
again?
it's
Oh, another guy died?
Yeah,
Sick.
it's fucking dumb.
Wrap it up.
I thought it was funny, like when
Let's stand around him and talk about it for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I think it's great that they solve like serial killings within like 48 hours.
yeah, what are you
Yeah.
gonna do?
Like that's the stupidest thing about the show is like
Yeah.
when I found out that that's not really how fast they solve crimes, I was like, this is retarded.
No,
No,
because
dude.
actually what happens is they don't do anything, and then they stop not doing anything, and then it never gets solved.
Yeah. yeah. That's exactly
Was there
what happened.
ever a case in CSI that they didn't solve? It should be every.
Yeah,
No,
all
but
of
there
them.
should be.
it should
pretty
be like
much-
a third of the cases.
Yeah.
And it's
should be cold cases.
pretty much all of them, yeah.
Yeah.
They don't solve anything.
Just imagine that, though. Like, the end of the episode, they're like, yeah, we're at a dead end, guys.
I mean, think about it. It's people that do that, right?
Yeah.
Humans do that. So guess how much work they put into it.
I remember there was a fucking ridiculous episode of CSI that I watched when I was younger, which was every episode because I stopped watching it as soon as I turned like fucking 12 or 13 or some shit. But it was like the only violent show I could watch that wasn't blocked on Time Warner.
All right.
So like there was an episode where this girl is getting harassed by this guy. And so they spend the whole episode like tracking this guy down. He's trying to avoid the cops and this, only to find out that like they were like in a relationship the whole time, and she was just like trying to get him off by having the cops follow him around everywhere.
That's the move, too.
Now, you guys have girlfriends. So that question is... No, I'm kidding. I don't really remember. What was the other show that was like that? Was it SVU? That was all sex crimes, though.
Yeah, NTSF, SDSU.
That's the best one. Have you ever seen National Terrorist Strike Force San Diego Sport Utility Vehicle?
One more time?
Have you ever seen National Terrorist Strike Force San Diego Sport Utility Vehicle?
Don't think so. Is that a show?
Yeah.
NTSF SDSUV?
It was like a spoof of like all those crime scene shows.
On Adult Swim. It's actually
good.
better than all
It's
of
got
those
like
shows.
Paul Shear and like who else is in that?
It's got Paul Shear. That's all you need to know. Do you know who Paul Shear is?
Yeah.
He's the dude with the teeth, you know.
Yeah. He's got the
The
gap.
dude from the league. He played Andre.
Played Andre.
Yeah.
Andre No Dick.
I haven't watched the league, but I see them podcasts.
Yeah.
He was also on Harmon Quest.
He's in quite a few things, honestly. And like you recognize him, you're like, oh, that's the guy from the two other things
Yeah.
I know him from.
He was in Children's Hospital too.
Yeah.
That show is fucked.
That was a
You've
good
seen
show.
Children's Hospital before, right?
No.
That's the one with Rob Corddry. He's dressed up as a clown and he's fucking.
He always has blood on him.
That's scary.
Careful there. Slim.
Slim Pickens.
Yeah, let me smack another one of them down.
Take a quick smackaroo.
Clear shot.
Yeah, we'll do another clear shots and then we'll wrap it up. Another clear shot and then we'll wrap it up. I think we're another hour plus in.
Hour and one.
Are you beatboxing into the microphone right now?
Very low quality beatbox.
All right, there it is.
Why don't you start the show should be themed around.
It is themed. It's themed about.
Really? Because didn't you just say that this is the first time we're drinking clear liquor on the podcast? It's
Yeah.
called Clear Shots?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
Well,
it
the
wasn't
clear-
named after Clear Shots.
Yeah, the clear shots are a Rainbow Six Vegas 2 thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, like when you have a clear...
No,
that's
it's
why it was a...
Yeah, like it's like the
Why,
terrorists
wasn't
used
it
to.
a crosshair?
The terrorists, when you play terrorist hunt, would like yell, "Don't give him clear shots." Give him clear shots. They would yell that shit.
Okay.
Aim for their leader.
Yeah.
That was my favorite one.
Yeah. So I took the audio from the video game and put it in the theme song.
Yeah. I don't know what you're getting the crosshair from. Our logo never had a crosshair in it. The Clear Shots Plays might, but I don't think
That's the new one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not even out yet, is it?
It is out.
The Clear Shots Plays logo is out. Yeah, that's the logo now.
Yeah.
How far we've come. We added dots.
I did add dots. Yes.
They are wicked nice dots. I really do like
They're
them.
cool dots. They're
Yeah,
almost
I'm
like-
We should get a tattoo. I would get a tattoo of the Clear Shots logo. Honestly.
I think it's cool. Yeah.
we should do that
It looks like a baseball
for
team.
like episode 100. We should get the tattoo of the Clear Shots
Yeah.
logo.
We should. Yeah.
I think that'd be sick.
That could work.
It really would. Like it's just CS.
That's an NBD for sure. Nobody's ever done that.
Yeah. Yeah.
No chance. I would only let Matt Hammond do it. First of all,
At
Yeah.
100.
It's
That's
not.
funny.
I mean, it's not that hard. It's
no,
two
it's not
letters.
complex at all.
You know what I mean?
2 letters. I would get all the dots too, though.
You would get all the dots. I don't
Oh
know
my
about
god,
the
yeah!
dots.
I would
like
get
it.
all the dots.
It's a lot of dots.
That is a lot of dots. It's at least like 7 or 8 dots.
That's as a tattoo.
Yeah,
That's
It's a lot of dots.
how you want to do it.
yeah, with the hollow dots.
with the yellow.
Yeah, those are called rings.
those are called
Potato,
rings,
potato,
actually,
dude. I'm sorry.
They're polka dots. What does polka mean? Right? Isn't that type of?
Dancing, line dancing.
Why are they called polka
Is it
dots?
line dancing?
I don't know. Makes me think of Amanita muscaria, the red mushroom with the white dots.
Yeah.
I want to find one.
Yeah,
Wanna find
lots of things made me think of Animalia.
Yeah.
Dude, a lot of things
Animorph
do
mystique.
make me think about it.
That's true.
Like Christmas. Like that's where all of Christmas came from, was a mushroom trip.
I thought it was polka dots.
The mushroom
That's what
has
I was
polka
thinking.
dots.
I think most religion probably came from mushroom trips.
Me too.
Realistically.
Me too. I actually do as well.
I think most
Something
religion-
else
think you
coming and talking to you?
think you
You're
guys
tripping,
You
bro.
guys are being
Yeah.
insensitive.
You're tripping. You think it's real?
You guys are being insensitive.
Yeah, exactly.
No, wait a
I
minute.
don't like to make fun of religion. on the
Burning
show.
bush.
I
Right?
love to. Yo, Joe Rogan has a theory that the burning bush thing is a DMT story.
Yeah.
That Moses smoked DMT and tripped that God came to him as a burning bush. But he doesn't think that God was the burning bush. He thinks he burned the bush and saw God. But after, it gets translated from ancient language to newer language to all these different fucking languages, and maybe burning bush just got mistranslated from smoking some fucking
Kush.
some plants, bro.
Burning the bush.
Smoking
yeah.
some DMT.
We were when I was hanging out with Janie at the bar the other night. He was telling me how he had really fucked up sleep paralysis. That happens to me all the time? Does that ever happen to you guys?
I had a dream that it happened to me, so I don't know if it happened to me.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
Sleep paralysis?
Yeah. And I just set him up for it, so he's gonna say exactly what I think he's gonna say. Seth, what do you think sleep paralysis is?
Paralysis.
Well, you're exactly right, Seth.
You're exactly right, dude. Bravo. My fucking God, I knew he was gonna say it. Yes, that's exactly it.
Yeah,
the problem?
that's what it sounds
What
like.
happens is that your brain is awake, but your body's asleep.
Yeah. And you
it's
can
paralysis.
see
You're
real life.
You're still dreaming,
You can hear real life. You can see real life, but you can't move.
and
Yeah.
what happens is your body gets put into a panic, so you immediately start thinking bad things.
Yeah.
And what's really fucked up? So do you know Lorne?
Yeah.
So it was me, Sam, and Lauren were talking about sleep paralysis at the bar the other night. And Lauren he looked up this thing on Google. And he goes, did you see, because he goes, did you see this? And he pulled up, and it was like sleep paralysis witch. And for some reason, every time
Witch?
somebody gets sleep paralysis, WITC.
Oh, yeah. I was just going to say this.
Everybody, it's so locked in your brain to panic when that happens that almost everybody that suffers from sleep paralysis sees the same hallucination. And it's fucking crazy. And he showed that to Sam, and Sam started freaking the fuck out. Because he was like, that's who I was staring at. She was staring at me and this and this.
Really?
It happens to me so often. I mean, I've always gotten bad nightmares.
Yeah.
But so I don't really remember usually what happens is I'm awake but I sleep on my stomach. So I don't see anything, but I just feel like shit is like hitting me or choking me or whatever, and that's normal when that happens.
Yeah.
But
You like shit hitting you and choking you, though.
I do. So I don't
Are
really
you
freak
talking
out.
about a dream?
Sleep paralysis. I'm talking about sleep paralysis.
Right.
There was a dream thing where you guys might freak out about this.
I won't. I haven't dreamed in years, bro.
Oh yeah.
Well, I dreamed for about a month and a half when I quit smoking weed for a little bit. But other than that, I haven't
you ever
dreamed.
seen that face in a dream?
No, that looks like Ted Bundy, bro.
Oh, you've showed me this.
Yeah, we talked about it once. I think it was when like
Forever
Cass was
ago.
on. It was like the first time Cass was on. I was talking about lucid dreaming and how I had a
Cass it does it often.
Yeah,
it
same.
happens to Cass often.
Well, that's
I don't know
like-
about nowadays, but it used to a
he
lot.
That's why Cass and I were saying why we get sleep paralysis so often, because your body is so used to basically you manually put yourself into dream mode that
Deep
when
in
you
the REM.
when you fall asleep naturally, it fucks with your system. Especially because, like, you know, my sleep schedule's fucked because my hours are fucked.
Right.
And they've always been like that. And Cass showed me that originally. And I was telling him how I was dreaming one day and I saw this guy on a bike and he talked to me. And he was like, "Hey, you know you're dreaming, right?" And I was like, "What?" He goes, "Yeah, this isn't real." And I
still love that he still has Norm Macdonald's voice.
Yeah,
So
it isn't real.
he's like, "Yep, you know, it isn't real, you know?" And he like rode his bike through a car, and then immediately after that happened, it was like I jacked into the Matrix, and I was like, "Oh, I'm dreaming now." And it's like shit like this makes me
That's
sound like a
awesome.
fucking lunatic, but Cass and other people,
No, that just
Other
sounds like an
lunatics, it's
awesome
like
dream.
what
sounds like
happens.
lucid dreaming. Yeah.
yeah. But it happens all the time. But now, I don't lucid dream on purpose anymore. But now, most of the time when I do dream, I know I'm dreaming, and it just doesn't even. You can't, the crazier shit you do while you're dreaming, the
It's like
easier
playing
it is.
Grand Theft Auto, or it's like playing what's the Saints Row.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of dreams lately where I just spend time with my friends because I work so much and I can't do that
That is
anymore.
hilarious. That's
Literally,
hilarious.
it was like a week or so ago, I was telling Vinny about this, where I literally had a dream that we were just at another Brandon trail party.
Wow.
At the whole house and shit.
The cops got called.
Cops get called and I just fucking shoot them all and fly away.
Because you're a symbiote.
Yeah. Oh, it's getting toasty in here. I'm about to call it a day.
Yeah, I think we're probably pretty good as far as time goes.
We're like an hour 12 in.
Yeah, we usually average 2.5 to 3. Well, the last ones have been about 2.5 or so.
Yeah.
Which is good. We've been.
Well, it was
it's
good
funny
'cause-
because like we almost go to 2.5 without even thinking about it, like just naturally. We
Right,
just end at that spot.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's like that's the cool thing about these is like you can just go. If we wanted to, we could sit here for 6 hours and do a 6-hour podcast.
Yeah.
We did
I
that.
need a
with,
video game to play, though.
we did that
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Cass. The first time we had Cass on, we went from like 1:30 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon to like 10 at night.
Yeah,
We took a few
Damn.
breaks, but it was the whole episode itself is like 5.5 hours.
That's insane.
yeah.
It's in 4 parts, I think. Yeah, that's the longest we've done. We didn't even eat or anything. Like
No,
we were just
pretty much-
drinking. We were drinking.
Cass would be the
Cass-
motherfucker that could talk to you for 10 hours about
He
this
told
shit.
us his story about going
the
across the
skateboarding.
country.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
that-
and
that
he
was the
went
first
through
night.
all of it, so like it was
Yeah.
just naturally.
And then we had him on a few weeks later and just to hang out.
So much insane shit happened to
Dude,
them, dude.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Dude, I think he sent a video to like a good amount of us when he finally made it to Pacific Ocean. Dude, I don't know if you've seen that video.
Yeah.
But dude, he cries.
Yeah.
He makes it to the Pacific Ocean, cries. He's like, there it is. I'm like, dude, yes, dude. Fuck yeah, because that is insane, dude. And he had never seen it before, and it is really like it's an awesome thing to see.
Right.
Especially he was in like,
Especially
Washington,
when
I think.
Especially
He was
when
in
that's
Oregon.
like your
Yeah.
goal.
he was in like.
And he skated to it, bro.
Yeah.
I think the craziest thing was that he took a detour through Missouri,
Yeah.
and like that whole section. That's my favorite bit. that 20-minute section where he talks about staying in that huge house in Missouri, where it was the boyfriend, the girlfriend, and the girlfriend's sister, and the three of them were in this weird polyamorous, hypersexual relationship.
That is some shit.
And he woke up in the middle of the night and like they were all fucking each other. Like one of them was in a swing or something. I don't remember. Dude, it was because like the boyfriend was tying up the sister in a swing at like 11 at night.
It's some shit.
It was some
bro.
shit, dude. Like, I think if we could get anybody listening now to listen to any episode that they haven't heard yet, because that's an early one. That was over a year and a half ago. Yeah, that's probably the one.
It's whatever one has 4 parts, I think.
It's like episode 28, I think. It only has 3 parts now because the first part got removed because we talked about. We can't even mention what we talked about because that'll get this episode removed.
Wow.
We talked about something.
Well, but you can still listen to it, the audio version.
Yeah.
It's still up everywhere else.
We talked about
Alex Jones.
And Sandy Hook.
And Sandy Hook, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not even like we were really saying anything.
We were talking about conspiracies, and then Cass brought up conspiracies that he knows a lot about but doesn't buy into.
Right.
But he talks about why they're so popular and
why they're discredited as well.
Yes. And it was so stupid because it was right after Alex Jones got the ban wave.
Yeah.
It might have been from that too, like a result, like maybe a keyword type thing.
Yeah.
Luckily, maybe if I just talk like Norm Macdonald, they won't even pick up what I'm saying.
Maybe that's how you got to do it.
Yeah,
I could do a whole.
That'll crack the algorithm.
Literally do an entire episode.
I could not
as Norm.
listen to a whole episode like
if
that.
we were like 10-minute podcasts and we didn't do video, we could just have you be Norm Macdonald, and I'll just be like, "Yeah, Jake isn't here today, but we have Norm Macdonald on the show."
We could still do that.
You just got to cut this part out.
Just don't. Yeah, cut this part out and just don't do an episode
never
with
happened.
video.
This never happened.
Oh, I have been listening to it. You should check out. I sent you a 10-minute podcast. I sent you the everybody.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
I sent you. I sent
Everybody's dad.
I love you boys. I get you pancakes and a haircut. That episode, like, it's just great. Like the whole episode is like it's just a 10-minute bit. Basically,
yeah, they basically just come up with a bit.
They like riff. My favorite one, honestly, is "I'm the busiest."
Is that where Chris thinks he's like the...
It's where everybody talks about how they have to get the podcast done as fast as possible because they all have so much shit to do.
Yeah.
Like, It's so stupid because the episode's 10 minutes long anyway.
Oh, right.
And they're all arguing about, like, who has to get done sooner, and then the episode just ends.
Oh.
So fucking
it's like about who's going to finish it first.
Yeah, they're like, I gotta go now. I gotta go to a recording studio. I'm doing a TV show, Chris. And then, like, Will is like, well, I gotta go on the talk show. And
none of them are doing any of that
None of them
shit.
are doing anything. No. Like, they're just arguing about, like, the entire 10 minutes is them arguing about who is the busiest.
That's fucking hilarious.
And then the episode just cuts out.
Out of nowhere?
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah, because they do, like, he basically hits a thing and it records 10 minutes, and that's it, and then it stops.
Oh,
yeah.
That's funny.
So, like, because Will Sasso does the whole thing, and he does it from, like, his house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I also gotta send you guys, I talk about the Sleepy Cabin podcast all the time, because that's my favorite podcast ever. And, I'm finally, like, it's my favorite podcast ever, and
We watched a couple last time I came here.
Yeah, we watched the animated clips.
Yeah.
I've only ever watched season 1. And it's the first 30 episodes. And I'm finally listening to season 2. There's an episode I listened to last night that fucking killed me. And it's just so stupid.
But you're still alive.
Yeah, right?
Maybe you were having sleep paralysis.
No, it was funny
Yes.
because I like fell asleep listening to it.
Perineum.
And my internet cuts out every so often because my house is
That's
fucking
good.
4 other
that's-
20-something-year-old dudes
I feel
in
like
it.
that's supposed to happen, yeah.
And
Who do you live with?
I don't live with anybody,
Oh.
but the house I live in is 3 other like 25-year. Well, actually, it's me and 2 other 20-something-year-old guys, and then below me is like a 60-year-old man.
And then also that guy that he sees in his dreams all the time.
Yeah.
On
Oh,
the
wait.
bike. Norm Macdonald.
Now you've been listening to a lot of the Sleepy Cabin
you're driving,
podcast, and you got to wake up soon. You got work in the morning, Got a job interview tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
Is that?
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll send that to both of you. Seth won't listen to it because he can't listen to a podcast with more than 3 people in it. And it's,
Yeah.
he
Really? You're like Joe Rogan?
Yeah. It's just like t-shirts with more than 5 words on them. You can't handle those. This one I got for free though. My parents went to
Fort
Florida.
Myers.
Yeah.
So, like,
If it's got more than 5 words.
If the Packers win the Super Bowl
Yeah.
next year, you won't buy the shirt?
It'll say Super Bowl champions.
And then it'll XL, whatever.
Yeah, that's
Green
4
Bay
words.
Packers Super Bowl champions.
Well, the
That's-
Roman
Green Bay
numerals.
Packers.
First off, they're-
2019 Super Bowl
No,
champions.
I don't want the
off-
2019. I just want Green Bay Packers Super Bowl champions, and then the Roman
That's 5.
numerals.
That's all you got.
The
That's
Roman
it.
numerals don't count, so you just have
First
to.
off, they're
Okay.
not winning the Super
They're
Bowl next
letters,
year.
so
no,
they-
they're
they
winning,
aren't
they
winning
are
the-
winning the Super Bowl
they
next
are
year.
not
though.
winning
I'm
the Super
pretty
Bowl.
sure they are, though. I thought that's what it was.
They're not
Yeah.
doing. They're not even making the playoffs.
you haven't read the card? They're going to win.
They're not making the playoffs.
Yeah, no, they're supposed
Book it
to.
right now.
I'm pretty sure I talked to somebody.
It's August 1st, 2019, and I'm calling right now. The Packers don't make the playoffs.
I'm pretty sure they make the playoffs.
I'll put-
So.
I don't know a single thing. I'm just fucking around.
If there's one thing you do know innately, it's that they aren't
yeah,
making the
it
playoffs.
is that they're not going to win the Super Bowl. It's like the Saints.
Pretty
like
sure
that.
they've made the playoffs for the last like.
They didn't make it last year, and they didn't make it the year before.
Seth's the only. Well, Jake actually knows what's going. I'm just talking
Well,
about
Seth
my
knows-
ass.
Seth
And
knows too.
Seth is like, "Boy, I'm gonna win, guys. I know all of my
I mean, I'm
shit."
pretty sure I talked to Aaron Rodgers the other day. He said,
Okay, come on.
He has a point. He did talk to Aaron Rodgers the other day,
Yeah.
but I distinctly remember Aaron Rodgers going,
No,
Super Bowl
no, I'm pretty
chances
sure he
looking
said-
pretty grim.
"No," he said that.
Well, I'm actually pretty sure it was Norm Macdonald as Aaron Rodgers. He was like, Seth, I don't know about that Super Bowl. I think, we're going to try and go to the World Series instead. Where you want to buy a ticket or two?
No, I talked to Aaron Rodgers. And he said we're gonna make the Super Bowl.
Was the number a Wisconsin area code?
Yeah.
It was totally Aaron Rodgers.
I just want to take this time to not allow the entirety of this to go on without us recognizing that you're wearing jean shorts.
Now, you know what's interesting is that they don't look like jean shorts. They look like jeans that have been cut.
They're
into
jorts,
jean
yes.
shorts.
We made that
yes.
distinction
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
car. They're not jean shorts. They're jorts.
Right.
They were jeans.
Now it's
They
a-
became shorts by a pair of scissors.
Now,
No,
it's
no.
Definitely a pair of scissors.
It was a razor blade.
100%.
It was a
pair of
razor
scissors.
blade.
It was a razor blade.
Yes,
Why was it a razor blade?
because I don't have scissors.
They're
You have razor blades, you don't have scissors.
I have
I know multiple
I
houses.
used to cut myself. Of course, I have razor blades.
Okay.
yeah. He does.
Why
he
would I have
practices-
scissors?
I have been to multiple houses that don't have razor blades but have scissors.
I also shave with a safety razor, so of course I have razor blades.
Let it be
badass.
known that
Thank you.
You for sure cut your jeans.
Yeah, Vinny,
Yeah.
Vinny, you
Japanese.
dared me to,
Yeah.
and I totally did.
Do you shave your balls with a straight razor?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, not a
Seriously?
straight razor, a safety razor.
What's the safety razor?
Those are different.
They're different.
Okay. I'm talking
So the
fucking
initial
Bill the
answer is
Butcher
no.
shit, bro.
Yeah. No, the safety razor, you unscrew it and you put a normal razor blade in it. You've never seen a safety razor?
You unscrew it.
Oh, a box cutter?
No. Oh my
That's
god.
an X-Acto knife.
You're thinking of an X-Acto knife, dude.
No, I'm thinking of a box cutter.
That's
You...
an X-Acto knife, right?
No.
Aren't they basically the same? thing?
X-Acto is a brand.
Yeah, but that's the
But
same.
they make knives for like carving things.
I cut these with a box cutter, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
But a safety razor is completely different from a straight razor.
Let's just say that he's wearing jeans that have been cut
Yes.
into shorts.
Yes.
Now, did you line them up? Did you draw a line? Did like the trace line?
Nope, I did it all by hand. You know what I literally did was I put the jeans on and I went,
I've done that with
While they
t-shirts.
were on?
yeah,
You cut them while they were on.
yeah.
Badass.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
you
yeah.
can't
How
do
else
that.
am I supposed to know how long they go?
Fucking
put
mark
'em-
them.
yeah, you mark 'em with a pencil, like-
Guess what I
Make
don't
one mark.
have is a fucking marker.
Pencil.
There
dude,
is
a pencil
something
works.
wrong with the supplies in your house, bro.
Yeah, like
Is
what?
this before you moved out or after?
This was literally Saturday morning.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I take back a good amount of it.
Why are we watching this man?
This is a
play
safety
with-
razor. This is what I use. Do you not know what this is?
No, this guy's. Oh, he's handsome though, huh?
He is, but look at this.
Okay, I don't need to learn how to shave. Just show me what the thing looks like.
Now he's covering his
I
whole...
know how to shave. I mean, it might look like I don't know how to, but
Wait, you know that... Dude, anytime you have that...
That's a safety razor. You unscrew that top part,
okay,
and you just put
slip
a razor blade in there.
For
that
sure,
is sweet.
anytime...
Yeah, it's the best way to shave.
Yeah, that's actually awesome because you don't need to keep buying razors. I mean, technically, you just need to keep buying blades.
I got the safety razor holder.
Do you have to take that oil off of it?
The oil?
You buy razor blades to put it in it, right?
Yeah, but they're
Do you have
not.
to take
They
the
don't
oil?
have oil on them. They're ice tempered.
Oh, you
What do
buy
you- what do you-
specific razor blades for that.
So you're talking specifically about your nuts, right?
No. I don't shave my nuts. With
Oh, okay.
Safety or not a safety.
I only shave my
I don't
head,
shave
and
my
I
nuts
use
with
that
a
thing.
straight razor.
I use that.
I used to actually trim my goatee and my beard with
Yeah,
a
5
straight
blades.
razor, but my straight razor rusted. So now I don't trim my beard at all. That's why I'm always baby face. Because at the kitchen I work in, they literally don't let me go longer than like your mustache is too long.
Wow.
So I'm
That is
always
too
baby
long.
face.
That's way too long. yeah.
Wow. That's definitely
Now, for
false.
sure, this guy has Tom Cruise hair, right?
Yeah, that actually looks like fucking.
Yeah, he looks
Jason.
like
kinda
Jason
look-
Bateman.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. That looks exactly like Jason Bateman.
also,
Jason Bateman.
also Jason Bateman and
How
Tom
to
Cruise.
use your double-edged safety razor.
Yeah.
Baxter of
So,
California.
yeah, if you guys want to see that, that's what you can search for.
If you guys want to watch Jason
You don't-
Bateman teach you how to shave.
You don't
You
wanna-
definitely don't.
You don't want to see that because it's totally pointless.
That's why I pointed out to them.
It looks exactly like Jason Bateman.
But it's like when you watch those podcasts and they're like, for the people who are listening, and they're like, they tell you how to get to some shit, and it doesn't fucking. By the time you pull it up, they're onto a new subject.
You know what?
Oh,
Freddie.
Freddie Mercury.
You know what I
yeah.
didn't get to talk about that I
Two
wanted
Freddie
to?
Mercurys in this episode.
I've been playing the shit out of Hitman 2.
Don't write my name for this episode. Freddie Mercury.
Do clear shots featuring Freddie and Norm.
Yeah,
Freddie Mercury and Norm Macdonald.
That'd be the most
dude, we
fucked
would
up.
get the most views though.
Oh,
Right?
for sure. Yeah, I was gonna say I've been playing a shit ton of Hitman 2.
Hitman's a great game.
Have you played the newer ones?
I have watched people play it.
So I have
yeah.
I have Hitman 1 and 2.
Because you're not doing too much with the controller
Yeah,
when you
no.
play that game.
Have you played the new Hitman games?
No, you just hit men. You just hit men, right?
Dude.
Yeah, you just use the analog
I stabbed
and press right trigger. every once in a while.
I stabbed a pregnant woman to death with scissors, and then I went home and played Hitman 2 because I was so amped up. Like,
Yeah.
Wait,
what?
I don't know. I think he said it.
I think he stabbed the pregnant woman with scissors in real
We'll edit
life.
that out. We'll edit that out.
That's a bunch.
No,
That's
the
a lot
Hitman
there. I'm
games
gonna
are-
take this
no,
out.
no. That's fucking mostly Rockstar. Fine, go ahead.
You didn't put any Rockstar in it yet.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. I'm
literally
sorry.
just
Oh,
did.
okay. I'm
No,
sorry.
he
Put
didn't, he
it.
didn't do it.
Suck it all down then.
He did not put it in.
Yeah, you didn't put anything else in there.
No.
I'd put. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's straight vodka. I can see it in your eyes.
Absolutely 100% vodka.
What are you talking about?
It's actually 100%.
Roll
the
the
tape.
replay.
Roll the tape.
Replay.
Roll the tape.
I'm not leaving until I see that replay.
Anyway,
That was straight vodka.
no, it wasn't. It tastes like flat cotton candy, warm Rockstar.
Goodness.
You guys should get the Hitman games because they're legitimately,
I got games on the back burner already, bro.
dude.
Yeah, I got games coming out my ears, dude.
Yeah.
I got a fucking Destiny 2 grind is real right now.
Okay, word. You know what my next thing is?
You gotta get Sekiro. Tell me to get games. You ain't even got Sekiro yet. From Software made a new
I
game.
can't
you
afford
didn't buy it.
Sekiro. I don't have a roommate.
Oh, well, maybe you should go to Walmart and find it in the fucking parking lot like I did.
Yeah,
You should
it's
tell
in
me
the
I
$5.
found it.
I'm pretty sure it's in the $5 bin because it's trash, right?
No, it's $60 because it's excellent.
Yeah, I'm
the
on
greatest-
Seth's side.
it's the greatest
fucking
From game.
First off, no.
I don't agree with that. I don't know yet, but Vadi Vidya said it.
Yeah, you know who I don't agree with ever about anything?
Vadi Vidya?
You when you're drinking Tito's, dude. Like,
This is the first time I've ever done it, so...
exactly.
Yeah, swamp drinking Tito's is like completely disagreeable.
Yeah,
First you
it's-
said Tony Hawk's Project 8 is better than Skate. That's the
No,
first
I
thing you
did
said.
not.
Then the next,
That's
yeah, that's
exactly
literally
what
what
I
he
said
said.
that Project 8 was...
And-
that Skate was the downfall of Tony Hawk.
Roll the footage.
Starting with Project 8.
The second thing he said was that he thinks that The Longest Yard is the best Adam Sandler movie. That's the second most wrong thing you said,
Yep. You said Field of Dreams is better than Angels in the Outfield.
which is also false.
I still stand by that.
Oh my god.
Two greatest sports movies ever, and I've clearly seen them because I've seen all sports movies.
Yeah, I think you said you watched pretty much every.
He also
every
told
single
me.
one.
He also told me that he thinks that Anderson Silva in his prime could beat Kimbo Slice.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen him beat him up.
No, you haven't.
why.
You want to know why? Because Kimbo Slice is undefeated. First off.
Also, in real life, Kimbo versus that's such the weirdest thing. to think
Kimbo
about.
versus Silva.
Anderson Silva, Kimbo Slice wins.
All right, we'll talk to you guys next
All
week.
right. You don't really think that, do you?
He would give him one front kick, and Kimbo would be on the ground, bro.
Dude,
He would go.
I'm pretty sure didn't Kimbo die because of that fight with Dada?
No, it's not how he
Well,
died.
he died from
Yo,
complications.
Heart
let
congestion.
us throw out a rest in peace, Mad Max. Here's what I'm talking
All right,
about.
we'll talk to you next week.
Who's Mad Max?
Max
Maximilian.
something to Sev, some Russian guy he was in a fight.
Oh, he died last weekend.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, is he Russian?
Yes.
Two people died last weekend.
Yeah.
It was Dominic something and Max something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mad
they died
Max.
after fucking boxing
Mad
matches,
Max.
dude.
Yeah. Dirt McGirt was the coach, McGirt Boxing, and he pulled him out of the fight.
Oh, yeah. I saw this.
And he was like, dude, you gotta stop. You're taking too many hits. He wasn't going down. Well, he went down in like the first round, but if they're like round 10, this dude is getting his fucking ass beat. And his coach pulls him out. He's like, dude, you gotta stop. You can't keep doing this. He fucking dies the next day.
Yeah.
And the guy didn't want him to pull him out. He wanted to keep fighting. All this shit. But, respect Dirt McGirt for pulling
You
him
gotta
out.
know-
Actually,
look,
this
you
is
got-
a wicked good.
You gotta know when to say when, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
For
you
sure.
really do.
There's got to be a safe word.
That's the thing, though, is boxing is you're gonna take such a beating in boxing
Oh,
because
yeah.
Every time.
you can keep
But there comes
getting
a
back
point.
up.
Yeah.
Where, like, when you're watching, like, when a dude gets hit enough times where he dies the next day,
Look,
when
it's-
you're
it's-
watching that, you kind of gotta be like, dude,
your corner man is in a
see that,
tough
maybe.
spot, though, right? Like,
very tough spot.
He's gotta go. He's gotta let you fight to the point where, like, he knows you want to keep fighting,
I feel like that's one of the hardest calls to make.
and so he has to
world.
go. Like, this is at a point where you're only gonna take more damage.
Yeah.
So now you
Yeah.
have to convince
We're
him.
knocking
like,
time off your life at this point.
yes, and
So-
it's ultimately it's your choice to throw in the towel. So you can go. You're gonna have to quit. Sorry. Like, and
Yeah.
you know the guy's gonna be pissed at you.
Oh, yeah.
But in
never
the
gonna
long
be
run,
happy about it.
in the long run, he's gonna have to say, like, you made the right move because he's saving your fucking
Yeah.
brain essentially.
Yeah. But I feel like you don't get that. You don't get that recognition from the fighter. I mean, maybe,
I think it's certain guys,
but it would
will,
take a day.
But they're gonna have to go. Yeah. Not immediately. Immediately, they're gonna be like, "You're a fucking asshole."
pissed.
Like,
Immediately
I
pissed.
was fine. They weren't fine though.
No. Go ahead.
You know what I mean? Don't talk though.
Yo, keep touching me, but don't touch me.
This is a two way. This is a two-way conversation, dude. This is an
No,
A
I
and B
had this-
conversation. See your way
God
out.
fucking damn it.
Hoink. Send it. Go ahead, bud. What you got?
I had a hypothetical I came up with at work the other day with Tom.
I don't think.
Would you, if you had the ability to be, let's say, like, what sports games have you played? Like FIFA? You play
Tony
FIFA,
Hawk,
obviously.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
You play Madden. So let's say, like, in FIFA,
I play a good amount of Madden.
you played a good amount of Madden?
Good amount, yeah.
E.
Well,
NHL, WWE.
all of them. Okay, let's say, like, in
I played them
video game terms, the peak of your ability is like an 85, right? Would you play your favorite sport at that level, like slightly above average, but not really elite, but pretty good? Would you play at that level professionally for minimum wage?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Sure, if it's baseball.
I
yeah.
sit at a desk and check people into an emergency room for minimum wage. Fuck yeah, I'd play soccer for it.
I would play
I'd
baseball.
live the
is
rest
like,
of my life on minimum wage.
Yeah.
If I could play soccer to do it,
Soccer.
then
if I can
Tom-
skate to do it,
Tom brought up the interesting bit was that
I already am.
your
And if I did that, I could sell weed like a motherfucker and make more money.
I was gonna say
Do other shit on the side.
your endorsements could never go further than like, your career. So like once your career ends, all your royalties are gone. Your endorsements are gone. So like if you build up a career of like, say you play soccer for 20 years, right? You're kind of like...
Well, I mean, with the wage, you wouldn't be building up a large
Exactly.
estate.
But you would be building up endorsements for 20 years, but then as soon as you retired, you were gone from that world. So like let's say you and I picked football. We both play football for 15 to 20 years,
Bro,
but as soon as we retired, we were never allowed to be like, we were never allowed to commentate. You couldn't take like a cushy desk job.
No Hall of Fame.
No Hall of Fame. You cannot get in the Hall of Fame.
You're
That was
only
the
an
other big
85
thing.
overall.
That was the other big thing
my
because
goodness.
for the NFL, if you make the Hall of Fame,
You have no legend.
Legacy.
you have no legacy.
You are
but you
not
do,
a legend.
You do get to play for 20 years. Or
Yeah, but
however
no
long.
chance of being a legend.
But you weren't going to be, right? Because your whole
You weren't
stipulation
going
was
to
that
be.
you were 85 overall.
So I'm trying to think of like I don't know shit about soccer players, but at least for football, I'm thinking like Frank Gore,
I think to me, like
like Muhsin Muhammad,
if it's
like
if
people
it's,
that are really good but no one knows about?
people that are really good but kind of were like overshadowed by
Okay.
like
B tier,
Because they had way better...
yeah,
Like the Chicago Bulls with Jordan. How it's actually a good team, but everyone just looks at Jordan.
like a Ron Harper, like a fucking,
okay.
or
I guess
even a
in-
Dennis Rodman or something.
Yeah.
But Dennis
yeah.
Rodman is also
he made something of himself after.
Dennis Rodman's regarded as the greatest defensive player of all time, next to Ben Wallace.
How about like
Russell.
Luke Longley?
I would say in
Dikembe.
Yeah.
right, in basketball terms, it would be a guy like
Lynn Sandy.
JJ Barea or Kyle Korver.
Yeah,
Kyle Korver's been playing since 2003, but he's just a 3-point specialist.
To me, it's just like as long as
But he's never gonna
with football though is the problem. Like that's the thing is you're gonna get
with
CTE.
with football. I
Yeah.
think with football, the closest guy I can think of is like London Fletcher.
right.
London Fletcher has the record for most games started as a defensive player. Has
Just a consistent player.
the second or third most amount of tackles all time. Won't even sniff the Hall of Fame because he played with Ray Lewis and Brian Urlacher and
Right.
like those guys.
I mean,
He
not
was on
only
the
that,
line.
it's
Pardon?
And he was on the line, right? You said?
No, he was a middle linebacker. He was a linebacker.
Line. Oh, okay.
So he was like the
So
front.
you're right
four.
behind the four?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
okay,
played
yeah,
the same position as Ray Lewis. So obviously he's not going to get the accolades because there's like 3 or 4 guys that are that much better than him.
Yeah.
But he was still like, if he was on your team, you wouldn't want to get rid of him, but you would be like, can we upgrade? But if you kept him, it'd
Right.
be fine. I guess it'd be like a shit. It's the only soccer player I could think of. I mean, like David Beckham was pretty good, but he wasn't as good as everybody thinks. You know what I mean?
Correct.
He was a lot better
Correct.
up until like Ronaldo and Messi.
There's so
like,
many people that he was after that.
Steven
There's so many people-
Gerrard, like even is way better than him. Like,
I would put Gerard above fucking David Beckham for sure.
I had 10 times out of 10.
Yeah. When David Beckham retired, nobody cared.
No.
Steven Gerrard retired from Liverpool, and the whole stadium cried, and I did too.
Yeah. Same.
And I'm not even from fucking anywhere near England.
No, never even looked at England.
Yeah. He retired after being the captain of that shit his entire professional career. I cried, bro. That's insane.
I guess
That's crazy.
baseball could be like Tulowitzki.
That's the thing.
Tulowitzki just
to,
retired.
to me, it's like if you're playing baseball for minimum wage, like it's just you're playing a game and without super high risks. You know,
Yeah.
like it's a spot where you're like
Baseball, I do it, no question.
Yeah, like
How many people? I mean, you get the elbow thing.
Tommy
Other
Jo-
than that,
Tommy John.
how many
elbow thing,
straight baseball injuries are there that are like you get this from from baseball?
Let's say you don't get any long lasting injuries.
I
Because
also-
I personally choose I would choose football just because
well,
I'd
also
love to be a good football player for once in my life.
Right.
I guess, yeah. I also wouldn't be a pitcher in the first place, right?
I'd be a
That's-
closer. Can you imagine
that's
being like a decent?
bad. I
would.
Like a decent.
I would if I wanted.
I'd be
if,
like
if I had to be.
If I
in the
wasn't going
MLB,
to take injuries.
I'd pitch.
If I wasn't going to take injuries, I would, for sure.
Yeah.
But
True.
there's so much when your arm
Yeah,
is
that's
back
insane,
like
bro.
this, It's
I
not
throw
good for your
sidearm
arm.
too, and lefty, so it's got to be
let's
terrible.
say let's say that you make minimum wage. Your salary's guaranteed minimum wage, which is only like fucking like $20,000 a year.
28
28, whatever it is.
something.
and
25.
you get your endorsements through your career, but as soon as your career ends, you're never affiliated with that sport again. You know what I mean?
Well, as long as there's some sort
Could
of
you keep
retirement package. Right?
doing it? Like, could you, like, say I did it with skateboarding or say I did it with soccer. Could I, after I'm done and I'm retired, could I go in my backyard and juggle?
Yeah.
Could I build a mini ramp in my backyard?
I'm saying, like, you wouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. You wouldn't be on ESPN.
Like, people wouldn't give a shit about you, but I could keep doing it.
You would have, like, maybe a couple hundred dudes on Reddit that were, like, talking about how much they miss
If
watching
I could keep doing it, I'd do it.
Yeah.
If I had to, if it was like, yo, you get 52 years old, or if it's soccer, you get 39, you're done.
To me,
You can
it's
never
a
touch a
matter
soccer ball
of-
again. Fuck no, I wouldn't do it.
To me, it's a matter of like income post career, basically. Like
Because the thing is
you would
you'd
have
be
to have some sort of income after you retire.
And like the
Yeah.
big thing is that you'd be banking on
If you
know,
could get a pension,
saving
if
your
you could
money.
still get the pension,
Let's say
not
you
the amount of money that they get, but if you could continue to get,
Let's say you get
know,
a
something
standard,
that
like,
you could
get a
live on.
standard like you get a standard like a NYPD, like a Oswego PD state pension. Let's say you get a standard state pension, which is like I think it's like $48,000 in full insurance. So you get to retire on that. $50,000.
That'd be better than when you were fucking playing.
Yeah, why wouldn't you? You know,
twice
like
as good as
I
when
think.
you were playing,
let's say
bro.
that-
Well,
yeah,
what
that's
I'm
true.
saying is, I think it would be better off like to play something that you wanted to play than it would to fucking work at some fucking
Yeah, I would do it for sure because I'm making $11.175.
There's also a
fucking
reason.
Sitting there doing nothing all day.
There's also
and
a
getting written
reason
up because
it's-
I'm on my phone.
There's also a reason it's
Fuck yeah,
called
I'd do it.
playing the activity. Like there's a reason it's called
Yeah.
playing
Yeah,
the sport.
that's
It's
not-
something
it's
fun
not
to
work.
do compared to.
It's not work.
Now this
yeah.
is
you have to work to be that good.
That was
but when
only
you're
the
doing
first.
it, it's
that
not
was only
work.
the first half of the hypothetical.
Oh
Okay.
God, here we
The
go.
second half of the hypothetical would be
You also have cancer.
I'd still say yes.
the second half of the
I'm
hypothetical.
gonna get
is,
cancer anyway.
Would you rather do that, or would you rather?
You also have to fuck your parents or some shit. Like he's
Yeah,
gonna throw
yeah.
that
Would
shit
you
in
rather
there.
eat 6 glasses?
Pint glasses.
Would you rather eat 6 pint glasses? No. Would you rather do that or have 1 year, like 1 season, where you are the indisputable greatest to ever play that sport?
You're Jeremy
But
Lin.
as soon as you're
You're,
one,
you're Linsanity.
no, not even Linsanity. Linsanity was like 3 weeks. I'm saying like you have 1 season, like in the NFL. Let's say you have 1 season where you throw for 6,000 yards, you throw 60 touchdowns, 2 picks, and you win the Super Bowl. You win every award, but then after that, your career ends because of some like heart condition. So like with soccer, like let's say
Right.
you win the Premier League, you win the World Cup, you
Ballon
win
d'Or, World Cup.
yeah, you win every award, but you
Player,
only get to do that for 1
UEFA.
year.
It's a lot of.
No,
Hypotheticals.
wouldn't do it.
You would rather do the first one. You'd rather play
a
minimum
whole
wage
career.
for 20 years
Yeah, for sure.
rather than have the greatest single year ever.
Yeah, it seems like a solid job. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like a consistent. I think you'd get in the groove too. Hey, maybe you'd break 85%.
Like what if you did
overall.
MMA? Like what if you did UFC? And let's say you immediately get a title shot with John Jones. You knock him out in the first round. Then the next fight you fight like
That's a different story. We take that because you go knockout on if you knock somebody out in UFC, you get $60,000. Boom, end of
That's
story.
Oh, the
Plus
win
whatever you
bonuses.
get.
win bonuses.
Yeah,
that's
I would
right.
do that
Fight of the
for
night,
sure.
son.
Plus $80,000
Yeah,
win
because
bonus.
you would be
If you
able-
knock somebody out in UFC, you get $140K guaranteed.
Hey.
And if I got $140K, that's the rest of my life, bro.
All right. You really think you? Oh,
No, I could live on it for 7 years.
I was
Well, you could live.
7
You could
months, dude.
yeah, I know.
Think about it though. You could live Kylie style. You know what I mean? Taking the deals, wheeling and
I said I
dealing.
could live on it for 7
Probably.
years. I'd
Yeah,
still
yeah.
be working.
Live Kylie style.
That's
bro.
very true. All right. So like
140K would last you exactly 5 years.
that
It would last you forever if you're
that's
Kylie
never
style.
happened. Okay, let me instead of 1 year. How about
No,
like,
because if you had that much money in the bank, Kylie would go and
Oh,
she'd buy a
blow
fucking
it.
Mustang.
Yeah.
how about you have like you pull a Terrell Davis, or like or like
Careful.
what do you know who Terrell Davis is?
Isn't he, no, I don't.
You're thinking of O.J.
No, that's
Simpson.
Terrell Davis.
What is he?
That's Terrell Davis.
He's a football player.
Yeah, he's a football.
Hope he's not a linebacker. They're all fucked.
He was a running back.
Okay.
He played for the Broncos.
Still, almost the same thing.
He played for the Broncos. He had 5 years, and in those 5 years, he won 2 MVPs and a Super Bowl MVP and was a Pro Bowl all 5 years. The rest of his career was fucking destroyed because his knees were fucked. He had to retire. But he still made the Hall of Fame. But he only got to play for 5 years.
It happens to
And
a lot of people
his
in soccer.
entire career is what if.
Yeah.
So would you rather
Yeah,
would you rather have a 5-year career of what if, or would you have a 20-year career where
No.
you're like,
No. I would rather live my life being like
Above
Diego like being like a guy who's like he's good, he's an 85, but he's not talked about in the media all day. I'd rather be that than be Fernando Torres, a guy who was the greatest soccer player and then got both of his knees fucked up and can't run fast enough to be good anymore. There it is. And then it's what if. What if Fernando Torres never fucked up his knees?
I'm thinking of like a Derrick Rose type situation, right?
Right. It's like the same thing.
Like an injury prone.
Would you rather
type
be
of
like,
dude.
what about Freddie Adu?
Your arm is covered in fucking fake leather.
No.
So let's ignore
ADU, right?
Yeah, let's ignore the wages.
I'm thinking this is like a.
So like, would you rather be like?
It doesn't even have to be a sports conversation. Like this is more of a a marathon versus sprint type debate. You know what I mean?
Right.
So would you rather be the best at your job for 5 years and be known for it, or just be pretty good at your job for 20 years?
Right. That's basically what you're saying.
Basically, but I like to put it into sports perspectives because that's like the thing I wish I could have.
I would rather have it last.
Yeah.
I think it's a longevity. Yeah. For sure.
Because like the only guys I can think of with football, it's like Frank Gore versus Terrell Davis. Frank Gore's been playing for like 15 years, and he's always been decent. He's never been the best, but he's always been decent. Right. Then you have Terrell Davis, who for 5 years,
but like that's
was
the
best.
But when that first guy looks back on his career, he thinks about it as I feel like he looks at it as a positive thing. He's like, oh, I was in there, I hang with the dudes. You know, I wasn't amazing, but I hung with the dudes for a long amount of time. As compared to a dude who sits there and he thinks, what could I have been
if I
could have gone longer than 5 years? What could have happened?
But Terrell Davis also won 2 Super Bowls.
Well, look, I think also it's like if you're in a sports
and he's in the Hall of Fame,
perspective,
and Frank Gore is not going to touch the Hall of Fame.
If you're in a sports mindset, it's like as a GM,
that might be
you
better
for
than
sure
the Hall of Fame.
you for sure want the consistent player that's played for
Very
fucking
true.
Yeah.
that
Very
amount
true.
of time.
And
Still
you
at
have
a
the veteran
at a
leadership.
good
You'd probably
level.
you would know so many people in the industry. Like, no matter what career you have, you would know so many people after 20 years. You wouldn't have
fuck the record. You would have ins that would be
exactly.
I mean, there's a lot of people. Okay, there's 2 kinds of sports.
Also, that dude would have way more money. The dude that was in it for 20 years has more money than the dude that was in it for 5, and they're both getting the same pension.
Yeah,
he's got more money.
There's 2 kinds of NFL fans in the world. There's people that think Frank Gore should be in the Hall of Fame,
and then there's Raiders fans.
And then there's people that are wrong because he shouldn't be. But yeah, I don't know. And when we were the last time I did a sports hypothetical like that, we were talking about like if you could have a Hall of Fame, like you're immediately like top 5 all time in a sport, what would it be? And like it was like what, me, you, and Bill.
What would it be for the sport?
You'd be like top 5.
Or what would the stat be?
The sport,
what do you mean?
Right? The sport that you
I just don't get the question.
Like when you by the time your career is over,
he's saying what Hall of Fame would you want to be in? Like basically,
I feel like we ended this.
Did we do this with
my
you on there?
podcast with this last time. Wait, what?
You probably picked
what was
soccer,
it again?
right? It was basically like
what Hall of Fame would you end in?
That's what Seth boiled it down to. It's like if you had the opportunity to be like one of the best ever at a sport, what would it be?
What they should do is come up with a skateboarding Hall of Fame or like an extreme sports Hall of Fame of some sort.
It's subjective.
Yeah, it is.
That's a subjective.
Well, who's the GOAT skateboarder? Isn't it Rodney Mullen?
I'm not going to name one.
I'm saying it's Tony Hawk.
Because
as far as pioneering,
I look at it as an art.
Who's the Mount Rushmore of skateboarding?
You can't say who's the greatest artist.
I think
who are the 4 most important skateboarders of all time?
Hawk, Mullen,
Christian Hosoi. And then for street, we got Mullen and
I think
Daewon or...
You know what? I almost want to put Margera on there because of what he did outside of skateboarding.
Yeah.
Like, to bring eyes into the sport.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is.
Bam, Margera.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the
said
guy from...
Margera.
It's the guy from
No, he
Jackass.
said Margera.
Oh, I thought you said Mark Jarrah.
Yeah.
Bob Burnquist was a great fucking vert skater,
Yeah,
too.
Burnquist, huge. But I would go Hosoi, because Christian Hosoi was one of the first guys that was skating in a pool, in an emptied out pool, which started skateboarding. Like if you ask Tony Hawk, you're like, who did you look up to? Christian Hosoi. Boom. There's like 1 second in between.
I felt like
that's
Mike
a big
Vallely
kick.
was
That's
fucking
a big ticker too, because
big,
like
too.
I'm thinking with football. With football, you got like, Joe Namath. You gotta have Jerry Rice.
Bart Starr.
Yeah, but you also got to think about who, if it's known, who is the dude that first made a football
Right.
or took a football and said, "Yo, we're gonna throw this and we're gonna try to get across this
But
line."
I think football is different because it's so much more mainstream and organized.
Yeah.
And it didn't really pick up. Like, I guess if I had to do 4 right now off the top of my head, it'd be Jim Brown.
Pioneers.
Are we talking about players or coaches? I would say Vince Lombardi, Tom Landry, Jim Brown,
All of it.
and Jerry Rice. The 2 best coaches of all time, and then the 2 best individual players of
I
all
feel
time.
like you kind of got to do it like that.
Yeah.
Like how I did it 2 vert, 2 street, because it's
The
like
2
those
best,
are the
and
only
you could
2
replace
types,
Tom Landry
but
with
it's
like
you have
Don
a coach and you have a
Shula.
But at that
You
point,
gotta
it's
have
like,
Lombardi in there.
you're not talking, at this point, it's like you're not talking about the athletes in general. You're talking about the pioneers
game.
of the
Yeah.
actual.
Well, then you have to talk about Paul Brown.
It as an idea.
right. Like
Or
you,
George
you would
Halas.
like pull,
Yeah.
like you would have Babe Ruth.
Like, you
and,
don't need the greatest. You just need the people that changed it the most, invented the most
Brought
in it,
eyes
came up
in.
with the most rules, thought of it.
And this is going to sound super
and that
biased.
but that's the thing is you can do that with anything, and like you can have a different
You can have like 4 different lists.
view of
Yeah,
each one.
for sure.
So it's
For
like,
sure.
Like for me, when I think of
Because
skateboarding,
most sports are like very artistic.
when I think of skateboarding, the 3 dudes, I only know 3 dudes that I totally watch all the time. That's Hawk, Mullen, and Burnquist.
Yeah.
And Bam. I guess Bam would be my 4th.
Yeah.
Which I feel like isn't a bad list. I just don't know the other
It's
2
all
guys
subjective.
that you
Just
were
like
talking
how
about.
we have the actual Mount Rushmore, my Mount Rushmore would be different.
Yeah, mine would
I'd put
definitely have
JFK on
O.J.
it.
Simpson.
Yeah.
I'm talking about for presidents, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Mine
He
would...
set the precedents for celebrities killing their wives, okay?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wasn't that a good fucking pun?
Donald Trump's on there for sure. You know.
He has killed somebody?
No, well,
He
the
probably
Clintons have.
has.
The Clintons tried to kill Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, you're getting pulled for sure now.
Red pill, baby.
let me just plug the fact that I am Chronica Lewinsky and I coined that.
Yeah,
Now that
okay.
we're talking about Bill Clinton.
It's just a matter of like indirectly killing.
Basketball's a really easy one in my opinion because basketball obviously is Michael Jordan, obviously is Wilt Chamberlain, obviously is Bill Russell,
Kareem.
and obviously is Kareem. And you could probably replace Russell or Wilt with Magic and Bird because the NBA was basically dying, and then Magic and Bird took the rivalry from college to the NBA
Dude, I think you have to throw Magic Johnson in there.
because of
Because
HIV.
culturally, what he did.
He mixed in HIV.
You have to
black
throw
people.
HIV in.
Yeah. He mixed in HIV pretty.
So you're
much.
gonna have
He
MJ,
showed
Magic,
to the
Kareem,
world that you could live with that shit.
and honestly, this is super recency bias.
We'll be right back on Undisputed with Skip and Shit.
We'll be right back with OJ joins Twitter.
I got a lot of business to settle.
Yeah.
Oh my god, how scary was that,
It
bro?
was fucking great. I jerked off immediately.
Yeah.
I want to put LeBron on there only for one reason, because LeBron is legitimately one of the only reasons a lot of people I know even watch basketball.
Yeah.
Like there's so many people I know that only watch basketball to watch LeBron.
Yeah, but that's why.
What about how there's people that completely deny that he's even in the conversation as greatest of all time?
Yeah.
But
Like, I have never watched I've watched basketball. I'm completely on the outside for basketball. But you look at his stats and you're like, oh, he's just one of the greatest of all time.
Legitimately,
Like, he is,
he's
I think, right?
at least number 2.
Yeah, at least.
He's at least number 2.
The fact that there's a debate between him and Jordan is like, okay, he must be one of the greatest. Like,
My big thing with what are you gonna say?
there's nobody that's like, Mike Tyson isn't one of the greatest. Ali's not one of the greatest.
People are
Joe
like,
Frazier's not one of the greatest. There's people are like, okay, I can see why somebody would think that.
LeBron is probably the most disrespected legend of all time.
Exactly.
And but
that's like going, okay, like, is it St. Pierre or is it Anderson Silva or is it Demetrius Johnson?
But that's fine.
Like,
But if you said that to somebody and they said, oh, they're not even in the question.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
You'd be like, you're fucking stupid. You'd be like, you're dumb.
There are legitimately like people that think LeBron isn't in the conversation. Demetrius
MMA, it's a lot harder to do with MMA.
is.
It's
but
a lot
that's
harder to
also
do.
not. They don't know what they're talking about at that point, right? Like at that point, you know that they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
so
true.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
good.
true.
Why are they
True.
talking about it?
That's true.
Like you're asking.
Yeah, they
the wrong
lose all
person.
credibility.
It's,
at that
it's the
point.
same people
Yeah.
that think that David Beckham is one of the best ever.
Right.
Like if somebody tells me
Right.
that David Beckham was there's a difference.
Nobody
Nobody
that plays soccer, nobody thinks that. I've never even thought about that, actually.
No, he was just handsome and
He
pretty
just
good.
is the first person who, on TV in America, you saw somebody bend a ball like that.
Yeah.
Pele was doing that in the fucking 60s, bro.
Yeah.
I was
Like,
gonna
it's
say,
not insane.
We're
I can
talking-
bend a ball
we're
like
talking
Beckham.
over
It's
each
not
other
insane.
a lot, but the bottom line, I think, is there's a fucking tier of. There's definitely guys in every sport where this guy's above, like on another level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there's also going to be other guys that are also on that same level. So it's like a matter of, is this guy better than this guy? There's going to be comparisons all the time
Yeah.
because there's eras of each sport.
I think
So,
it's way
like,
too hard to do, though,
It
to
is.
compare.
But that's the thing is, though, you got Jordan who came from a completely different era than LeBron. It's a completely
yeah.
different style of game.
Yeah.
Now you got this whole basketball
Yeah.
where like you have a guy who controls a lot of the pace of the game, an individual who
Right.
controls a lot of the pace of the game in
Yeah.
a different way.
I didn't think about that until I heard about how boxing was like that, and I was like, that's very true.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna bounce off that basketball point. 'Cause I'm not about to stroke myself off, but I think out of the three of us, I have the most basketball knowledge. I'm sure we can all agree on
Sure.
that.
Sure.
I think that's
I
actually
believe
an
that.
amazing point that you made that you didn't even know you made, because pace is a gigantic statistic for
In
basketball
basketball, of
that
course.
nobody talks about.
Really?
Nobody talks about pace.
Sure. The faster the game, the more points are going to be scored.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the game has definitely sped up now.
The game was
and it's a
it
whole
was
new
it was
game.
it was very
statistically, if you look at LeBron, he's got better statistics than Jordan does.
yes. And the thing
But the
is
pace is
this is a
faster,
thing.
right?
This is a thing.
Okay, yeah.
The pace grows exponentially because of the
Because
3-point line.
they get to like 130s now, right?
I read a thing the other day when LeBron won his first MVP with Miami in 2012. He won the MVP. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. Like, this is the thing that pisses me off about LeBron, is that you watch him. Kevin Durant's the same way, at least for me. You watch him and you don't even realize what you're seeing. Like, Kevin Durant, when he won his MVP, he casually would drop like 34. And they'd win by like 15, but you were so used to it. But LeBron that year averaged it was like 29, 9, and 7.
It's also a side effect of a lot of games on your schedule.
Yeah, for sure.
And it happening daily versus like in football where you see a guy throw for 400 yards. If he threw for 400 yards every week, you'd start to recognize.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why,
True.
But the Heat that year had the highest pace of that season, and LeBron had the most possessions per game, right? They took LeBron's
This is the thing in soccer, too, but it gets talked about.
They took LeBron's
And the difference in it is ball possession. Do they talk about possession at all?
Very rarely. It's considered a nerdy stat.
That's
it's
the
considered
fucking
a nerdy
fuck
stat.
that is a nerdy
But,
stat. That's the game changer.
in
It's how much
basketball-
of the game you have the ball.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about that. Are
Basically.
you serious? You
They-
score 4. You make 120 baskets, but you have the ball for 80% of the game.
Yeah.
That's not cool. Who cares?
Yeah.
The Heat and
Basketball
LeBron
stats don't go as deep as baseball stats.
They
and shit,
don't
though.
because it's all children.
baseball's real
It's
deep.
all children that like basketball. Let's be real.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody our age that is diehard into basketball besides like
Yeah.
Devin and Quentin and Foley.
Because like when you're an adult, you watch college basketball.
yeah, because you realize it's better.
Yeah.
The Heat team were like the second or third highest pace of all time, right? That was only 7 years ago. Since then, they're 16th.
So they're way
Many
down.
teams since then have had higher paces and higher possessions. That it's literally like players like Kobe.
It's like running a no huddle.
Basically,
offense.
yeah, they're going so fast because
Right.
teams nowadays, like when I first started watching basketball, your team was basically like, let's say, Melo and the Nuggets. You had Melo. He could score from basically anywhere within the 3-point line. You had J.R. Smith, who could only really shoot outside the 3-point line.
Okay.
And then you had Chauncey Billups, who was a facilitator, passed it to either Melo or Smith.
He was the
Wicked set in
middleman.
stone. Exactly. Now all of a sudden you're getting it to where everybody can shoot threes. Everybody can kind of pass, and everybody is super athletic
The
and
same
fast.
thing has happened to soccer.
And nobody cares about defense anymore.
Right.
So teams are scoring
And it changes
so much,
the game
and it's so
much.
boring. It's so boring.
Yeah. And nobody realizes the fact that we're playing a whole new game now.
Yeah.
And it's only like a few years difference.
And
It's
now
only,
you're
like
now you're gonna get inflated stats.
You were
in a
telling
lot of
me
ways.
about
Yeah, because nobody cares about defense at all.
when you
Well, no,
lived
because
on-
any casual fan who watches a sport wants to see scoring.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what brings
Yeah.
people in.
We
And
watch-
But they
either
want
way-
it to be hard to do.
Yeah.
You want it to be hard,
Dude,
you know?
it's like a total oxymoron.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like if you go from like decades ago, basketball games would end in the 70s, and now it's like 1:30, and
Well,
it's like
Bill made
it's
a
not
good
as
point
cool.
last time too with baseball. Like a lot of people want to watch scoring, but baseball isn't on a time limit.
Yeah,
There's-
yeah.
So like
in the
the
better
more
games
scoring
are like
you
3
have,
to 1, like
Right.
3 to something to 0, like
but it's also the more scoring you have, the longer the game lasts.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
people,
Where it's like if no one scores until the 7th inning,
yeah,
We
at the
watched
7th inning, you'd be like, "Oh my god, this is insane!" It'd
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
way better, way more entertaining, way crazier.
I like watching the game that's 3-3 until the 9th inning, and
Yeah.
then someone drives in a base hit.
Yeah,
into
but you
the
watch
fucking gap, and-
a baseball game and it's like they're both in the double digits. It's kind of like this is
Yeah.
pretty boring.
Like the
dude.
Yankees game
Everybody
last
that
week.
hits is gonna score. What?
The Yankees game last week was like 15-14, and
That's crazy.
it was like
Dude, the Yankees had like 3 or 4 straight games where they allowed double-digit runs.
I mean, I guess maybe if it's going like if both teams are scoring crazy and it's going like back and forth, that would be very entertaining.
yeah.
But if it's like, like 14-7, you'd be like, this is the
yeah.
worst. I'm not watching this anymore.
We watched the Super Bowl, this past Super Bowl together. It was me, you, and Bill, right? No, me, you, and Christian. No, who the fuck was here for the Super Bowl last year? This past Super Bowl.
Kenny was here, I think.
Kenny was here. Vinny was here.
Maybe, yeah, Vinny.
I left at halftime because I had to work. I had to work at the office. But this Super Bowl ended and it was fucking 13-3.
Ooh, I gotta go in a minute.
This has gone down a lot of weird twists and turns.
A bunch of
but-
weird twists.
But what I was thinking at one point was that you were talking about how it's subjective and shit, and it's like
Yeah.
in a lot of ways it is.
Yeah.
Think about like if you're from here and you watch college sports because you like Syracuse. Think about
Right.
like people who maybe watch the NBA now because Carmelo Anthony or something.
True.
They're gonna go, oh shit, Carmelo's like one of the best. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They're gonna put him up
they're
on
gonna
that
think
tier.
that.
But the thing is, though, is if you watch basketball,
Sure, you kind of know who
but Melo is
he is though. He's up
one
there.
of. He's one of the best scorers. He's
Yeah.
dog shit on defense.
Right.
We could probably.
But if you
cover
went
guys
up to
better.
someone that play, what I think is really interesting.
You went up to like Devin right now and you asked him where Carmelo ranks all time, he'd say like number 3, but that's because he's a Knicks and an Orange fan. You know what I mean?
right,
So
right.
you definitely get the bias.
I feel like sports are a lot. It gets a little bit more biased. But when you talk about like skateboarding,
Well, I feel
most
like-
people on the outside look at skateboarding as a sport, but if you ask a skateboarder, "Is this a sport?" they get mad. This shit's not a sport.
No,
it's,
because
I
you're
feel
all
it's
trying
more
to like be
of an art.
Well,
Yeah.
yes.
It's
I
like-
think the way a skateboarder looks
you can't really
at,
rate it.
the
I feel.
way a skateboarder looks at objects is a completely
It's
different
so
way.
much different, dude. I talk about it
Yeah.
all the time. And what they just did downtown, but down by all the bars downtown.
City,
We were talking
yeah.
How
about
I
the other
look
night.
at it, I'm like, dude, they did this for me. And
Mm-hmm.
everyone's like, oh, this looks bad. This looks shitty. I'm like, dude, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
You guys were talking
I'm gonna ollie
like,
the fuck
the
out
other
of all
night.
this
You
shit.
guys were all like doing these weird fucking hypotheticals in front of me. Jared and I were sitting there like, what the fuck? They were talking about doing all these tricks. As soon as I hear numbers come out of Sean's mouth followed by flip, I tune out, dude. Like, I'm serious, dude. As soon as I hear
It's like, yo,
numbers,
I would hard flip that. I would 3 flip that.
as
I
soon
would
as I hear
fucking double
numbers
heel.
and flips come out of his mouth, I can't
like, we're
keep
done.
up, dude. It's like
That's
it's-
funny.
Yo, it's like if I was talking about Counter-Strike in front of him. Like,
Yeah.
I like Counter-Strike, though. I just haven't played it.
Backside 540 body
Yeah, fuck
variant.
yeah, bro.
when I hear backside 180, I think of SSX1. Like,
Right.
every time you do a
Yeah,
trick in
yeah.
SSX, it's like backside 180.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's
Well,
talk
it is
about
a backside 180.
I
What
don't
are you gonna
fucking
do?
know. You're like that.
No, it's just when
That
you-
was front side.
That was front
You're
side.
like that.
Backside, yeah.
Yeah.
Would be.
Well, depending on
Think
depending
about,
on,
like, if you're moving in one direction,
also it's different though.
90, your back would be the side that is going forward.
Right. But it's different because I skate goofy.
Right, so it depends on what way you
So
stand.
backside to me is the other way, kicking my other foot out.
40. Still, he opened the shoulder.
What are you
instead of
doing
closed.
after this?
I have
work
to.
tomorrow?
No, I don't have work tomorrow, but I have to go mow my buddy's lawn so that I can get dabs and get high for the rest of the day. And tomorrow. So I'm gonna go
Naturally.
mow this
Word,
kid's
would
lawn.
you still be able to drop me off at my house?
Yeah, I can bring you home.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't listen to this guy.
I don't think so.
I got that.
Probably not the move though.
I just gotta piss.
I'm gonna take a shower, take 20 out of the ATM, and go to the bar.
There you go.
Or actually, probably just order a DP dough.
I gotta piss real bad.
Got a job interview tomorrow. Wish me luck.
Good luck, bud.
Hey, if I get this job, we'll be hanging out all the time.
Don't you already work at the hospital?
Yep. And I never see you.
Oh, overnight.
You
Yeah, I work overnight.
Oh,
Yeah,
that makes
and you work
sense.
in the cafeteria, which have stepped foot in one time.
Yeah, no, I close
Yeah.
at 6.
You'll never see me. You'll never see me unless you end up being a tech.
Yep, you'll never see me.
You'll
So,
never see me.
congratulations.
Elliot was like, I saw Jake today. And I go, how?
Yeah, we had lunch together today.
Yeah, I go to her. I go, how? How'd you see Jake today?
I was running the
She's
cafe.
like, we ate lunch. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
I was running the cafe. I worked fucking 6 to 2.
6 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yeah.
4,
It's 8 hours.
10, 6, 8. Yeah, not bad.
No.
It's pretty awesome.
No, this week sucked because I did 6 to 2, 11 to 7, 6 to 2, 11 to 7, 6 to 2.
Yeah, welcome to it. I'll tell you what does suck is when you work from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. and you have a supervisor around you at all times and 3 people come to the ER between 11 p.m. and 7 a.m. and it takes you
Dude.
10 minutes to register them. So you have 45 minutes of work that you have to do over 8 hours. And this bitch that's near you won't let you get on your phone, YouTube, or no shit like that.
I think a lot of jobs.
So you gotta
are
stare at a
like
wall
that,
for 7
though.
hours.
My
Like,
dad,
I
was-
think
dude, my
most
dad
jobs-
was
That's
like
bullshit
that.
jobs.
I worked
Yeah.
for my dad, and my dad was like that.
That is bullshit jobs.
I was
It's a
gonna
book
say,
written by
like-
I don't remember, but Jordan Peterson showed me about this shit. There was a book written by this
I
guy.
heard about that.
Bullshit jobs, and I fucking read like half the book, and it is amazing.
Sunday, I
because if
work.
you bring that up to your boss, if you're like, "Yo, I
need
can
more
get my
shit to
I can
do."
get my job done in 1 hour.
Yeah.
Give me more shit to do, or let me clock in for 1 hour and leave." He will go, "Shh, don't tell." He'll hush hush. Sweep it under the rug.
If it
Don't
works,
tell
it
anybody
works. Though that's the thing is like
Well, that's the
whatever.
thing is that's the opposite of what my dad did. When
But
I
there's
would,
2 of us that do that.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 of us working, and for 7 hours, neither of us are doing anything.
Right.
It's such a waste of money, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I
I
don't give a
used to
shit. I'm getting
work-
money.
Probably 10 hours at the plant, and it's like probably an hour worth of work. For,
Yeah.
For 10 hours
Yeah,
worth.
and
of,
it gets you to this point where it's like I'm wasting.
and you're stretching everything
Myself.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's like it gets you to this point where like you want to get a job where you really exert yourself.
Yeah,
and then you
because
get
it
that job where
passes-
you exert yourself and you're like, fuck,
also-
dude, I'm doing too much. I'm not getting paid enough.
Sure.
and then you want to go back.
It also passes the time faster when you're doing something.
Way
I was gonna
faster.
say the cafe on weekends.
Right.
There was a weekend like it was like I bitched about it in an episode with like fucking Aaron or Josh. I bitched about it with Josh. I had to run the cafe on a weekend, 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. 22 customers,
Wow, in 8 hours.
10 hours both days.
Oh.
10 hours both days, and there's 2 of us there. I'm there 6 to 4. The other person is there.
See,
8
I
to
don't
7.
understand. This is why machines are going to win. This
Yeah.
is why AI is going to legit take over
Well,
the
yeah,
fucking
because they're
world.
gonna find a machine that blows me the same way that, like, you know, drunk Scottish women blow me on accident.
Yeah, no, they're
and then
gonna
I'm
make
sad.
a machine where all you do is you click it, you touch the fucking thing, and it makes you whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Boom, and then there goes Jake's job. Jake doesn't have a job anymore. We don't need any cooks anymore because we
No,
can
no,
all
no,
press
no,
a
no.
button and it
I'm
does it.
way funnier.
We're
than
just
the
gonna
machine.
we're just gonna 3D print all our food, dude.
Yeah,
That's all we're gonna
but
do.
see, the thing is,
We just get the chicken.
nobody
nuggets
needs customer
slime.
service, bro. You don't need to talk to a person to get a service.
Yeah, well,
You don't need another person.
Yeah, but then we just kill all the
Dude,
machines.
think
dude.
about when you order Domino's. All right, when you order Domino's, how do you order Domino's?
I usually complain.
No, for real, for real. If I wanted a pizza, if we all wanted a pizza right now, how would you order Domino's?
On my phone.
Exactly.
On an app.
You wouldn't talk to a fucking
But the thing
single
is,
person.
Swamp, you weren't there that one night. D&D, when they fucked up my order, and I called, and I was on the phone with them for like 11 minutes.
Dunkin' Donuts?
No,
Dunkin' and Donuts.
Oh, okay, I figured that, but you said it like it was food.
D&D.
Right. Yeah, no.
Dunkin' and Donuts.
People need customer service. People need to be happy.
Fuck that.
Well, they don't need to.
You are lying to me if you tell me that you don't want to cut out customer
So
service.
you're telling me right
Walking
now.
up to somebody, hey, how's it going? And they're all fake as fuck to you. Hey, how
No,
you, how
I
you doing?
agree. I honestly
Fuck
do.
that.
Um,
I
the-
hate that.
I-
As a person that was their job to be customer service, to walk up to you as a server, hey, how's it going? Act like I
Yeah.
fucking give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I
Look,
would
I
love
know,
to cut that out.
I get it. Like, customer service is weird because you have to act nice to everybody.
have to.
And you know, but the thing is, when
I'm
you're talking
nice
to
to
customer
everybody
service,
anyway.
I get that. But what I'm saying is,
But the other
when
person
you-
can be a dick to you, and you can't.
Yes.
You have to
also,
be nice back.
when you're talking
You
to
have to
customer
be a
service,
robot. Then you're making a personal robot.
yeah,
No.
Why not have it be a robot?
Trust me, ask Allie. I'm not a robot. I don't put up with anybody's shit. But the thing is I'm nice about it.
Because you have a job that you don't have to be. Go work as a server at fucking corporate restaurant.
Anywhere,
You
yeah.
can't act out.
Well, I wouldn't even apply to work at Ruby Tuesday. because I
Right,
wouldn't have to
exactly.
be
But if you
myself.
had that job, there's nothing you can.
But when
Yeah,
you-
but if I was in the army, I'd be killing kids. You know, like I'm not killing kids at the hospital yet. You know, dude. Like don't be fucking injecting. You know, don't be flushing my ears right now with this shit.
Oh, that's fair.
All I'm trying to say is
I'll
like
take that.
I enjoy customer service jobs because I'm very good at being
hate
nice to people.
I hate being.
I think when you're
Which I think is ignorant.
I hate
because,
being
like,
the employee. I
you're
hate
like-
being the customer.
You're like
I
one of
hate
the
both
nice.
sides.
You're like one of the most personal people I know,
Yeah,
but you hate being personable. It's so weird to me.
I like to be personal, bro, but not when it's fake.
Then don't be fake about it.
Dude, when you are a server, you have to be
I've
fake.
been a server.
You can't tell somebody, like, if someone, if someone's like, someone comes up to you.
So who's on your Mount Rushmore?
I think when people are bitching, you can't really necessarily be real about it. Like,
Yeah.
you have to put
when
it
you
out.
bring
no.
someone
You
fries
can-
that are perfect, and they say, these are burnt.
Well, then the thing
You can't be like,
the thing
"Motherfucker,
you have to
you're
do-
wrong."
First
but
off,
customer service has to exist. Like if you're a customer
the
and
thing-
you go to customer service, you want that person to be nice to you no matter what. Even if you're bitching back, it's like you still want that person to be.
Bro, I
cooperative.
don't get mad if somebody is like, dude, you're wrong.
the thing you have to understand.
Yeah, right.
The thing you have to understand is that you're taking that job knowing that no matter what, you have to be nice.
Yeah, that's true.
But you don't have to be nice in your. You have to be nice in your tone, but in what you're saying, you can also be argumentative. You know what I mean?
True.
So like, fuck. Yesterday, I was telling Allie about this today. Yesterday, what happened was these 3 people came into the hospital cafe. I'm the only one working. They thought it was a Subway. They were pointing at me and yelling at me, arguing with me that the cafe that I work in, which, for the record, those of you listening, is not a Subway.
It's in the hospital.
Yeah. You know what I had to do to explain to them that it wasn't a Subway?
What?
I had to be super nice about it.
Exactly.
But You know what? It doesn't matter.
You're getting paid. I signed up for this. It still sucks.
No, it doesn't, because it's a funny fucking story, dude. I don't understand the problem that people in the service industry have with the service industry.
Dude, because you haven't had somebody that was actually mad at you.
Yes, I have. Dude, I've been in food service for like 7 years. I worked at the Foundry for 2 years. I've been working for Aramark and Oswego Health for 4. It's way easier than working in a factory, I'll tell you that much. All you have to do is some...
Fuck that.
All you have to...
I'd rather... Dude, in a factory you can swear... You can say this bitch.
Yeah, you can pick your nose and
you
stuff.
You can do whatever the fuck you want, bro.
Dude, the only thing I miss about working in a factory is the fact that I can have a beard. Like, food service isn't bad.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
I wouldn't be having an interview tomorrow if I was getting paid as much as the job I've been offered.
Right.
Plus, you don't have to drive forklifts. You know?
Don't talk about forklifts.
All right, I gotta piss way too bad.
All right, we gotta go. We're gonna end it.
Yeah, we should have
All in
a
all,
long time ago.
food service isn't that bad. Your attitude is bad. Because it's okay for people
all in all, food service, if you want some fucking food, make it yourself. Stop being an asshole. We don't need to have fucking restaurants.
And if you're going to be an asshole, just understand that you're not the first asshole we've dealt with, and we're really good at dealing with it.
Yeah, I'm really good at dealing with people too, bro, but I don't like to do it. It's not that it's fun. It's not a cool thing to do.
Yeah, but it's not
like, yo, you know what I would like to do?
It's not going to ruin my day.
I'd like to be friends with someone who completely disagrees with what I think. I'd love
You're
that.
friends with me, dude.
Yeah,
we agree on most things.
This is like, that's
true.
basically this podcast, like,
True.
in a nutshell.
True.
Because, you know, he always has something, and then I have to disagree with it. Whether I agree with it or not, I have to disagree with it.
It's just, dude, I just don't get it. Like, I got into a huge argument with 2 of my coworkers yesterday about, like, how much they hate working for the company we work for, Aramark. And it's like, then leave. And they're like, well, I can't leave. I have to serve the company. And it's like, no, you don't. First off, the only reason you have this job is because a little part of you likes what you do, but you like to just be over dramatic about it and bitch. And it's like, I have...
The little part that likes what they do is the part of them who on Friday gets a paycheck.
Exactly.
That's the only
Exactly.
Also, they like having dollars and cents. That's the bottom
Yeah,
line.
that's the only...
They like having consistent income.
They don't want
is
to go
essentially
there.
The thing with food service, like...
But also, they don't like change,
The
right?
crack I had with food service is that you can literally get as many hours as you want, and it's literally the easiest fucking shit. Let's be real. You deal with fucking...
What end of it? Making the food or dealing with the people that ordered it?
Both. I do both. It sucks, but it's so fucking easy. It's so easy.
It's easy, yeah. Easy.
Like,
as
I
a
personally
task.
get...
Mentally, it's not easy,
like,
I don't think.
Does dealing with rude people at a restaurant affect you mentally?
Fuck yeah!
Like,
Are you
it ruins your day, it keeps you up at night?
No, but it'll piss me off right then. If someone's being a dick to you, it'll piss me off. I'm not submissive. I don't... Oh, whatever you fucking say, buddy.
Well, you just
Fuck
ignore it.
you.
You just ignore it.
Fuck no. You don't ignore shit, because nobody
it's-
says something for no reason. You don't
That's the thing
ignore
is-
anything. You don't just say, oh, never mind, I don't care about this.
It is
'Cause there's no
really,
reason for it.
like, I don't know. It's almost scripted. Like, it's almost this weird
It's exact. It
scripted
is
thing.
scripted. I had fucking 6 lines at Ruby Tuesday, and that's
Yeah,
that's all
and
I
my
said.
script was written and executive produced by Tarantino, dude. Like, it's so
and then
fucking
you
simple.
lost your job.
When?
No,
I've never-
I'm just joking. I was just hypothetical. If you said
The only
anything-
job I lost was a job involving forklifts.
Yeah, but if you acted like you were fucking Tarantino scripted, you'd be fired in 1 minute.
Okay, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's time for me to go.
All right.
We're like arguing about food service.
Yeah.
I think it's easy as fuck. I just wish I got paid more. Sean hates it and thinks everybody that goes to restaurants should be shot in the street.
Yes. Yes.
Well, it's just
if you enjoy going to sit-down restaurants, you should be shot between the eyes. I'll say it,
Between
and
the
I'll leave
eyes?
it there.
It's just that being customer service is necessary. That's all that there is to it.
It's
And I think
necessary for an
I
environment that
talk
already
to
exists.
like if I go like online and I need help with something specifically, I'd like to talk to someone
That's customer
directly.
support.
Well,
It's a
yeah,
different
it's still
story.
the same thing.
That's
kinda.
when you get a blah, 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 blah. That's when you get red dot Indian guys.
Well, No. Well, yeah. Most of the time I get a chat, though. I like getting those quick, like, instant chats and shit. Because then it's like...
I agree with customer support. It's
Yeah.
very necessary.
You need to
You know,
have
you
it.
have a TV that you don't understand. You got to call an Asian guy to help you figure it out.
Yeah.
But I don't think that we need that for food.
What kills me the most...
I think we can all figure out how to make food.
What kills me the most is that you don't need to call the company because every TV gets a Bible of a manual.
I know, right? But you still do need to call because when your Samsung TV goes black for no fucking reason, there's nothing about that in the book.
Yeah.
And then you call Samsung. This happened to me 2 weeks ago. You call Samsung and you go, hey, my TV is completely... Like, it's not that it was black. It's not that, oh, I lost my LED or my LCD. Okay, then I would know. It's that out of nowhere, one day, my grandpa's TV went just really dark.
Just
You can still see the image completely fine, but it was like the brightness was on 0.
Yeah.
And I went through all the settings, couldn't figure out shit. He didn't knock it over. He didn't do anything. And I called customer support. I'm like, yo, what is good with this TV? And they're like, we are going to need to send somebody over. It is going to be $250 or $100 an hour for the person. It might take them 2, it might take them 4 hours, and we are going to need $250 for the fixed cost, plus $100 an hour for whoever it is, plus the parts.
Yeah.
So it might cost you minimum $500, might cost you $1,000. We're looking at a $200 TV. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Plus, you gotta be at home between fucking
Yeah, you got to be
11
home
a.m.
at 4 o'clock, between 4 and
on, like, a fucking
4:30. If you are
Wednesday.
not there, we will be back in December.
Yeah.
Like 8 months later, and you're like, dude, what?
You're better off just getting a TV on.
First
Wish.
off,
Just buy a new TV.
fuck Indian people. like, let's leave it at that. If you're an Indian person and your job is to work on a phone, don't ever talk to me
Stop
ever.
talking to American people, bro.
Please.
For real.
That's the one thing, like, dude,
I know that-
Antifa and the alt-right agree that Indian people in customer service hate.
This is why Jake is the way he is.
Oh, that might be why I am, too.
Jake drank most of this, I would
Yeah,
I would
did.
imagine.
Whatever.
It's time to go. Time to sign
I get
out.
blamed for everything.
Well, I mean, you know, it's usually your
It's usually
fault.
my fault.
Yeah, it is usually his fault.
All right, if I laugh one more time, I'm going to piss my pants.
All right, stop laughing right now.
Thanks
Wow.
for having me, guys.
That was interesting. That was fun.
It's been a pleasure.
I love that we were like, let's end it at an hour and 1 minute,
Yeah,
and it's
then-
like
And then
It's
Jake
like 2
had
hours.
More Tito's.
Let's end it 1 hour ago.
we all had more Tito's.
I didn't even have any more Tito's.
Let's end it, and then we fought for another hour. So the last 1 hour is me and Jake fighting about customer service.
that was literally like 6 minutes, I guarantee you.
Dude, I doubt it. I'm sweating and I'm on fire.
I've been sweating for 3 days.
That was like
Here I go. Goodbye, guys.
All right. I can't believe you guys are still listening.
Nobody's listening.
Somebody out there is.
Definitely.
I thought it was an interesting conversation. I thought it was interesting.
It definitely was.
Literally the first, like, from when we said let's end it until, like, 20 minutes ago. Was
That's
just,
the part you should really watch.
We're just talking about sports and
Well, we
legends.
should make it only that part, and we'll cut out all the rest of it at the beginning. Because they don't need to know about
Either
Kubrick
way,
movies and
let
shit, right?
everybody know that it is legit. It might be... Oh, I just checked. It's 89 degrees in here,
It is 89.
and it is fucking time to get out of it.
It's actually 74 outside, so we should go outside.
74 outside and 89 here, so we should all be concerned about what's going on.
All right. We'll talk to you guys next week. Thank you for listening. ClearShotsPodcast.com is where you'll find links to everything we do. You can check us out on Twitter at ClearShotsPod. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and check us out on Periscope for live videos. If you have anything you want to ask us, send us an email at clearshotspodcast@gmail.com. Thank you for listening. We will see you next time.